What if I told you that gamers deserve to be oppressed? Hey everybody! How are y'all doing on this lovely afternoon? Good to see my bitrate is only 2,000, so my stream's probably lagging like crazy right now. Hello everybody. Bitrate, you wanna chill out a little bit? You're kinda at less than half of where you should be. Oh boy, my internet is just not in a good place right now, it's looking like. Is my stream of any viewable quality right now? Oh, I guess it is. It looks like it. Oh no, it's super laggy. No, never mind. No, it's quite laggy. Well, now it's fine. Now it's way more kilobytes than it should be. Okay, now it's at 6. Stay green, please. Hey everybody. How are you doing? Megamania, Caesar, Goldbond, Antifa Princess, Adante Asai. Hello. How you doing? Analog DDR5, Kim Bell. How you doing? Hellboy Spider. How are you? Good afternoon. Good to see you. YouTube stream's doing better than the Twitch stream? Well, it should be fine now. My bitrate's fine now. YouTube stream? Yeah. Sorry. I accidentally read the same message twice. I'm a little bit under the weather today, if I'm being honest with you guys. Not mood-wise, but like, I just kind of physically feel a little icky. So I don't know for sure how long today's stream is going to be. I am doing the panel, but I am feeling... Hopefully the coffee will help. Thank you, babe. I am feeling a little gross today. Just not feeling not Rona. No. Not like sick. More so just like my head feels foggy. My eyes are droopy. My body feels tired. My voice doesn't feel particularly awake. I'm kind of straining to speak right now. Just not feeling too great today, but maybe the coffee will help. You were vaccinated, now you're sick? Yeah, I did get vaccinated like 6 months ago. Alright. What's going on Twitter right now? Okay, so... Plan for today's content. What are we doing? What is today's plan? Well, today we're going on StarDust panel with Chud Logic, DemonMama, Nick Diorio, CTV, and American Nacho, I believe. And then obviously StarDust, because it's her panel. And I don't know what we'll be debating, but if it's a StarDust panel, so you know it'll probably be something funny. And yeah, super duper hype. Gonna be a fun stream. And of course, we'll be playing Minecraft as we go. We'll be playing Minecraft while we do it, and hopefully, being in the panel won't crash the server, or make my stream or computer lag like crazy, because if it does, then I might have to close the server, so let's hope it doesn't. Very quickly, chat, I am wearing pants today, so I'm gonna go take a piss, because I do have to pee pretty bad, and one sip of coffee was enough to just put me at the point where I gotta pee now. I'll be poop. And pee. And cum. And maybe a little blood, too. Can this blanket, can you, there we go. Zan, the poll is important. What poll? What are you talking about? Kimbell, what are you referring to? What poll? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What poll? What are you talking about? I'm confused. My Twitter poll? You gotta link it. You gotta at me and link it. You guys know that, like, I can't... You guys know that, like, your messages don't stand out to me if you don't say Xanderhal, then the message, right? Zan, your hair looks fucking based. I just decided not to brush it today. This is what my hair looks like when I wake up. So I just decided not to brush it today. And I thought it looked okay. I was like, no reason to brush it. So I just decided not to. Nothing better than listening to Jank and watching a Xanderhal stream. Jank? I assume you're talking about Chank Uger, right? Wait, why? Wait, or maybe that's a band. Like listening to a band and watching a Xanderhal stream. Wait, you're listening to music and my stream? That's okay. Well, I don't usually do that, but it looks good. Thank you. I know. I'm very hot. I have to be careful. Honestly, hey chat, should I just get ripped and start thirst posting on Twitter like more shamelessly than any woman does, but as a dude? Should I just get ridiculously ripped and just constant shameless thirst posting on Twitter? Because there's only two paths as a guy where you can do that. All right, well, actually, one of the path, you could argue there's a third path, but I would say that path wouldn't apply if you're a guy because trans women aren't guys. But if you're like a guy, like a cis guy, you've got two options on how you can do that. The first option is become a femboy and shamelessly thirst trapping, yes. And the other option is grinding your ass off to get ripped and then thirst posting. Those are the two only options for guys. So I'm definitely not going the femboy route, so I'm going to have to go to the himbo route. Listen, chat, we're going to take my nerdy-ass brain that I'm sure is capable of becoming a good debate bro brain one day. And I'm going to have the brain of all the debate bro streamers, okay? Vosh, Destiny, DemonMama, all of their brains combined will fit inside of my brain, okay? And then I'm going to have a body that looks like I could kill Hassan with one punch, okay? That's how powerful I'm going to look, all right? I'm going to have the brain of every debate streamer and the body I'm going to be the best looking and best performing debate streamer. It's going to happen. And I'm going to hit 1 million subs, too. It's going to happen. Listen, guys, if you're watching right now and you're not already subscribed to me, you haven't already liked the stream, you haven't already followed my social media, you haven't donated to me yet, here's what I'm going to say. No matter what you do today, I'm going to become the biggest streamer there is, all right? I'm going to become the biggest streamer. Now, whether or not you want the rights to be able to brag and say you've been a Xanderhal fan since he had only a few hundred viewers, now's the time to get on board, okay? Because all you're going to do is get left behind by the speeding bullet train of the Xanderhal brand, okay? It's going to take over the internet, and you're going to be left behind. Guys, can I tell you something that I was scrolling through Twitter last night, and I almost, this actually made me start dripping pre-cum when I saw it. I'm not even kidding. So, for those of you guys that aren't aware, there's a game that I'm quite excited for at the moment called Hytale, Hytale. All right? Really cool looking game. Looks like it's going to be like the natural evolution of the block survival sandbox questing genre that Minecraft sort of pioneered. Like, imagine if Minecraft invented the genre of Minecraft, Hytale's going to be the next evolutionary step for that genre. That's what they're going for, it feels like. And last year, me and a bunch of Hytale YouTubers, a bunch of big fans of Hytale, got together and we did a charity stream. And we raised, I think we raised around 3 or 4K, somewhere around that, for, people that were in need. I think it was a relief for children who are not able to have good access to food and housing during COVID. I think that was what the charity was for. And so, Noxy, the CEO of Hypixel Studios, the studio making Hytale, decided to send all, I think there were 20 of us, all 20 of us, these little 3D printed Quebecs only people in the company making the game, and the 20 of us who participated in that have one of these. I mean, who knows? Maybe a family member of a developer could have one too. Maybe I'm wrong there, but yeah, it's a pretty cute little guy, as you can see. They sent me this little Quebec, and just a week ago or so, was the 1 year anniversary of that, and we did another charity stream, and you know, we ended up raising, what was it, around 10K, 12K? I can't exactly remember. I don't know why I can't remember the amount we raised. It's been like a week. We raised a good amount of money, over 10K, for a 3D, like 16K. Thank you, George Popsy, for a charity that 3D prints houses called New Story. Pretty cool charity. You know, seems like what they were doing was pretty pog. I missed it. Well, I announced it in the Discord, so if you're not in the fan Discord, you should hop in there. Anyway, so basically, yeah, 1 year anniversary of that. We did the charity stream, raised a lot of money, and ironically enough, both Noxy, the CEO of Hypixel Studios, and Simon, aka Hypixel, aka founder of the Hypixel brand and Hypixel Minecraft server, came in and dropped $7 grand on a donation to the charity. So that was pretty pog. And I believe, obviously, I believe he also came on and talked for a minute. And then we had Budacat on, who's Hytale's social media coordinator. Of course, we had Noxy, the CEO of Hypixel Studios, donated. And obviously, this year, we're also getting some stuff mailed to us. And unfortunately, my stuff hasn't arrived yet. It is being mailed from Northern Ireland. But one of my, obviously, one of the participants who's British and lives in England is obviously closer to Northern Ireland and just got the gift, which is a surprise, though I now know what it is. And holy shit, you guys can't see it because the game's open. There we go. Look at that, guys. World first Hytale merch, a Hytale beanie, and a Hytale coaster along with a handwritten letter. Sheesh. I cannot wait for it to show up. You better believe I'll be using these, okay? These will be on my... I'm going to be honest with you guys. Tim Pool has kind of ruined beanies for me, but you better believe that if I can wear world first Hytale merch on stream, you better believe I'm going to be wearing this fucking beanie when I get it fairly frequently, and you better believe I'm going to be repping and bragging like a motherfucker about my world first Hytale. I won't be bragging, but you better believe I'll be very proud of my world first Hytale merch. I don't even know if this is going to be the official design. This is the Hytale logo. I mean, you can just tell by looking at it, but we don't even know, like, I don't even know if this design will be available for the broader public when the game comes out. So it's very possible that, just like the Quebec, this is also exclusive Hytale merch, possibly, that might not ever go, like, in its current form, go public. Like, these could be subject to redesign. I mean, we're still, like, over a year out from official release of Hytale. Well over a year out. So, I mean, I highly doubt that this is the final design, though I really like it. If this was the final design, no complaints you'll be hearing from me. Absolutely none. This is completely great design. But I mean, who knows? They could change things, right? Like, they might go for like the Hytale, the H here to look more like the Hytale logo with the leaves and stuff. You never know, right? So pretty excited to get this stuff. It's gonna be pretty dope. There should be some Xanderhal merch. Wait, hold on, guys, you're aware that there is a Xanderhal merch store, right? Is it like, people have told me there's problems with it, but I'm not, is it like fully down or something? Merch. Oh, wow. Wait, I don't have a merch store anymore. That's really weird. Just takes you to my Streamlabs thing. Okay. Really interesting. Really, really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do after stream. Yeah, I didn't know it was this down, though. I didn't know it was this down bad. Yeah, tonight I'll see what I can do to try to fix this, because that's pretty stupid. That's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb they just decided to say, well, we're just going to take your store down and not tell you. Avalon of Babylon, thanks for the 4 tier 1 gift of subs. I really appreciate that, homie. $20, very kind, very generous, and, you know, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. It says, all I want for Xanmiss is a white name genocide. True. That's a nice 501 we're at. I do want to say, it says we've made $501 in the last 5 days. So that's about $100 in, like, what's a fifth of, what is 100 divided by 5? Probably like 16, 17, 16, 12, 20, or 16, 32, 64. That's 4, 8. So it can't be that because that's not divisible by 5. 100. 100's not even. Wait, it is. Wait, yeah. 100 is divisible by 5. Of course it is because it's half of 10. So it's 100. Oh, 20. Ah, yes. Thank you. See? Chat's helping me with the math. Thank you for that, though, Avalon of Babylon. I love you, buddy. And, hey, if you guys donate and sub, your dicks get bigger. It's true. I've been there. I've seen it happen to myself. All right? And listen, I did not need it to get bigger. Xanderhal's bad at math. When the fuck have I ever claimed anything otherwise? Here's a poll. Xanderhal, how much do you have to, oh, I voted in this poll, Kimbell. I voted shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Lonnie's not pegging me. I'm sorry. No matter how much you guys want to meme about it, it's not happening. All right? Lonnie's a sub. All right? Believe it or not. And I will. She may look like a dommy MILF, but she is in fact not. She is in fact very much a sub. What is this a new TikTok? Sheesh. Lonnie just put a new TikTok out on my TikTok account like 8 minutes ago. What is this? And I will point out the massive amount of worry that I'm filled with by narratives like this. Way too many people on the left who are black and progressive and working class are reached by this narrative. This is, in my opinion, the alt-right rabbit hole for non-white people. This is like the woke, like, this is the alt-right rabbit hole for like alt-white. This is the alt-right rabbit hole for woke, like progressive-minded, smart, young, like POC people that are not really fully grown into their politics, so they're easily swayed by an argument like the left, like the Democratic Party is your actual enemy. You need to ally with literal neo-Nazis to achieve an ethno-state where whites and blacks can live separately and we can pursue our own common goals. True. Everything I say is based. Everything I say is based. Can I just miss, like, once, please? Just once, okay? Just to make things interesting. Just to make things a little bit interesting. Can I be wrong for once? Anyway, yeah, super excited for the Hightail Beanie and Hightail Coaster. I don't really use coasters because all my water, like, I literally just drink out of water bottles now, and frankly, I don't have any furniture that really gets like rings on it or anything. Like I don't have a single ring on my desk, and I just put my coffee cups, water glasses, cups, plates, everything on my desk, and I have 0 rings. Oh, it did happen once. No, we do have a ring somewhere. I know we have a ring. There's one ring sort of on my desk. It's this thing that you probably can't even see. It's like adhesive. Me and Lonnie, I think we're putting the foam sound pads up on the wall, and I think one of us got a little bit of the glue on the table, and I peeled a bit off, and it took the paint off with it and revealed the particle board underneath, the like lamination or whatever. And I decided after that point, like, okay, well, I peeled one small like doblet of it off, and it ripped the covering of the desk off, just showing the particle board. So I'm gonna not peel off the like silver dollar size dollop on my desk that's still stuck there for like the last year and a half now, because I think that was like the first month we moved in that happened. So I'm pretty sure that is super glue. You did that? I did it. I don't remember ever putting super glue on those things. I think we tried. I think if it was super glue, that was probably you, because I don't fuck with glue. Okay. Let me hop into the voice channel we're supposed to be in for this thing. Oh, I'm going to be using it anyway, Lonnie. Absolutely. It's Hightail merch. You think I'm just going to, like, leave it, like, in the box and never, like, and not use it? Like, of course I'm going to use it. Absolutely. 100%. As for the beanie, like, I mean, I'm lucky that it's cold out right now, so it's not exactly, like, gonna be weird to be wearing the beanie around. So it's, like, good timing for it. But, I'm not a big beanie guy. I would have taken a baseball, if they gave me the option of baseball cap or beanie, I would have chose baseball cap, but I won't say no to anything that they send. Like, they're sending a gift, you know? It's like, can't look a gift horse in the ass, you know? Why didn't anyone tell me women were hot? They're pretty hot. Women are pretty fucking hot, dude. Listen, I think women are objectively the hottest gender, okay? Just broadly, and I'm not just saying this because I'm straight, okay? Everything about women is sexy, okay? Everything about like the woman body is sexy, but nobody, not even people who are attracted to men would say that for men, okay? Let's be real. Imagine not being attracted to women. True. But yeah, I don't know. I'm buzzed on Christmas liquor. It's debate panel time. Jesus Christ, am I jealous of you, Adante Asai? I wish I was just sitting back, relaxing, and watching a stream while buzzed as fuck on Christmas liquor. But unfortunately, I have to be the streamer. So we don't get to, says the straight man lol. I mean, like, okay, I don't know. Do you think every part of me is hot, Lonnie? We have Bailey's. Do you think I should get drunk during a media stream? Listen, this is what we'll do. We'll get drunk for the Christmas Eve stream, okay? You better believe I'll drink some Bailey's, some Irish coffee, I think is the term. I'll drink some Irish coffee on Christmas. Get a little bit buzzy on some Christmas liquor on Christmas Eve. You can't get drunk on Bailey's? Ha! You're wrong, Jade Monkey. You are very wrong. You absolutely can get drunk on Bailey's if you pour it into shot glasses and drink it like that, because that's how I drink Bailey's. I don't put it into coffee. Christmas Eve of 2018, I was like watching my uncle's place while he was out of town, because I think like he was on like vacation or something. So he was out of town for like a week. So I watched the house, and on Christmas Eve, I dug through the liquor cabinet, found a bottle of Bailey's, started pouring shot glasses full of it, and like after 8 or 9 shot glasses of that, I passed out. I passed out after 9 shot glasses worth of Bailey's, which probably isn't a lot, but you know, I was 19 at the time. No, I was 18 at the time. I wasn't even 19 yet. So you know, it was one of my first times drinking. Before that, listen. All right, back my first time drink, the first time I ever got drunk. What it took to get me, like, really drunk. And I didn't even throw up somehow. I don't know how I didn't throw up. I don't know how it was drunker than I've ever been. I've never gotten as drunk as I did that night. It was on the most disgusting, bitter, throat-burning, lung-singeing, nostril-searing fucking liquor. It was Canadian Mist, okay? It was Canadian Mist was the name of the whiskey, and it was like 40 proof. No, it was 80 proof, so it was 40% alcohol, and it was strong, and it was bitter, and it was cheap and disgusting liquor. And I drank 6 shot glasses of that, along with a big slab of lamb that was cooked on the grill, and I got so fucking wasted that we were watching Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman movie that night. And I cried through the whole movie because I was going through a breakup at the time. I got drunk really drunk, and it was my first time drinking, and I didn't know how to like control my brain and emotions while drunk, and I ended up crying all night because I was going through a breakup at the time, and I was an 18-year-old, and 18-year-olds think high school relationships are a big deal. Jesus Christ. Dude, hypers in chat if you're under 18. I'm really curious. How many of you motherfuckers are in high school right now, or less? Because I've got advice for you guys. All right, hype. You guys are hype. Good. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Okay, every relationship you have right now, outside of professional relationships and familial relationships, whether it be with like teachers, college admission officers, I think the term is, principals, your family. Every relationship with like other students, like partners you've had, anything like that in high school and before, and even in your early adulthood, like right out of high school and in college, is the most low stakes shit you can ever fucking imagine. Oh my God. Breakups when I was a teenager were like world ending fucking threats for me, like an Avengers level threat when I was like 18, 17, 16. And now that I'm 22, holy fuck, do I wish I could just go back in time to my past self and be like, what the fuck are you so upset about? What the fuck? Why are you so upset? This isn't a big deal. Like, go work on your YouTube channel. Like, you're free now. You're free. You have no obligations now. Go focus on your YouTube. That's what I would tell my past self. Go focus on other life things. It's literally practice for real life. Exactly. Because it's like when you play a game. It's like when you play a video game and you're really struggling like halfway through the game and it's like super difficult and you're like, fuck, this can't get any harder. But then you start to get better at the game and then you get towards the end of the game and now the game's really gotten hard and you're like, fuck, if only I could have told my past self that the game gets harder. It's very similar to that. Yeah, of course, when you're a teenager, these things feel high stakes. It's because you haven't experienced anything else. And with age and wiseness, you start to get, a little bit less ridiculous. I've started to believe that in the idea that youth is wasted on the young. It really, really is. Youth is wasted on the young. An emphasis on wasted. Because young people cannot use their youth, usually, to achieve all that much. And by the time you've gotten the amount of wiseness that allows you to engage with the world in a more healthy way, well, you've already lost all the benefits of being young. Like, I'm 22 years old, okay? Like, I'm not 18 anymore, right? Like, I'm an adult now, all right? I started doing this when I was a kid. I was like 18 or 19 when I was 17 when I started doing this. I was 17 when I started doing YouTube. Technically, actually, no, I was 18. When I was 18 when I first started putting out YouTube content, just barely, just by a few months. And now I'm 22. So things change a lot. Your perspective evolves significantly. Yeah, Lonnie, exactly. I guess my point is that if anybody in the chat who trusts what I have to... Because, like, my parents gave me the same advice when I was a kid, Lonnie. My mom would give me the same advice. Older people, adults, elders, just generally gave me the same exact advice as what I'm giving right now, and I never listened to it because it's like, yeah, okay, boomer. Yeah, whatever. Okay, dude. Yeah, okay, boomer. It just wasn't really something... it just wasn't something that people realized wasn't that big a deal, that I realized wasn't that big a deal, and I guess it'd be nice if anybody who's in a similar situation, or anybody who might be in a similar situation, might hear my words, and while they might not take seriously the words of their parents or their grandparents or anybody else, maybe the streamer they like and listen to the political opinions of, and that streamer's advice, maybe that'll reach them on a level that, other elders that have given them advice and encouragement in the past haven't, right? That's my thought process, right? Like, seriously, even if times are really bad right now, holy shit, stop being excited to grow up. If you are under 18 right now, stop being excited to be 18, no matter how bad your situation is. I wanted nothing more when I was a kid than to be 18 so I could move away from my parents and be alone and live alone. And now I would literally give anything to go back to those days. I would literally give anything to go back to those days and have like a moment of the nostalgia of my childhood, sitting at my computer. Even the times when I was grounded on the like sitting on the couch wishing I could play Minecraft when I was a kid, because my mom would like ground me from playing any video games for like months at a time for no reason. Even I'm nostalgic for those times even. So even if times are really bad for you right now, just enjoy them while they last, because you never get them back. You really, really don't. You never get any of it back. Oh, big one. Hypers in chat, if you get really fucking annoyed when you're somewhere and your parents try to take pictures of you. Hypers in chat, if you get super fucking annoyed when your mom or your dad or whatever stops you and says, wait, let me take a picture, and you're trying to look at something or do something and you're super annoyed and pissed off. I used to be the exact same way. And now I'm sitting on stream, or now I'm off stream and I'm thinking about those times and I'm like, fuck! I wish I'd let my mom take more pictures so I could show them on stream. I wish I'd let my mom take more pictures so I could look at them and think back to those memories. I wish I'd let my mom come into my room and just take a picture of me while I'm sitting there watching Yogscast videos back in 2010 so I had a video of that, a picture of that existing so I could see it. My mom does that randomly. It's weird. It's not weird, Caesar. It's not weird. Once you get older, you'll completely understand it. You'll completely understand it. Obviously, if you're trans and you plan to transition, maybe pictures being taken of you is something that you're not a big fan of. But like, broadly, trust me. Nah, I was ugly. I don't regret it. I was ugly as well, and I regret it. I regret not taking more pictures. I regret not having more I regret not taking more pictures with my grandma before she died. I have a good amount of them that my mom took, but there were a lot of cases where my mom was like, here, let's take a picture, and I said, nah, I don't want to. I want to climb this. I want to climb these rocks. We're in North Carolina or whatever. And, I glowed up like crazy, Kimbell. Holy shit. I glowed up hardcore. I think I have a picture on my Instagram of what I looked like when I was a kid. It's like probably pretty far back. No? It's not here? I thought I had it somewhere. It was like me with some prairie dogs or something at like Busch Gardens. Huh, I guess I didn't post it on Instagram. I thought I did. Anyway, it was before I got braces. I had buck teeth. I had like, you know, not the straightest smile and everything. So yeah, things cringe. Things make cringe. All right, really quickly. I think it's starting. So we got to hop in there. Oh wait, no, it's not starting just yet, but it's about to. So get ready. Get ready. So I don't think the server will have a problem. The Minecraft server is going to have a problem with this panel. I don't think it's going to. Ooh. Wait, hold on a second. Give me a moment, chat. What is this? End task, motherfucker. End task, motherfucker. Thank you. That's right, baby. End that fucking task. There we go. All right. Oh, we're getting pulled in. We're getting pulled. Oh my god. It's starting.
How's it going?
Good. Hold on. I'm gonna have to boost
Hello.
your audio probably.
Hello?
Second here.
Dad?
Huh? Did you call me Dad?
What? I was doing a sound check.
Okay, whatever. Chat, you heard it here first. He called me Dad.
Wait, relax.
I'm just still confused about the I saw my dad's dick messages.
Whoa.
I'm still confused about that.
That's old.
I still don't know the
news. Come
story.
on.
Oh, that's so old. It's an old joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an old
I
meme.
thought it would be funny to.
Would you say it's a
One
dad
second.
joke? Is it that old?
It's not a dad joke.
It is quite literally a dad joke. But by definition, it is a dad
How?
joke. Because it's a joke about a dad.
Oh.
That's not what dad joke is, for fuck's sake. A dad joke
All
is
right,
like a
well,
sick.
listen, you call trucks lorries and windshields windscreens, all right? Let's
Yeah,
not get into an argument.
What about the school shootings, bitch?
Hey, listen,
Yikes.
our
Wait,
American
okay.
children have the best accuracy out of
Yikes. Wait,
any children in any country.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay?
what's your...
Show me one other country
97%?
where the children have a higher KD than America, okay? Our children have a higher KD than yours, okay?
Oh.
Look, I was just
Where's
doing a
Nick?
thing where I was trying to escalate things, okay? Like we do in over here.
I'm
Let me bother Nick.
I'm memeing, okay?
Playing
We're
Destiny
memeing.
2.
We're having fun.
We're having a good time.
He's playing Destiny 2. Okay.
And anyway, Xanderhal, sorry, I need to talk to you about something actually.
Sure.
I released a video recently that featured you, and someone in my chat said that you had a problem with me a little while ago. I just wanted to check what was going on.
I did a cringe and I misinterpreted like the intent of your video. I wasn't aware that you were doing like broader drama content. I thought you were making like a call out video on me. So I did a cringe and I didn't watch the whole video, and then someone was like, right afterwards, someone was like, wait, no, Chud's not shitting on you, he's just covering the drama. And I was like, oh, okay, well now I feel bad. So yeah, that's the story behind that.
So we have insecure behavior that led to problematic decision making.
It is insecure behavior, I'll
And
give
then
you that.
ended up with
Wow.
more insecure behavior.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
yeah,
by the way,
sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. Small announcement. It's not really. I'm not shilling or anything. I'm actually inviting you all. I'm doing a little bit of a Christmas event right now, where I've made a Minecraft server. I've invited people who are like verified to have subbed or donated or whatever to my channel, so we don't get griefers and shit on there. And if any of you want to join, hit me up on Discord, and I'll invite some of you guys. Feel free to hop on. I'd like to have DemonMama on, StarDust, Chud Logic, Nick Diorio. I definitely would like to have on. Critically Thinking Veteran. You guys can, yeah. Any of you, if you want to come on, hit me up.
Oh,
He's
nice.
Like,
Thanks.
An
left out
afterthought.
Nacho and
Wait,
just barely
didn't I-
wanted to
didn't
throw
I
it
ju-
in at the end for CTV.
I
Like,
just invited you to the Octagon, man. Come on, bro.
like, what is this?
I invited all of you. The list. I'm
Wait,
just
hold
listing
on,
like the
hold on.
names.
This
Wait,
guy and I
wait,
can't
wait,
even
wait.
get an invite. What the fuck?
You know, I don't mean to be like that, but didn't you just say that like the left's big problem was like getting offended over like nonsense things and misunderstandings, and now
I
you're
mean,
literally
I think this is
complaining
an
that like
online
your name
person.
happened to come last?
It's true, but you didn't see me like overreact on Twitter and then like have to redact in a voice call, though,
Yeah,
did
that
you?
was you
I
guys.
don't know. Right now you're right
Yeah,
now
that was you guys not knowing how to read.
You're reacting on
Chat,
Twitch.
okay?
reacting on Twitch and having a big whiny crybaby fest about it. So I don't know.
Well, Nick
now
will
I'm
be
having
here in a
right now
few
I'm having
minutes.
Conversation. Although a minute ago I was having a conversation, all I'm having now is a conversation with a child.
All right, everybody be quiet,
Hey,
okay?
that's not
It's
nice.
it's my show, okay? Now I just want to make one announcement. Nick will probably be a few minutes late. Apparently he walked away from his computer. I don't know what's going on. People are saying he's jerking off. I hope not.
ESP moment.
That would be really
Wait,
weird.
why do you
but,
hope not?
Just
Let
be
the
like me,
man live
just
his
jerk off
life.
while you're
Okay,
streaming.
well, why are you telling me? Don't tell me. Anyways, as usual, Chaos Cast will probably be starting 5 to 10 minutes late. In the meantime, I will ask you all, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling amazing. I've been feeling the Christmas spirit, the Christmas cheer. I'm really, really in the seasonal, like, festive mood lately.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've been
Disneyland today.
good too.
You went to Disneyland?
I sure
Hell
did.
yeah, bro. Did you get some Mickey Mouse ears and wear them?
No.
Bro, come on, man.
No. My
Enjoy
wife was
yourself.
My wife was wearing the Mickey Mouse ears. Yeah.
Enjoy yourself, okay?
I
Put
just-
some
I
Mickey
walked
Mouse
in-
ears
I
on.
walked into the castle because I wanted to see if there was a building out there that was big enough to be able to hold my ego, and even that castle was not.
And the
big
wolf
enough,
pack?
but- Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's what it is.
So with the
gotta
wolf
find
thing,
a
it's
bigger
not like
castle, I
your is
guess.
CTV. I had a quick question.
You'll
for you.
find
Is the
one,
wolf
man.
Thing, is the wolf thing like? Is that your? Is that like a furry thing? Is that your persona? Like, or do you just like identify strongly with wolves?
Yeah, is it your xenogender?
Yeah, is that what's going on here? Because I don't know.
CTV
there
is
was a lot
valid.
of talk about it,
Chud,
and-
logic, you can't make those jokes right now, okay?
I'm very kidding. I'm
Why
a big
not?
proponent
Oh,
of xenogender,
okay.
of course.
Oh,
I just
sorry,
wanted
Stardust.
to. I just didn't want to, you know. I know CTV had, he's very into the wolf thing, so I just wanted to make sure, be fully respectful.
I guess maybe the question that you have to ask yourself is what made you think that I wanted you included in anything to do with my bedroom?
What has to do with your bedroom?
You're asking about.
Wait, oh, wait.
Clearly There's a
Oh, I'm
sexual
sorry.
implication, right?
I'm
And then
so sorry,
you
I'm
include
sorry.
Yeah, that's a
yourself in
kink.
on that.
That's a kink, right?
Thank you. I
Yeah.
really appreciate that. I super appreciate you being upfront and forward about, taking the knot. I'm a big proponent. Think that's sick as fuck. I didn't ask about that actually, but that's fine for you to volunteer that information, and I appreciate it. The question was answered, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. I now know
And
hey,
what do you know
everybody.
exactly?
that you like to take a big doggy knot.
That's
I
what
mean,
you
you
got
were
out
wolf
there?
hat, right?
That
Yeah, I did.
sounds- That sounds about the level of intellect that I would expect.
Okay, let's
on.
chill with that, Homs. We're just 5 minutes in, okay? All right. Nick, are you there? I see that you joined.
Sorry I'm late. Wow, Jesus. Off to the races. I
I'm
should be
sorry.
on.
Look, all of your chat. I typed "excuse me" in your chat, and they all said you were jerking off. So I decided
Oh,
I
okay,
would like.
good.
Yeah,
Well, they know not to interrupt me. Yeah.
I'm sorry for.
Well, that's what I said. I said
I'm
let
sorry
him live
for-
his life, man.
Yeah, jeez.
That's fine. It's fine. I just chat didn't need to tell me. Okay, that's all.
The man needs a post-nut
asked
clarity,
and
man.
answered, dude.
You know,
He's coming
there's
into-
actually
he's
like
coming into-
some
He's
data
coming
that
into
supports
chaos.
the
He has to be ready for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some
I
data
think
that actually
that's true.
suggests that MMA fighters perform better after jacking off right before a fight. So maybe it's like debates.
True.
Maybe if you jack off right before a debate, you
This
perform better.
again. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
say this again. The real secret is to jack off during the fight. Nobody will know what to do with that. It completely.
I mean, at
throws-
that point, you're gonna win by default because the
Wait.
person's not gonna want to fight.
Well, that's kind of true.
Or they'll kick
Like
you out.
if somebody starts bullying you, the best like line of defense is always like, do it more. You're you're really turning me on. Obviously, do it more convincingly than that. But like,
Well, you-
but then
Yeah, just
people will
pretend-
stop.
yeah, all you have to do is just pretend that you're really into it and go, "Oh no,
Yeah.
Daddy, please don't hit me anymore, please. Oh my God, don't beat me anymore, please." You just pretend really good, and if you're really convincing, you might actually have a good time.
I'm canceling everybody in this call. I'm sorry, it's
Holy
over.
shit.
It's
Please.
done.
Look,
The
look,
actual
gruesome.
move.
All I'm
the actual
saying-
move is just post that one meme where it's like when I tweet something controversial, then turn on vibrate notifications. Is to post that meme, and that'll get the point across. If it's on Twitter.
I don't know what that means, but
You haven't seen that
Um,
meme?
no, I'm very
Stardust,
out of touch.
I love your outfit tonight. I love your outfit.
Thank
I just gotta
you.
say. It's
Thank
sick.
you. I am a fish for all
I
of
can
you who are
tell.
wondering. Thank you.
I can
Thank
tell.
you.
You look very, very radiant, splashy, and ready to breathe water.
Thank you. Thank you. I actually can't swim, so I would drown, but I appreciate it. I'd like to imagine one day. Okay. I'm gonna do the intro now. So just give me a second, all right? Chat. Thank you for joining us. Why the fuck would you do that, chat? Why? Okay, interrupting me with alerts. Thank you. Okay.
It is Chaos Cast.
Thank you, chat, for joining us for another Saturday. As you know, Saturdays are very special to us because it's a gathering of the most intelligent minds for the most intelligent topics.
Or me talking to you guys.
We explore the truth that others are afraid to seek out. And you, the audience, determines who is the biggest brain here. So, thank you once again. I farted. Wow, really great. Great. Thank you, chat. Okay.
Bless you.
Why are you guys like this? Some smoke Can you guys stay on topic? Thank you for joining us once again. And now we will do intros. For intros, I guess we can just start from top left. Mr. American Nacho.
Yeah, I'm American Nacho. I play a lot of video games, and then I got into politics and started yelling at people on the internet. Now I host the American Octagon every Wednesday. Pretty spicy, right-wing moderated debate panel. And yeah, it's pretty fun. And we did a little after party. Last one, a little open panel action. It got pretty spicy. Me and StarDust yelled at each other, and it was really fun. Okay, we drank a lot, so you should check it out. Thanks for having me.
Instigated a fight or two, but
maybe.
Chud Logic, you are muted.
Sorry. Hey everyone. I'm Chud Logic. If you know who I am, you know who I am.
Missed one block.
If you don't, you're about to find out, and I feel sorry for you for that. I hope you enjoy the show. That's it. I don't know. Let's go on. Continue.
Wow, so enthralling, amazing. Mr. CTV.
I am critically thinking veteran. Y'all know who I am. Thanks for having me.
Great.
Awoo.
Hello, everyone. My name is DemonMama. I am the unequivocal queen of the rising queer underbelly of the internet. I am a professional comedian who once did a great bit, if I don't say so myself, called The Gay Aristocrats. Go ahead and check that out on YouTube and other Pornhub, other websites that you like that. I have never, ever, before anything gets good, I have never said the C word. I would never support any sort of racial-based white people bullying or Mayo side or any of those things. Those things are terrible. I just want to make sure that we got that out there. She, her, Demon Mama. You can find me at demonmama.com/live. It's awesome. We're cool. We're warm and cozy. And it's Christmas. Merry Christmas.
What's going on, guys? My name is Nicholas Diorio. I'm a YouTube commentary channel. I don't do politics, but I show up on these and talk about politics. So that's pretty much me. What's going on?
Xanderhal.
Hey. Hey everybody, my name is Xanderhal. I do left-wing political content. I do some gaming stuff as well, and if you enjoy that, then you'll probably enjoy me.
All right, for the first, I guess like intro thingy, do any of you guys have pets?
No.
Oh, I do.
Yes, I have 2 pets.
I have a lot of pets.
Actually,
Oh,
3
God.
pets.
I don't like where this is going.
Look, I'm just asking. Okay. Why don't we go around? Everybody tell me about your pets. What pets you have.
Oh my fuck! What is this? But this is fucking boring, isn't it?
This. I don't think it's gonna be boring at all.
No.
I can't wait to see what
just
she
do
says.
it. Just do it.
Oh my.
I'm afraid to.
Just
I
tell
think
us
I know where this is going.
Dude,
This
don't
might
bring
be
my pets
the
into
eating
this.
dog
Innocent.
discourse.
I'll actually
This
fight
might
you.
be the dog eating
All
discourse.
right, I
There's
have,
no
I
innocent
have,
on
questions
Twitter.
on this show.
I have 2 dogs, Pickles and Olive. One is Mutt, and then the other one is mixed.
Someone filled my house.
Half
with
black
fucking
lab,
salmon.
half black German Shepherd, and they're both puppies. They're barely like a year old. And then I have a bearded dragon named Reptar.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can get him and bring him in here if it makes me the winner of the panel.
It would.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Chud
I
Logic, do you have
I need
pets?
community. I need written,
Okay, listen, I don't have any pets, but I do want to say something, okay? If you'll allow me. It's in the form of a question, is that okay? Actually, no, I can do it as a statement, right? Sorry, let me just say it, okay? Could you imagine if a human egg was fertilized with dog semen and what sort of horror that might create?
Yeah, thank you, Chud
Might
Logic.
create.
Why?
Thank you, Chud
On that.
Logic, for that. That's not where I was going with the question, but thank you.
My pleasure. Continue
Yeah.
on.
CTV, do you have any pets?
Yeah, I got a cat and 5 dogs.
Wow. Wow, what about you, DemonMama?
Oh yeah, I love pets. Pets are like my favorite thing. I have one pet that's a dog, 2 pets that are humans. It's really, really wonderful. And I love my pets. My dog Yoda's fucking great. And I wanted to say, that was a little bit of offensive, Chud Logic, but just for the viewers at home, you now know what it looks like when a human egg is fertilized with dog semen, and it looks sexy as fuck. DemonMama.com. There you go. See?
Hell yeah. Nick?
Okay. I have 2 dogs. They're both small and adorable. And I'm not a big dog person. I like the fluffy little ones because I'm a badass. And yeah.
Nice. Xanderhal?
Well, I have a cat named Luna, and she's like 11 years old, pretty chill cat, just likes to lay around. And I've got a little teacup Yorkie that weighs like 2 pounds or something like that named Emmy, and she's just adorable and just kind of runs around and kind of snarfs at people and stuff. She's Yorkie. I mean, there's not much else to say. Very small dog, very cute. Those are my 2 pets.
Very nice. I have no pets, but I used to. I had a cat. But she's kind of like an old lady cat, So
Oh, she's
she was
12
very
now?
chill.
Jesus, Luna's old.
Okay, topic 1. Would you rather kill and eat your pet or never orgasm again for the rest of your life?
I fucking
Never orgasm again. Easy question. No matter what pet it's been throughout my whole life, 100% never orgasm again. There's like
why
so
not?
much
Okay.
other shit in
I
life
was
you can
gonna
do
regret
besides that.
this.
Because like
got-
killing and eating your pet will probably at least for me, would probably destroy my life. Like that's something that would keep me up at night for the rest of my life, and I need therapy for it. Like the amount of
Okay.
money and resources I would lose from going through something like that, because I do love my pets a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Like I guess it depends, right? Like if I had a pet cow that was basically just the cow that I'm raising on a ranch to one day eat, like that's a whole other thing. But like if we're talking my cat or my dog, that would fuck me up. I'd rather just not come ever again.
Okay,
fair enough.
do I have to kill all of them, or could I just pick
Just
one?
one.
Fuck. I don't think that made it any easier.
That made it easier.
Wait.
for me.
This actually might make the question easier or harder. Can you still get hard? Can you still have sex? You just can't come, right? That's it?
You do not experience arousal, and you do not come.
Oh, none whatsoever.
All right.
Nah, it can still work.
Sorry, buddy, you
can
gotta
still
go.
figure ways out with that.
I feel like that makes it a little bit easier, right? Because if you don't experience the arousal, you don't really need to come anymore, right? It's just
Yeah,
kinda
but is there an urge? Do you feel in your brain like an urge, but you just can't nothing can happen to
If
to
I'm
even
not
get to
gonna
that
miss
point?
it, I
or-
don't think I'd care. But if I'm gonna miss it, I mean.
Okay,
Sophie's
here's
gotta
a
go,
follow-up question. What if the only thing that makes you come anyway is killing and eating your pet? Then
you have to
it's
kill
not really
another
much of a
pet every
choice.
time.
It's not really much
Right,
of a
well, that's
choice
an-
because you're already in the situation where you haven't come in your life because you haven't.
Well,
killed your
then
pet.
you should probably take the latter and just stop being aroused, because you're killing a lot of people's pets.
Yeah.
You also need to ring
Or
up
your own.
Killing your own
THC and
pet.
have them do an episode of a TV show on you.
I've got
not
a
a bad
question.
idea.
I've
Yeah, but
got,
that's
I've got a biology question as a if you're a dick haver, okay, with balls
Okay.
and cum,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Because you're not
I
orgasming.
don't have balls, but I do have cum.
Okay. Are your balls gonna fill up because you're not coming, and eventually you might have a problem, and you have to get them drained? Say,
Huh?
would that be a problem?
Fuck, you're right. I take lock and load. Like I could
Wait,
die.
is it
Xanderhal would die, yeah.
is it like breast milk? You have to
Eventually,
express it.
yeah. Eventually, you got to, if you just.
Is
have
that
fun, you can
real?
just
There's no
create it,
fucking way
whatever.
that that's real.
did you-
There's
you
no
didn't
way.
know?
It's
didn't
real.
know?
I mean, kind
Haven't you
of.
ever
It's
heard of
real.
Haven't you ever heard of splody scrotum syndrome? It's really bad. Okay, it's like a serious problem. I'm really happy that Chud Logic was willing to bring up such a bold
Well,
topic. It's something that's
Actually,
not discussed.
if you don't, I think if you don't jerk off or whatever or come, eventually you have a wet dream or whatever, and then you come. But if you wouldn't be able to do that because you can't orgasm, it probably would make your balls like massive. I'd imagine. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but-
Does the body constantly produce semen? Because here's the thing, though. So for me, I take this this thing that was made by a podcast
Here we
I
go.
watched
Here
called
we go,
PKA,
everybody.
called Lock and Load.
Okay.
And
So
I can confirm. I can confirm,
like,
regardless
Alex
of how
Jones
much cum you
supplements?
make
yeah, what are
already.
you showing us your
Regardless
Alex
of how
Jones
much-
supplements
wait,
on
wait,
Twitter?
Hold on.
Regardless,
We don't need your InfoWars supplements, all right?
Wait,
Look,
stop,
if wait,
stop.
I have a clarifying
Discussion.
question about the question. Can you pick the time that you do it?
that
The
you do
time
what?
that you do what?
Right? Okay, so like my bearded dragon, he's probably the number one select. But I'd like to wait. Like he's only got a couple years left in him anyways, right? He's
Well,
already
then you won't
past-
be able to come for those couple years, okay? So.
Well, here's the thing, though. I wanted to get this in because this is important. Because Xanderhal is inevitably going to plug these cum pills all over the place. But here's the secret: you just look at that goddamn ingredient list. You can make your own for about $100 a month, or $100 for like a 6-month supply, instead of getting scammed into that bullshit. Yes, they do work. The cum pills, of course, they work. Absolutely. You want more cum? Do it yourself. Look it up. There's fucking recipes everywhere. There's a whole
work,
bunch
chat.
of very
They
easy to
work.
verify things.
They
Don't fall
really
for
work.
Xanderhal's grift. He just wants you to buy his ball pills.
Well, they're not my
Xanderhal,
ball pills. I've got
aren't you
nothing to do with them.
21 or something? Why do you need
I'm 22.
like? Why? Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
what
you
the
don't. I
hell?
don't need
Hey,
them.
whoa,
I just
whoa,
like
whoa,
them.
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
never going
Excuse
back.
me.
True.
Semen deficiency is a problem that affects people of all ages and sexes.
I'm sorry. My
Sorry,
That's
apologies.
fine. That doesn't mean we
Species-
can't shame them for it.
Why would you shame him for giving the love of his life the
Because
load
it's fun.
that she has always wanted? No, you can shame him for selling grifty cum pills, but you cannot shame him.
I
for
think I could
wishing
do
for the
both.
cum
I think
Wait,
I
I'm
can
not
shame
selling
him for
any
that
pills. What?
What
And
is
shame
it?
him for buying InfoWars jizz pills. Okay.
The
Okay,
pills are
so
called Lock and Load. Jesus Christ. That's
Xanderhal
awful.
takes cum pills
It's a
every
it's a
day.
meme.
brother.
Why?
Okay,
What?
what is-
How does it feel to say I take cum pills every day?
Dude, yeah, and why are you taking cum pills just to bust nuts in your hand? What's happening over there?
How do you
I'm
think
not
it
gonna
feels
lie.
to bust massive nuts and have orgasms that are 3 times as long as the normal person?
Dude,
I don't
you're
know.
the
It
only
feels
guy
great.
who
I'm
watches
never going
porn and
back.
You're like,
God.
God, mine has to be that big, dude.
This is
Wait,
the
hold on.
gayest shit I've
Well-
ever heard in my life.
Look,
Listen,
that's what we're talking about.
listen.
Ooh, we're gonna get
If
gay.
I'm nutting on somebody, they better look like a fucking
Dude,
freshly
Xanderhal's
glazed
the one that
cinnamon
clicked
bun
on the
afterwards.
banner on
Okay?
the side that like nobody's ever supposed to click on. Oh,
Okay,
shit.
okay.
Not
So,
Really easy.
so just for
Homemade
a
cum pills.
second.
Homemade cum pills. Poppers. There you go. Have a fun night. Okay.
Okay, but just a second here. Okay, you can train yourself to do all those things, right, dude? That's not
What do you
like
mean,
a
like
thing that
edge
you need
yourself
pills.
every day? You
Yeah.
just take some pills every day, and you just have like 3 times as much cum. It's great.
You can't
It just
train.
What are you
multipli- it, like,
doing with all
multiplies
that
how
extra,
much
though?
cum
Like,
you
where are
have.
you?
Sorry,
Where
What
are
am
you
I
putting
doing
it
with
all?
all the extra cum?
I guess
Sorry,
you're
yeah,
right
You're
about
like
the extra
storing it in
cum,
mason
but-
jars for the apocalypse, or like what's going on over there, man?
Oh
Look
my
at it,
god,
there's
not
plenty.
Cold
There
Jar
are
Island
plenty.
again,
There are
please.
plenty of willing participants who would
Okay,
like
okay,
to
hold
have it.
on.
Okay?
Just there's a couple of things I'm a little confused about here. There seems to be like this seeming understanding
happening?
on this panel that like people don't like cum. I don't know if you know this, but there's like a lot of people who love to have.
People like cum, yeah.
Yeah, they love it. They like to have buckets blown on their face, and in order for someone to have buckets blown on their face, you have to have somebody who can produce buckets. Xanderhal is a brave boy for stepping up to take the pills necessary to blow cum bucket loads.
Wait, can we
Now, I
read off some of
disagree.
the side effects on there?
I can
Yeah,
tell
No,
you that.
there aren't any.
Depression,
It's at least as
suicidal
far as
thoughts.
I know.
There aren't any publicly.
It's like all the
Happy
stuff in these
happy
pills
wife,
is stuff you can just
happy
buy at the store.
girlfriends, happy, you're blowing out all those condoms, increased fertility. I mean, come on.
Wait, blowing out condoms is not a good thing. Okay, if you're wearing a condom, you're trying not to get anybody pregnant. You don't want to be fucking
Depends on your
blowing the lid
perspective.
off.
Depends on your perspective, right?
I mean, yeah, there's
I
a
think
sort
if
of
you-
breedable thing.
We're not advocating stealthing
Broken
here.
condom kink.
Yeah, we're trying to keep that sucker on there, okay?
Dude.
Well, stealthing's not when the condom breaks.
Oh my
That's...
god, the condom breaking hurts so much. I still remember. Like, it's been a long time, but like, I still remember the pain of that, man. I still remember the pain.
Of a condom breaking?
Yeah, inside you during
What were
the
you
act.
using? Like were you using like an industrial strength condom where like when it snapped, it was like a, yeah, it's like when one of those monorails with the little cable, it snaps and it like cuts a tree in half.
If you just imagine like when you throw like an aerosol can into the fire and it just explodes, like, yeah, that's what's happening in there.
It's not even that. It's like the condom itself, kind of like part of it when it breaks, right? And then there's still the friction because initially you don't realize, right, that it broke. And then there's the friction, and then whatever friction the condom, I guess, kind of like I don't know, it like kind of bunches up at points, and then like then it hurts. Yeah, it hurts really
Yeah,
bad.
it really sucks. You know what else? You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like when your like foreskin snaps while you're fucking, and then it bunches up.
Huh?
Please.
True.
What?
Yeah,
and you just have an unwanted circumcision.
I don't want to.
DemonMama
No, I meant
knows.
like a partial. I meant like a
Please.
partial blowout.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
a
like, it's like a tire blowing out.
and then you gotta fix a flat it, right?
Can we just
Exactly. You're onto it. Yeah.
Can we
you
just
know.
like
We're on the
take a
same
few steps
page.
back from the dick?
I have a
What the fuck
question,
are we
though.
talking about now?
Wait,
Well,
he didn't have any
all due
problem.
respect,
Wait, are you being phallically objective? Like, you didn't care whenever StarDust was talking about it, okay?
I
And all of a
care
sudden
what-
we started
it's
talking
not-
about
no, wait.
penises instead of vaginas, and now all of a sudden you're upset, okay?
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
first
getting.
of all,
I
wait a
can
minute.
almost feel it. Okay. The
So,
penile
well,
tension, as in like it's
we're
gonna
talking-
break.
There's a
like,
word
we're
for
worrying
that,
about
okay?
penile
There's an
pain.
ism for
Wait.
I
that.
can immediately fix this. The first thing
Can
you
your
need to think of.
foreskin really snap?
Oh my
Of course
fucking
I can.
God.
Well, and like any
I
skin,
mean, it
can.
depends on how committed you
Ooh,
are.
ooh, ooh. Imagine this, okay? For those of you, the foreskin havers out there, imagine if somebody took like a piece of paper and just went, and then, it just pops right up.
No, please, stop. Just stop. There's no
I
need
have
for
a
this.
question,
There's
I have
no
a
need
question.
for this.
You're right.
There's no need for
Well,
this.
there is a need. This is
Back to
important.
the topic. Would you rather eat one of your animals, kill and eat one of your animals,
Look,
or
alright.
never come again?
This is
Wait,
the
okay,
hard
so this is
answer.
related to the topic. This is a clarifying question. The reason why I brought up lock and load is because what if there's something you can take that reduces the amount of cum that you produce? So then now you don't have to worry about the full balls one day just exploding and killing you.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You can't come ever again. So.
Taking
But my point is, what if you took something that just completely makes it so that your body can't produce cum anymore, and so you don't have to
tired
worry?
of hearing about this cum discourse. Frankly,
Alright.
chat is bored out of their fucking
The
mind
fucking
right
the
now.
correct answer
Shut
is
the fuck up! I've been sitting
No,
there being
CTV,
quiet
I gotta
for
get
a
this
fucking
in.
while,
I've been
right?
waiting
I've
to
been
get this
I've
in,
been
bro.
being quiet for a fucking while, right? So you're gonna sit there.
Well, yeah,
and
you
you're
didn't have
gonna
anything to
fucking let me
add. I
speak.
have something to add,
Because
CTV.
this-
yeah, we got good
This
Christian
whole fucking-
conservatives on this panel, man. What the fuck?
This
hold
whole
on.
fucking discourse is just silly as fuck. It's so fucking silly, in fact, right?
True.
That I'm going to tell you what the easy
Tell 'em.
fucking choice is here, right? The fact of the matter is, the reason why they say that there's more than one way to skin a
Oh,
cat
that's cool. Someone made a
is
village.
because there's more than one
Someone made a
fucking
map
way
of the
to
village.
skin a cat, right?
True.
So it's real easy, right?
Oh.
Human beings, right? We are the caretakers of everything, right? And we got to make sure we take care of ourselves before we can take care of anybody else. There's the philosophy. Easy cheesy, motherfucking real easy.
Okay, fair enough.
So, what you're saying is
Um,
basically that you haven't come in years anyway, so it doesn't matter to you.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't.
I have
say
a question. I have a question. Hey, Xanderhal, does it make a noise when you come now? Like, does it make a gun noise?
It looks, sounds, and has the effect of like a mortar shell going off.
Is it like a plasma rifle
right.
from Halo or something?
It's like it looks like Covenant technology is being
Nice.
used. Yeah, it's
That's-
it's hilarious.
Nick,
it's
you
funny.
wanted to
The reason
answer,
I got
right?
it is because it's a hilarious amount.
Yes, the
It is.
correct answer is 100% that animals live way less than I do, and I matter more. So, yeah,
yeah.
the dog's got like what 7 or 8 more years left. I mean, I got a few more.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gotta join Team Pet Death, I guess.
Yeah, if you go
I
like
think-
20, 30
look,
years out,
he's-
now you don't have a pet and you can't come, and
He's
you have no other
got-
options.
He's
Yeah.
got a couple years left, Mr. Reptart, and he's trying to run away anyway. So I mean, look, I could give him a solid 6 more months. Okay, if I really just for my boy, because he's been such a good pet, I could do him a solid as a memorial. I'll give him like 6 more months, and then I gotta eat him. I guess he's going on the barbecue grill. Shish kebab.
If I'm gonna give a serious answer, no, I just wouldn't come. Like, it's not that hard to control yourself. I'd be fine. I'd be more than fine. I love my pets. They're fucking sick, and I wouldn't want to kill or eat them, for really any reason. I'd be fine. I'd find some other things. I could dive deep into art. I could, which I already do anyway. So like, I don't know. I'd be fine. I've had so much sex. Like, I've had so much pussy. I'd be fine for the rest of my life if I couldn't do it anymore. But pets, you only have one life. How many pets? I don't know. I think pets are great. So.
Okay.
For those of you who are eating the pets, how are you cooking them?
Well, I got to do it big. I mean, because I can't just like kill him and then eat him raw or like a savage. I got to give him the proper.
It's gotta be a celebration.
Exactly.
Like a fucking fire roast. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I have to make.
It should be a celebration.
I have to
If
make
it's-
like
if
a
it's your
Thanksgiving dinner, and he's got to be the centerpiece in the table, man.
That's
I
it.
can't. Yeah, I can't
You're
Like
fucking.
an
also
apple in his
trying-
mouth or something?
Yeah, it can't be like a fucking McDonald's like fast food. Like, let's just
Yeah,
throw him in the
no,
fucking
no.
microwave.
No, you
Yeah,
gotta-
I mean-
you gotta- yeah.
Yeah, he's not a
No,
fucking hot
see,
pocket,
this
man.
is
He's a
all- these are all,
gourmet
like- these are
dish.
all, like, this
Matter
is
of
like
fact,
pussy.
you know what? I'd be willing to put back, say like maybe a month or two, just to make sure we get everything, get the muscles.
Oh, yeah.
tenderized, you know what I mean? Like get them fattened up just right.
Oh
make,
yeah,
Make sure their last days are happy, right? Just as happy as they can be.
and we gotta smoke them, like barbecue style, for
Yeah.
like 12 hours.
Yeah,
Like it can't be. Yeah, man.
For me, if I had to choose to eat the pet, I would invite all of my friends over, and we would dim all the lights down, have candlelight only, and then I would just pass the animal around while alive to be bitten from. I feel like that's the only real way to do true honor, is you need to have like a horrific ceremony that shows that you chose coming over your pet.
Yeah,
And so
You gotta put
make
like
everyone-
pentagrams on the ground.
That's-
uh,
I don't know.
That's
You don't have to
terrible.
get. I'm not gonna
Well,
involve
that sounds
Satan into it, but-
painful. That
Wait,
sounds
actually,
painful
someone
for
in
the
my
pet.
chat just made a good
Of
point.
course,
We
yeah.
literally spay and neuter our pets all the time, and they seem pretty happy, even though they can't do it.
Yeah, and fucking women get hysterectomies and men get fucking vasectomies, right? What's your fucking point?
Wait, but this is different though.
Wait,
having
spaying and
yeah.
neutering is not the same as getting a vasectomy or a hysterectomy.
Really?
That's
So
not
what's
how
the
that
fucking
works.
point of both?
They're similar. Okay, hold on.
To stop the fucking male or female reproduction system from being
Okay.
able to function.
The neutering
normally,
of
right?
they're
male
not-
dogs
they're not-
specifically, as well as male cats, is
I'm
to
glad
prevent
you're
them from
being
doing
introduced to the
activities
fucking
that
English language
ant dogs
tonight,
and
They're not
cats
right?
tend to
There are
sentient
do.
beings.
These things for words are called
Territory-wise.
synonyms, right? This
Yeah.
is your introduction.
They're not
To be
sentient
fair,
beings either. Like,
So to be fair, I used to have a cat, and
How does
he was fixed. I believe.
CTV not know how
Well, I know he
neutering
was
animals
fixed,
works. He's
and
had
he
dogs,
still humped
right?
everything.
true.
He humped everything,
still
and he
do
never
it.
stopped humping things. He was an asshole.
I mean, I can understand that. I can understand that completely.
Wait,
I
so-
mean, wait, what do you
Oh,
mean? Oh, Chud,
no,
were you about to? Were you just gonna interrupt me? Talking
I was
my
about to
very
in-
first
Wait.
struggles?
I was, yeah. As long as I get to speak next, I've got an important question for Xanderhal, okay?
Okay, well, it's okay. You
You're
go
gonna,
ahead.
what? Are you gonna ask him about coming again? I'm tired of
Yeah,
hearing
dude,
about
ask
this.
him. Chud, ask him.
This 21-year-old,
22.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, listen.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
I'm legal.
I was
Feel-
just going to say, I don't want to. Obviously, I'm streaming as well. TOS is a key to me, but it takes me back, Xanderhal, what you just said, to a debate you had with a vegan, and you talked about there was a certain group of people on the other side of Mars, and if they had to be genocided in order to feed you, and you'd accept that. I think you know what I'm talking about.
How the fuck do you remember this? This was like a year and a half
I
ago.
see
How do you remember?
everything,
This is from when I lived in
motherfucker.
Florida.
That's
I'm just
Chud's
wondering-
specialty. Chud's specialty is being able to dredge up old things you thought were gone, and
That's
and like a
because
nice-
he's
like a-
actually
like
an
a Christmas
artificial
ghost.
intelligence. He's an
That was
He's an
when I was
AI. That's
playing
why it's
through
taking
Dark
this long
Souls
for him to
1 in
announce that he's going to get a
Florida
camera.
a year and a half ago.
I'm just interested to see what your take on that is now. Would you still genocide the you-know-what?
Okay, so for those that don't know, I had a debate with a vegan named Ask
No, wait.
Yourself.
We want you
and-
to answer the question. We don't want you to recap it. Okay, that's
Okay,
for.
no context. Okay,
Context is
we'll
not
just
allowed here. What do
uh,
you-
no
what the
context.
fuck?
All right.
Yeah, where do you think
no,
you are?
I mean,
This is live stream fails. Just tell us what happened.
Yeah, true.
I mean, in the argument that I made, yeah, it's still true. We're kind of doing
What's
that. If you make the
still true,
argument that
Xanderhal?
animals if you make the argument that Ask Yourself did, that there are people out there whose mental capacity is the same level of that of like a cow or a dog or whatever, then yeah, I mean, essentially you are doing the moral equivalent of doing a genocide of like mentally disabled people, if that's your standard. I disagree with it.
But you would
though
eat your
Ask
pet.
Yourself seems to agree. No.
Well, then you're
Wait,
not.
hang on a sec. So wait a second. So
Consistent
you would eat. No, wait, this is important. This is important, right? So you would cannibalise.
It's a
mentally
completely
disabled-
emotional
you would-
position
wait, listen,
that I
you
like
would,
cows.
Listen. So you telling
Yeah.
me you would cannibalise a mentally disabled person, but you wouldn't eat your own pet? Is that correct?
You would eat Boblax?
Oh my god!
Stop! No, wait, we can't bring people's names to this. Now we're okay. So we're going full in on the cannibalism
This
discourse
dude's out
now.
here snacking in
All
mental
right.
hospitals, man. What are you talking
Now
about?
listen,
You can't
listen,
just
all
publish
in
it.
the chat.
listen.
What's going on here?
Chat, there is
Streaming's
a poll in the
tough
chat.
lately. I gotta
Click on the
get
link
food,
and
all right?
vote for your favorite. Whoever
this
won
is-
the argument in your eyes. Continue, panelists.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that what the inevitable conclusion of this conversation is: arm all kittens, give dogs laser guns, give nukes to dolphins, and let them fight for themselves, because it's about time that animals get free of the chains. we
Bro,
put
you know what would happen? They would kill each other
And arm the disabled.
because they're all focused on procreation and territory dominating. Okay,
on. Dude,
they would
what?
Now,
murder
I
each
wanna
other.
think
That is
Three.
literally
Every
I have to contest that. I'm so sorry.
I mean, we're doing the same thing, but we have a little more like self-awareness. That's the only difference.
Animals are so much smarter than you give them credit for. That is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Do you know how
But
many
they're
different
not.
types-
They're,
Wait,
they're
stop,
exactly.
stop. No, I'm
Wait,
sorry, I'm
no,
sorry,
they're
I'm
exactly
sorry,
as smart as we give them credit for.
Please,
That's
for the
why
love
we
of
only
God.
give them
That is
credit
the
for
dumbest
that.
thing I've ever heard.
We just
Wait,
now
wait.
named octopuses sentient, or like whatever we did. We gave them
Yeah,
like
because
rights
we're
or something.
fucking.
We found out
because we're fucking
octopuses are,
stupid,
like,
not because of
one of
them.
the
They were
smartest
sentient
creatures on the
all
planet.
along, and we were just like, oh, it's just a squiggly thing.
All right,
because we're fucking
prove it.
idiots. Wait, what do you mean,
Octopi have been found to
prove
be one of
what?
the smartest
you just said
animals
that all
on Earth.
animals do is care about like territory and shit. No, dude, there's so many different types of animals.
Because
You
it's
think-
observable. What do you
Wait,
mean?
wait, I'm
Right.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Is the
I'm sorry.
new
Do you think-
topic-
This is a common
wait a minute,
trait
wait a
with
minute.
every
Pause.
single animal. What do you
Everybody
mean?
pause. Pause for a second.
Didn't we
pause
find
for a
out
second.
like
brain.
octopi are the
All right,
smartest
both of
animals
you,
on
both of you
Earth?
pause. All right, question: do we want topic 2 to be whether animals have sentience?
Sentience, or do we want to say whether? Like, I don't know. That's
Oh,
a hard,
come
that's a
on.
really hard
Backpedal
conversation.
away.
Wait, sentience? Wait, I will not back down on this at all. Like, sentience is just a really hard standard. Do I think that animals should have rights and should be, liberated? Yes, 100%. No questions asked. And also, I think that the idea that all animals are basically like a cartoon wolf that just fights over, property, when you have like ants that are like literally billion-member hive minds, birds that flock.
Right, but
dolphins-
they compete with other species. Birds do the same thing, and so do ants. They compete
Wait,
with other
wait, oh.
I
species
don't
that
know
move
how to
into their
phrase
territory.
the topic
What are you
here.
talking about?
Talk about a backpedal. So now you're saying that animals surviving is the same thing as animals just killing each other for territory? What the fuck? That is the biggest.
My
That's a
point
bad.
was that.
That's a
Do you
backpedal.
think that? Wait, my point was that if you armed animals, do you think they would do anything different than what humans do with them?
Totally
What the fuck do we do with weapons?
stupid.
Actually, okay. Here's
Yeah, but
topic 2.
You think that all the
Okay.
animals would just like form Avatar and like kill all the humans?
Maybe that would be awesome.
No.
All right. I will
Otherwise,
let
we
you
would've
guys
already done
continue.
it.
I'll let you guys continue. Just give me a second here, okay? Chat, new topic. Okay, this is part 2, okay? The question is, would you eat a mentally disabled person, but not... Wait, sorry. You would eat mentally disabled people, but clocked. I'm trying to go with this, but I don't know how you phrase this question here. But not your own pet that arguably has even less mental capacity.
So we're Cannibal JF now. That's the strat.
Okay,
No,
anyways,
we're just Xanderhal.
should animals have rights, and what rights should they have? That's topic number 2.
Okay, that's a better way to word that. Last
Yeah.
time.
Ooh, should
Yeah.
animals have rights, and what rights did you say, or what animals?
And what? Let's just keep it broad. Should animals have rights? And if so, what?
Sure.
Yeah, animals should have rights. They're living, breathing, feeling creatures,
No.
and yes,
We
should
need to like
They
give
should
some
have free
definition
speech.
on rights. Like, what are we
They
talking
should have
about?
free
they already-
speech for starters.
Wait, Head logic.
True.
The funny thing
I
about
think
that, the funny thing
animals
about that
have
is they
freer
actually-
speech than humans. Okay, they're
do
probably
have- yeah,
slurring
humans
it
have
up
freer
all the
speech.
time, and nobody's
They
fucking
probably
cracking
are.
a whip on them. Okay, I haven't seen a single fucking dolphin get banned on Twitch.
Look,
It's a blissful
animals
life.
have
Maybe dolphins
strict
just aren't
Second
racist.
Amendment rights. You can't take the weapons away from them. They
Ooh,
have the
I
right
do
to
agree
bear
with
arms.
that. I agree with that.
Bears
100%.
have the right to bear
They
arms.
do have the right to
Wait,
bear
hold
arms.
on. Like,
If
do
you take
know
them
that,
away,
like-
they'll probably die.
Do you
So-
know that like? Do you know that like?
They're like
there's,
Americans.
like, like 5 years ago that we finally banned using like donuts and shit to hide bear traps in, so that like bears would just wander into bear traps and then die, and then they'd like die in agony over like the course of like a week, and then some fucking lazy hunter would be like, oh, I got a bear. That was like just banned in our country. Like,
Wait, do you think hunters are actually out there like looking for bear? You know, bear meat is like one of the most dangerous meats to like eat.
Yeah, good.
Like, most hunters don't want to kill bears. There's hunters that kill bears in certain areas because they need to cull the species so that they don't overrun like the elk or the deer. But most of the time they're not hunting them for meat because their meat is like ridden with fucking worms and parasites all the time.
Yeah, good. And I hope
typically you don't really eat bear.
I would like the bears to have guns so they could shoot the hunters back. That would be sick.
Right,
Pretty sure bear is not. Like,
Bears don't need guns.
They don't go
Yes,
like,
they
looking
do.
for eating them. They look for them to make like I don't know, like rugs and shit, or like put their head on the wall. Isn't that the point? Like, oh, I killed this bear with a bear trap over the course of a week. Look at its head. Isn't that so
like,
cool, guys?
Back
Aren't I
in
good
Florida,
hunter?
they only
I
did it
mean,
with like
if you're
problem
using a bear
bears.
trap, it's probably because you have like some kind of like farm. You have like cattle or some shit that you're trying to protect. I don't think people are just throwing up. I'm sure there's probably one or two, but I don't think generally. I don't think hunters are out there just throwing out fucking bear traps. Like, hey, let's just fucking get me a bear today.
In my home state, it was a huge political issue actually, whether bear baiting would be banned or not, because it was so.
What's your home state?
My home state is the state of Maine. Have you ever heard of it? It's kind of like Canada, but a little bit more.
I don't know until you tell me. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's cool. So, but yeah, give the bears guns. Fuck stupid lazy hunters who see a thing on TV and go, "Ooh, I love that," and then they just let the body rot out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, fuck those people. Yes, animals absolutely deserve rights. Humans,
Do you realize that
I don't know,
other
excuse
hunters
me,
that
I don't
actually
know if-
hunt fucking don't let people get away with that shit either, right? The
Wait,
population that you're speaking about are like the lowest of low, and most people, if they witness that, would probably like take care of the situation on site and then like take the bear's paws and then maul them across their face like, oh look, you just got mauled by a fucking bear. Just saying.
I mean, well, I agree with you. We're not in disagreement that like bear baiters and stuff like that and like fox hunters and stuff like that are like the lowest of the low. I agree with you on that for sure. But I just think that animals absolutely
I didn't
deserve
say a
rights.
damn thing about foxes or anything else. So before you even start trying to include the words agree with me, make sure that it's something that I actually said.
Okay.
Okay.
Fox
What are we
hunting is
talking
pussy
about?
shit,
We're talking
though.
about rights. Like, what do you mean by rights?
Yeah, that would be my next question. What type of rights should
I looked
they
up.
have?
I mean, this is like the first thing I looked up on your bear thing in Maine. There was like there was a problem recently with the bear population. It was like growing too fast. Yeah, it was like reaching it reached like 36,000 or something, and then they said that it started to become a problem. I don't know, like
nothing to do with bear baiting.
I mean, but if you're talking about them like people trapping bears or hunting bears and that being an issue, then like it's not that you having an issue with people trapping bears is not the same as like the bears are gonna fucking wipe out every other like species.
I actually don't know what you're talking about. That sentence did not make sense to me.
All right, well, good job.
Were you congratulating yourself on failing to put together a sentence that made any sense?
You brought this up and then you didn't know anything about it. Like I don't know what else to say.
I
Here.
didn't know anything about.
There was a bear problem, so like they started letting people have more license to trap and hunt bears.
You're literally making that up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about bear hunting licenses. I'm talking about bear baiting, which was banned in Maine like a decade ago, and I voted on that because bear baiting is barbaric and disgusting.
Okay, maybe.
The matter is that she don't want.
Wait, sorry.
Maybe we're on two different things. But you just said there was a problem with
You
like
wanna,
just
like, bring
killing
back-
and trapping bears generally.
Ooh, do we want to go to like the old school style of bear baiting? Do you guys? Oh, Chud knows about this. You know about what UK bear baiting is, right? Do you guys know what UK bear baiting is?
No.
Chud, do you know what that is?
They have bears there?
What's that? I've never heard of that.
Okay, so bear baiting in the UK is a different thing than what I was talking about, but also disgustingly heinous. What would be done is basically a bear would be caught and tranquilized or otherwise weakened. Then they would chain the bear to the tree, and then they would release their hunting dogs to eat the bear alive for entertainment. This was a form of entertainment in like.
Wait, how long ago are we talking? Like.
I don't know, I mean, how long ago? I mean, it was like it still happened up until like the 1800s. But is that like the kind of thing?
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone would do that now as like a kink or something.
Yeah, I mean, you.
Ooh. You mean like have a bear and then a bunch of like puppy players, and then they go in and they like all fuck. Oh, that's ethical. That's
No,
super.
you just have Xanderhal popping fucking dick pills and just jerking off in the corner, right?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's
I mean, would you be up for that, Xanderhal? I don't know if that's your cup of tea, to be honest.
It'd make that room pretty gooey.
There you go, man. Xanderhal's willing to take one for the team.
out with bear baiting, in with quote unquote bear baiting for kink.
I'm baiting.
Hell yeah, I'm here for it.
So, I guess I have no problem with hunting. I actually I think hunting is
Bullfighting?
if
Stopping
you're
the
gonna, if that's how you
conversation?
get your
Not.
food or whatever, that's super dope. But I do think it's kind
know
of
anything about bear
sad
hunting.
that pigs are smarter than dogs, and we keep them locked up the way that they are, and I don't know, they're in such bad conditions a lot of the time
Unfortunately,
that
they're more delicious than dogs. I mean, I didn't make
You
that.
do you know
pork's
that?
overrated.
Have you
Bacon
had
is the
dog?
only good pork. Every
you
other
had
bit
dog?
of pork is kind of meh.
Nick, have you had dog? Can you say that objectively?
Oh,
Don't
God,
answer
Can I make this joke? I'm not making the joke.
Plead the
Never mind.
fifth.
You
Yeah, I plead the fifth.
Use your
on that
Fifth
one.
Amendment.
until you have dog, then just saying.
I feel like I could make a
so-
guess and agree with. I feel like just guessing.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know if you can just guess.
No,
That's hard. There's
I
some
don't-
surprisingly delicious things.
I don't have any problem with getting to a place where we're not eating animals anymore. But we gotta start. We gotta speed up this growing meat from a little tray in a lab. We're working on it, and it's
I'm
a
so
thing
excited
already.
about
Yeah,
Me
but
too.
it's still pretty expensive. So I mean, that would
just-
be the best option, I think.
I'm just waiting for the guy in Florida who got arrested for fucking an alligator that he zip tied in his backyard. That dude is no longer going to be going around fucking alligators, because he's gonna just make an alligator pussy out of the lab that he has in his home.
I mean,
I
think that's
didn't hear
significant.
about this story.
Unironically, I think that if you created a lab alligator pussy instead of fucking an alligator, that's significantly better. It resolves.
Okay, but wait. All right.
So, Stardust, as a Floridian, I need to ask you, which alligator fuck are you referring to? Because this has not happened just once.
Yeah,
Wait, there's more
well,
than one?
Yeah, it's Florida.
oh, yeah.
There's lots of
Holy
alligators
shit.
and lots of crazy people.
I
What do you
think
think's
I
wait a
remember
minute.
hearing about this
Okay.
7 to 10 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. So
All right, wait. Here's a serious question, though. Okay, because I think we could all agree that humping animals is probably not a good thing because they can't give you consent. But
A few other reasons.
if you're going to do that,
Sorry.
isn't
Let me
it
sit down
fair? Wait, hold on. Isn't it fair that you choose a predator like an alligator or a big cat that can damage you and kill you?
I don't
mean,
think
if
it's
he's
fair
cha-
because
if
you're
he's
still
chaining
raping
it
it.
That's different. That's different if he's chaining it up. But let's say this was your thing and you
This-
weren't chaining it up.
There's just
Do you
an
think that
important
that's
detail.
Are you going?
How-
to,
how would you
is this
determine
the
consent?
McAfee argument? Is this the McAfee argument where
There's the-
McAfee was talking about the whale and he was like, "Well, the whale could have killed me if it wanted to, but it didn't."
I don't know.
Wait, you know that?
I'm just
that
asking
actually-
questions
John
here, okay?
McAfee's an amazing man. Was amazing.
Look,
man.
if you're able to wrestle a
Happy
bear to the
fuck
ground,
yeah.
I don't think that gives you the right to fuck it. I don't know.
What
to
if
be
the
honest
bear
with you, I'm very concerned with some of these.
You wrestle a bear to the ground, you don't think you have the right to fuck it? You just
Yeah,
took
What
out
I'm
a fucking
saying,
bear. You just
I'm
took
Yeah,
out
not-
a
but the
fucking
bear's
Look, if
not-
I wrestle the girl to the ground, I don't think I just gained the right to fuck her.
No.
Whoa, we're talking about a bear. There's no
Hold on,
difference
bro.
between a
Why-
bear and a
Relax,
female,
dude.
Right? One, two.
Okay.
It's a fucking bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I
I'm
want
sorry,
to
but this
fuck
is
a bear?
important. This is important. I feel we're missing a detail.
Just for the
here.
thrill.
well, wait a
think
minute.
all
Wait a
these-
minute.
Thrill.
We don't ask for consent from animals when we eat them, right? So why are we asking for consent from animals when we fuck them?
These
out a
fucking
bear.
animals is
That is
gross.
a great question.
So
we
I'm
have
so
a
happy
bit
you
more of a
asked that
visceral
question.
reaction to
What
it.
an interesting thing to
I
think
mean,
about.
has anybody else not seen The Reverend? Right? If
Wait.
Leonardo DiCaprio would have actually been able to take that bear down, right? What I would expect in the next scene would have been the release of all the tension. That's what I would have expected. But instead, he got his ass kicked, which is to be expected, right? And he's lucky his ass survived. So in the fucking crazy ass world that apparently everybody likes to live in here, right? Is if you actually take down a fucking bear and that's on the menu for you, I'm gonna be like, well, that's what you want to do. Go right on ahead. I don't give a fuck. You took down
Okay.
a fucking bear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
I-
now
I'm-
we now know the approach. We now understand that critically thinking veteran does indeed endorse bear fucking. Incredible.
Look, as long as you're not look, wait,
You gotta do it barehanded.
no weapons.
Dominate the animal. Bestiality's fine.
No weapons. We're talking full-grown adults.
Yeah.
And no zip ties, no tying, nothing. If you can do that barehanded, I feel like we have to allow you to do that.
Well, okay, yeah, I'm just saying.
Look, that
I don't
bear
know
needs
why
to
we
get out
put
of the
this.
ecosystem, right?
I mean,
I don't know why we put this specific thing around sex when we don't do it for actually like killing the animal, right? And so by that, what I'm saying is like, if I wanted, if there's some person who's like brain dead out there, who's just like a vegetable, why shouldn't I be allowed to like eat them?
Wait.
I mean, they are a
Okay,
vegetable. I don't know what. I think that's why they're called a vegetable.
This is take. Okay, I'm going to bring it back on track because
This
that's
is
quite
a
controversial.
Christmas
okay?
creeper,
What I'm gonna
guys. If you
ask
see one
is
of these,
this,
you kill it on sight.
I feel that there's very
'Cause they drop
reactionary tendencies being
sometimes,
displayed
hopefully.
in terms of people saying about
This
consent in
Christmas
animals,
spices.
right? I feel that the
Need those for a lot of
underrepresented
crafting
zoophile
recipes.
community
It's
is
rare
not being
material.
represented on this panel.
please.
Although I'm not a zoophile,
No.
I'm going to put it out there and say
fucker.
zoophiles believe that
fucker.
animals can consent. They can give non-verbal cues, like their dog will look at you like, oh, hello, and then you can, whatever, get on the red rocket, presumably. So I just want to throw that out there to the panel, okay?
Okay, so there's two things I could say here. First of all, StarDust asks a good question, but sidesteps something very important, which we must recognize, which is that how do you think we get new meat? How do you think we get more milk? If your answer
By
is,
humping animals.
If the answer is the stork delivers us new animals, no. The answer is we rape animals. We mass rape animals. We forcibly inseminate animals. We make them rape each other so that we can get more meat. And yeah, it is really interesting. Yeah, literally.
Based.
Well, that's real
Nature,
life.
though. That's
what
kind of
was
that
that?
happens in the
Nature
wild
is
too.
rape.
Wait, do you want to know the process? Hold on, I'll explain the process. They put a dildo in the bull's asshole to stimulate its prostate. They fuck the dildo they fuck a bull in the ass with a dildo to stimulate its prostate to make it come, so they can get semen to artificially inseminate females. Or they'll do it by hand, or they'll use a mating post thing or whatever, where there'll be like a guy inside who's like jacking the fucking bull off like Francis had to.
Imagine being the dude who jerks off the animals at the farm. That shit.
That's an actual job. That's an actual
know,
job.
It's an
I know
actual
it's an actual
job,
job.
and there's an episode of Malcolm in the Middle about it.
All
Like
right,
I
listen,
said.
listen.
Wait a sec.
Highly recommended.
All right, you good?
I was going to say quickly, wasn't that Vosh's job before he started streaming?
Correct. Yes, correct. Yes, that's where the Vorsh
That's why
came
he's
from.
yikers, dude. Fuck.
Divorce.
Eating
Yeah,
meat is like the definition of trust the process, because like, yeah, there's a lot of shady shit going on, but it tastes delicious, so it's pretty.
So I've got a
basic.
question.
Don't ask
for you.
how the
This
sausage is made.
This is a real moral conundrum. Okay, I have two really good questions I think will be very thought provoking for all of us. So first of all, okay, can you fuck Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo can talk. He can clearly make decisions for himself. He's definitely smarter than Shaggy. I would say, that at least from my position, if we're talking about Scooby-Doo, it would be more unethical to fuck Shaggy, who is clearly stupider than Scooby, than it would be to fuck Scooby, right? So here's the question.
Scrappy-Doo, which is child. Sorry, my apologies.
No. Yeah, I know where your mind was going. You were like, ooh, what about the kid dog?
You in the UK, man, you guys have a real issue over there with that stuff. You gotta clean it up. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, my apologies. Please
Yeah, I know.
continue.
Well, listen. So, like, that's the question: is Scooby-Doo fair game for all of these people here? Do you think that you can fuck? And here's the follow-up question. The other question is, what happens if aliens visit Earth someday? And they're super sexy. They have like huge, like 6 gigantic heaving tits, massive dicks that can do all kinds of cool shit. And they're like, we want to fuck you. Would it be unethical for them to fuck us because we're so much stupider? We're basically.
What if
just
they have
monkeys.
3 tits? Because that would be pretty nice if they had 3 tits instead of 6.
What if they have 3 tits? Yeah, 3 tits. Well, I love a 6 is fine.
Nice.
What is 3? Whatever. Listen, if they have 3 tits, 3 giant heaving tits, super sexy aliens, is it
You got the
unethical
joke.
for them to fuck us? What if we really want to fuck
Who's seen that
the
movie?
aliens?
Who's seen the
Can
movie,
they
Paul, and
ethically
knows about the
fuck us,
3-tit
or are
joke?
we the animals to them?
Depends on how smart they are.
Isn't Shaggy an omnipotent god though?
Like, do we know what's happening?
What do you mean? Do we know
Hey,
what's
Nacho,
happening?
I hate to kind of break this to you, but to have the capabilities of traveling interstellar space, you know, like massive distances, be able to get here, X, Y, and Z, like the intelligence, I would assume, can be inferred.
No, the movie was called Paul.
They're
True.
obviously.
I mean, okay, well, yeah. Well, then if they're that much smarter than us, then obviously we have no idea. So is it really like?
I just feel like there's just some people with some really weird kinks, and they're just trying to figure out ways to
Like-
meme it out. That's what I kind of feel like.
Well, wait a minute. I'm just trying to look.
I mean, you just
CTV,
admitted you would rape a bear, so.
No, I
didn't.
No, I
think we
bare hands. I'm going to be okay with that person doing what they want to do.
Look,
Yeah, that
I'm just
hypothetical-
saying.
definitely.
We don't ask animals for consent for any other part of their lives, right? I think if somebody wanted to fuck an animal, that
Nice,
there
Paul.
could be an argument for them
That's
to do
awesome.
that. I'm not into it.
I was talking
but
about the movie Paul.
Oh, of course.
Which we
Wait,
do have
I
to
do
watch.
think that there is an argument to do that. I just think that it's a morally bankrupt argument to begin with. I just think that, like, essentially vegetarians and vegans are correct. Meat eating and meat farming is fucking terrible. Humans are really bad to animals, and we've fucked ourselves as a result of that. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I think that's a pretty straightforward thing. Like, we don't ask the fact that's like, oh, we don't ask animals for their consent. That's not something we should be proud of.
So
Like,
then
it's
you
not
agree
even.
that we need
I
to
mean, we
reduce
don't
the
ask
population
plants
of
either.
pets, right?
But plants.
I'm sorry.
aren't-
What was the question, CTV?
And so then DemonMama would have to agree that we need to reduce the population of the planet, right?
No. Wait, what?
Wait, you
Dude,
don't?
like, you do realize that meat is an inefficient, like a mathematically inefficient form of gaining energy, right? Like,
Well,
it is
All right, tell us the
mathematically
math.
one of the
Fire used to go for
Yeah.
so
No, it's
long.
I don't
actually-
wanna hear the math. I
Yeah,
wanna
no
hear
way.
Wait, I
Oh, that's
do.
all
how
gone,
crucial
isn't
it
it?
is to
I
all
lost
these human
everything,
beings
huh?
causing all
There's
these
no getting that
problems we're
back.
sitting
I'll
here
never find
pointing
that.
out, right? So
That's all
you
gone.
see
I'm never
that
getting
the
any of that
Hold on, here's
back,
the
am I?
answer.
You want to know
There's
the,
no
you wanna
way
know
I'm
the
gonna be
short
able to
answer?
find all
The
that.
answer would be to just, half the population to go straight Thanos with it, right? I'm just.
I think I just
curious
lost
what
all
your
of that.
solution is.
All my,
Yeah,
all
are
my,
you snapping the
all my
okay,
diamond
what?
stuff.
Are you
I think I
snapping the
just lost
finger or
everything.
what? Yes or
We got-
no?
We got,
I'll probably cheat
So
it
we
back.
got-
Are you
we
snapping
got-
the finger? Yes or
Spending
no?
the next 5 days getting
Excuse
back
me.
to where I was. 'cause
we've
that was
got
everything I
bear
had.
That's a
rapist
yes.
Hitler over here.
Clip it.
No, actually, super
Wow.
simple.
And
Fun,
now we're
fun
going to
fact.
Hitler.
Let's let Demon Mama
You're
finish,
so
please.
confused.
Wait,
No, no,
we
right?
immediately
I'm
went to
just gonna
Hitler?
shoot
How did
myself
we get there?
Yeah.
No, I
You
ate
said
clips
that
in
you
the
wanted
game,
to
Lonnie.
genocide half the planet so that
I
you
just
could
died.
continue
I
eating.
lost everything.
The real
Oh,
short
I
answer.
asked you a
Wait, wait.
question. Whenever
Thanos.
questions
Probably gonna
get
have to cheat
asked, I
everything
realize
back
it's
in,
confusing
I
for
guess.
you, right?
What'd I
But
have, like
whenever
a stack of
questions get
iron?
asked, those are not statements being made by somebody.
Lonnie, I've
It's
said
the
stuff.
sentence
Just
ends
because
with
you've
a
heard me talking and didn't see my
question
light
mark.
up thing
It's a
happen, I've
question.
said stuff, Lonnie.
Welcome to English.
I mean, she's
Sorry,
got blonde hair,
sorry,
so that's
I
why she
wasn't,
took it to Hitler. She's
I
gonna be
wasn't- I
safe,
wasn't-
okay?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to anything that you said there. I was like, I just didn't care. I turned off my brain. What was the question from before?
Assuming
Was
that
the
it
question
was, assuming that you had one to begin with, I assume, right?
what?
Exactly.
Sorry.
English words
I
not able to be
actually-
understood. We're definitely understanding each other right now.
Okay,
Right?
if you
I don't
guys
know
if
if
you
you
guys
speak
had
English.
to fuck an animal, what animal would you fuck?
Dolphin.
I
easy.
stick with my original. I think it has
you
to
mean
be a
by had?
predator, okay? Because I have to
Guys, this
feel
is a trick
like
question. This is you guys.
I have
you
to
guys,
feel like
you
they
are
have
all
to have a
morons.
fair chance of like murdering me and defending themselves. So it has to be like a lion or a tiger or fucking bear. Oh my!
Sorry, can you restate the question one more time?
Yes, if you had to fuck an animal, gun to your head, what animal would you
I
fuck?
think it was over here.
Guess
I
what? This is
started
an easy
thinking.
one, and these two just outed themselves as fucking bestiality.
Ooh,
zoophiles.
actually,
a
jaguar.
Human.
If
A
it's
human.
specific
Humans
animal,
are animals,
jaguar.
you idiots.
What about
Wait,
a mountain
what?
Are you calling me
I
an
was
idiot?
actually gonna say a primate
Flip it
of
and
some
ship it,
kind.
chat.
Yeah,
She
well,
called
I
me an
considered
idiot.
that when I considered that
Humans
when I
are
answered
animals.
dolphin. I considered that when I answered dolphin. So
Okay, okay.
Well, I mean,
but
to be completely
actually,
honest-
humans are excluded from this. Okay, you have to fuck an animal, a non-human animal.
That was implicit in the question. Like that's where
Well, there's
like,
the
a
pumpkins we
higher
passed.
level
We're
of
on our-
Yeah,
on the right
think-
way.
detected that in it, but whatever.
Well, thanks for outing yourself, anyways. Though that was nice.
Who outed? You outed yourself. You outed. Wait.
I know you over what
outed.
am I?
Wait, that's literally what you just said. Am I having a stroke here? Like, I feel like I might
Yes,
be having
you
a
are.
stroke.
You just said you would rape a human,
Wait.
but
Can I just ask a question? So, what are the reasons that we don't fuck
Wait,
animals?
what?
'Cause it
A
seems
rape?
like this
What?
panel. What?
What are you talking about, Nacho? Who said rape anywhere?
oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Ooh, it's getting
Uh-oh.
spicy.
This is a bit of a mogus
Rape on the
moment.
brain.
Do you have anything you need to confess to, Nacho? This is a safe group. Most of us will only turn you into the authorities.
There's only a few hundred people watching. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Oh man.
Okay, that got awkward really fast.
All right, yeah. The correct answer to StarDust's question is literally whatever animal kills me in the process, so I don't have to live with what I did. But at the same point, so how do people explain why bestiality is bad? Because it seems like our point that we all seem to be going with is like intellect. So like the Scooby-Doo question: would you fuck Scooby-Doo? Would you fuck Shaggy? Shaggy seems less smart than Scooby-Doo. Yeah, but I'm just saying,
he can.
Literally off of intellect.
We know he can. We know he could.
We don't operate like that under anything else. Like Scooby-Doo, what is he like? Canonically 7 years old. So like, no, even if Scooby's smarter than Shaggy, I don't think fucking Scooby is like the right thing to do there.
That's
unless
true.
we're bringing in like dog
fucking
years or something. Like I don't know. There has to be like another threshold.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think
it's multivariate,
cartoon.
Right?
Yeah. So cartoon characters. Tend to live in a different. They tend to live by different years, right? They tend to live by our years. So it like this goes to the, and maybe this is topic 3. Like somebody said, "Hey, StarDust, if you were going to fuck any cereal box mascot, who would you fuck?" Obvious answer is Tony the Tiger. That dude's buff as fuck, and he looks like he will. He looks like he'll protect you and stuff. He's buff as fuck.
Oh, wow.
I don't care if
my gear back in.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know anything about the barbed penis, but he's been around for like 30 years, so I'm sure he's old enough, So
if I had to choose a cereal mascot, so we're doing cereal mascots is the next question.
Or animal cartoons, I don't know.
Good point, by the way. I
don't know.
Christmas
like
spice.
on one hand, if we're putting it all aside and we're like, okay, these are cartoon characters. I mean, I think the Trix Rabbit kind of deserves some love. Like he's been getting so mistreated for so long. I feel like he could use some tender loving. But yeah, I don't know. Tony the Tiger's a good pick, honestly. Tony's like a well-rounded guy. He's a fitness freak. He's nice. He's kind. He's always encouraging. I think Tony's an honorable, like a good choice. Never that fucking bastard Captain Crunch. That guy's an asshole. Definitely not that guy. Definitely not the fucking honeybee, the whatever his name is.
Wait, look, Captain Crunch can't help that his fucking cereal cuts your mouth. Okay, that's not his fault.
Captain, he
always on his
boat.
He's always causing destruction. Like, I'm sorry, every time that I call you up, I don't want you to come crashing through my walls with your fucking boat.
That's the Kool-Aid Man, bro.
No. Captain Crunch too. Yeah, Captain Crunch has a boat that bashes
do we
through
have
your wall and then
evidence of it? I don't. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I need to find. Does Captain Crunch come through walls?
Yeah, my chat does say that we should be a little bit more nice because technically he's Commandant Crunch, based on his outfit.
He's not even like. He's just taking orders. Even if he's a captain, he's still taking orders from the Queen.
It's the Queen.
But no, that's not true.
I don't know.
We're just following orders now.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
He runs.
Yeah, how many people in the Holocaust were just following orders?
Look, it's not Captain Crunch who's trying to bring flavor to your fucking cereal bowl. At the very least, he can help that the manufacturers
destroying my house in the process.
Yeah, it's fewer.
Dude, he's just.
To you.
Wait, we forgot about Count Chocula.
He's sincere. I'm sure he fixes the damage.
Oh wait, I actually have a good question.
Any of the victims
Which cereal mascot gives you the biggest Me Too vibes? Like, if they were a real person, they'd be getting Me Too'd.
The leprechaun.
Tony the Tiger.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, the leprechaun. 100%.
Actually, wait, no, wait.
Yeah, that leprechaun is... well, to be fair, that leprechaun is constantly running away from children. I feel like we need to find one that's constantly chasing down children.
Tony the Tiger.
Schools all the time that you find out was like the guy from Subway who was going on.
No, I can tell you right now, and this is gonna make sense.
Tony the Tiger
Look, it's just all about the kids, bro.
It's not Tony.
When has Tony the Tiger ever hung around
adults?
adults?
Tony's got a fat fucking cock, and he's not into that.
Okay?
Tony, it's not Tony. I can tell you exactly who it is. The biggest Me Too vibes of any cereal mascot is the fucking honeycomb weirdo. That bastard is that guy's a sex pest. You know,
the bumblebee.
Fucking what the fuck? That dude's a freak.
I'll tell you what he's better. Frankenberry. Yeah, that dude's gross.
He's got a fat dick. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Frankenberry.
You're saying Frankenberry
shoot! Actually, wait, holy fuck, you're right. I think the honeycomb guy is fucked.
I told you, the honeycomb guy. Yeah, I told you.
It's been a while since I saw him, but then I saw a picture and I was like,
What's he
holy
look like?
shit.
Some
the
people
Trix
said the
Rabbit
Cocoa
runs away
Puffs
from children,
bird,
too.
but let's be real. The Cocoa Puffs bird's got a crack cocaine problem, and that's gonna be a lot to deal with.
That's not
I
his
think you can
fault. He's
ethically
just a
sleep
little-
with that guy. I don't think you can...
Frankenberry is, do you?
I mean, I know-
vaguely
wait, I know what
remember
Frankenberry is,
I do
I
actually.
just-
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
I
you're
was I was
picking
just
on
trying to clarify what you were responding to, which question you were responding to with Frankenberry.
Yeah, there's.
All right, what if we had to pick like the
No,
most?
shut up, Nacho. Shut up.
Wait, did we already?
I
we
know
already
this
No,
isn't a
Nacho,
question,
shut
but
up.
I would
Nacho,
the
shut up.
cornflakes,
Okay,
though.
I want to hear what CTV is saying.
Well, there
Okay.
was a few questions that were out there, right? The
Okay.
last one that I heard DemonMama say was, fucking cereal box character that looks like they'd be like that. Xanderhal had the Me Too one, then the one that DemonMama had after that. That was one that looked like they had like the fucking hardest life, or they would be
Oh,
like
Christmas
the
Creeper, another
biggest
one.
fucking pervert or something like that. What was it?
No, we were still doing the Me Too. If we're talking about just sheer perversion, ooh, that's a tough one.
Okay, well hold on. I just want to. So Me Too, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Me Too.
Frankenberry, right? This dude definitely got fucked over, just like Frankenstein, right? It's kind of like kind of the same storyline. You know what I mean?
But the whole thing about Frankenstein was that like he was treated as a monster when he wasn't.
Yeah, so
That's the whole thing. He just looked like a monster, and everybody treated him. poorly. So they're kind of
Actually,
doing
it's
that experiment.
Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. Thank you.
Yeah, we know, we get it. Thank you.
So like the point still is though, right? Is that for the Me Too thing? He looks like he'd have like a Me Too. I got fucked.
Yo, what the fuck? Why does Frankenberry look like me in my clown costume?
Because they updated the art.
Okay, if we're gonna
Look
talk
at some
about
of
who's the
older
best,
art.
so wait, are we gonna talk about who's the best like at sex? If we're gonna do that one, the best at sex, or the weirdest, or the freakiest, the kinkiest? If it's the kinkiest, it's the Fruit Loops guy, because he's obsessed with sniffing things. So he's just like, let me sniff you. You know,
Wait,
he's
Toucan Sam?
Is that his name? Toucan Sam?
Yeah, he's the best. Yeah, if we're talking about who's gonna be the best, yeah. Well, he's
I
just
mean, I
got
don't
the.
know
He's
if
got
he's
the.
best. He seems like he's. A
Isn't
little
he like an
fixated-
English accent? He's like James Bond.
No, that wait is well. We know what you're into now, so that's cool. Hey, Chud,
I'm just saying.
You might want to ring up American
If he's trying to sweet talk the ladies, and he's always
Do you
cool
think that,
and
like, do
calm
you
and
think
I
that,
collected.
would I would never sleep with Toucan Sam ever.
All right, well,
Yeah,
now you're
Toucan
just
Slam.
being
I mean, I don't want to be
birdist.
judgmental of him, but he
What about
he
Count
seems.
Chocula?
It's because you're a fish, okay?
Yeah,
Birds are
honestly,
eating you guys all the
unironically,
time.
if we're gonna talk about best at sex, I think it's got to be Count Chocula, because vampires are like like they're famously like sex.
That's what I was gonna say.
he's
Yeah,
been
because
around forever.
vampire's an analogy for
Yeah,
like
literally
rape.
just said Count Chocula, so.
Yeah, but you could have
no, I
like a
would agree with you.
600-year-old vampire who's just like an incel and doesn't have any experience.
Nah,
I
it's
feel
not.
like we're
Yeah,
judging
it's
a lot of
it's
people off their
possible. Okay,
appearances.
look, people get their whole lives, and some people never figure it out. All right, I'm just saying.
Okay,
no, you wanna
fine.
know who-
Who
you
would
wanna
you
know who's
choose,
never
Nick?
I have no fucking clue. If
Nah,
honestly,
wah.
I'd probably smash the cornflakes girl. To be honest,
Wait, isn't it the cornflakes one?
Wait,
a rooster?
what?
it's the girl with the
Cornflakes
corn.
rooster?
No,
No.
Some
what?
blonde girl.
Cornflakes?
I'll put
Is
it
the
on
is the
chat.
rooster?
I
Unless
need
they've
to
changed
own
it.
this
Well, we're not saying like who would you smash. We're just saying like who would be the best at like.
It's got to be Count Chocula. You know who? You know
Getting
who
it
might
on.
one.
be
Pick
really
the
good
only
at sex?
humanoid one.
You know who might be good at sex? The Booberry Ghost. But he doesn't do sex. I imagine that he might be good at sex, but doesn't sex very much because he's just happy being a ghost.
Like he's just a coach. Like he's like, all right, this is what you gotta do.
well, he's just kind of like, no, he's just like, he's good at it, but he's like, I don't know, he's like not that into it anymore. Maybe he's like, because he's in his death, he's not really as horny as he used to be, but he probably was, he was probably the throat goat when he was alive. I just think it's possible.
He did some favors for like an exec at Kellogg's, and that's how he got that mascot role.
Maybe. That could
Yeah, I
be.
think you guys are.
I'm
I
surprised
think,
you kill it.
I think the one that would hit the hardest would probably be Fred Flintstone.
Ooh, we forgot about. Oh, you're
Wait,
not
Fred
wrong.
Flintstone
I
technically
forgot that
counts
Teddy,
as
yeah, fucking Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles, and we forgot about the Snap Crackle Pop elves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they know to work a dick.
Okay,
They're
what's
all-
the best?
3 on 1,
Well, this
and
is like,
think of the size difference.
what? Do you see this? Look at the group chat here. Look at this.
Wait, hold on.
There's no fucking way, dude. Why did they make him look like my body? That's my body type. That's fucked up.
I gotta say, actually, Fred.
Who
Flintstone,
sent you that? Was that from your Discord? Did somebody do that on Twitch?
No, I'm just saying I looked up Frankenberry and that's what I found and
Oh, I thought that was clipped together. I thought that was one image. That
No.
doesn't mean.
very
That's
I
good.
don't know.
upsetting.
I think, I really do think that Fred Flintstone is like not a bad call. Like Fred Flintstone is like he's got it together. He's good to his
true.
family. He's like a strong.
But wasn't
father.
Barney piping his wife though?
No,
I think
it was,
Fred
I thought it was the other way
I think-
around.
Yeah, I think.
I
Fred
mean-
was totally piping down Betty. Yeah.
I agree.
That's
I
not
agree. This,
fucking
I
bad.
didn't
I
think
was
I was
under-
going to
I
end
was
up
under a
agreeing with
different impression.
CTV on this, but I actually think he's got a point.
I've
You know
never
what's
seen
weird?
that show
Are there
before.
any-
It's
are there
come
any-
long before I did.
Sorry to be not to be all woke, but like, are there any female cereal mascots?
No,
The
not a good
cornflakes
thing.
lady, I'm pretty sure.
But look,
Okay, but
but
Cornflakes
that's
ladies
the
is like
that's the genius of the marketing, right? Like they're all animals.
they're not all animals. We just
They
talked
have
about
male
Snap,
voices,
Crackle,
but-
Pop. We talked about Snap Crackle Pop. We talked about Captain Crunch, who's a
Yeah, but I
dude,
mean,
who's
they're
a
a different
dude.
species.
Captain
Both of
So I
those
guess
are
here's the
dwarves, right? Or
question.
like little elves.
Never mind, I shouldn't ask this.
Yeah,
I was
but
gonna
feel
ask
like
if it's gay to
crying
fuck a
about
male
this
animal.
or, like pointing it out, it's kind of
you're a
like
guy.
you have to go over to say like the pastry department. You know, Little Debbie pretty much got that shit on lock. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But Little Debbie has to compete with the Pillsbury Doughboy. And
bro, the pill.
Pillsbury
I'm
Doughboy-
sorry, man. If I'm looking for easy snacks, I'm not getting fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. I gotta go home and put it in my oven. Like, I'm trying to get some.
The Pillsbury expects you to actually do some fucking work.
Yeah.
Little Debbie
I'm
has
trying to
it ready
smash
for
a
you.
whole box of
we're
fucking
moving- okay.
Swiss rolls like
There's a
tonight.
problem here. There's a problem because once we start opening up to dessert snacks, then you get the Keebler elves. That's going to be a little weird.
Those
Then
are
you get-
hard.
yeah,
Nobody wants hard cookies.
Keebler cookies are fine. What the fuck is wrong? What?
Yeah,
Doesn't
but-
matter if the
crunchy,
cookies are
okay.
hard, if their buttholes are soft. Jesus.
True.
Oh,
Also, listen, we
I just
know.
don't feel like Little Debbie's competing with the Keebler elves though.
Well, I mean, I would hope.
How
that
does
in
this
this
keep
conversation,
happening
Little
to me?
Debbie isn't
How does this
competing
keep
at all,
happening
But
to
then
me?
again, given the way this conversation has gone so far,
Yeah.
you know.
Why aren't you voting in the second poll? I posted it ages ago.
I'm
chat.
rage quitting.
God
I'm
damn.
done.
Oh yeah, then you got to start talking about the M&Ms, the green M&M.
What do I bring
Yeah.
up?
Big
Discord?
yellow,
Hold
the
on.
yellow M&M who's really dopey and not very funny, but we know that guy fucking slings a fucking huge schlong. We know that.
well, he's probably got a massive dong. That's how
Of
it
course
goes,
he
man.
does. You can tell by the way he walks.
It's the big dumb guys.
It's not always the big dumb guys. Sometimes it's the big dumb girls too.
Yeah, but
Bro.
you all forgot about the Applejack's frog.
Oh
That
shit!
is, actually, you're right, CTV. That guy's a fucking freak. That guy's a
That
fucking
dude-
freak.
Yeah, he fucks. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
wait,
Oh
wait a minute.
yay!
Yeah,
I think I got it.
Wait,
I think I got a new one for the Me Too answer. The Smacks Bear. That guy's a creep.
what?
Total creep. Yeah, the Smacks Bear. The
I'm
guy
not
who's
playing on
got
the
that
server
weird,
anymore.
like, he looks like he's like fucking strung out and been living in a cabin, like. somebody
Wait,
locked him in a
Discord's
cage or
not showing
something.
me anymore. What the fuck?
Dude, it's been like so fucking
Bullshit.
long. Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay,
isn't the
he's
isn't the
there I am.
Smacks
Funny is
Bear?
y'all
Yeah.
are
Poll
looking
3 in the
shit up,
chat.
I'm recalling shit from memory. Like, can you guys
Wait, that's a
when's the last
Smacks-
time y'all went down a fucking cereal aisle and just
Wait,
kinda
the
looked
Smacks-
around, see what was available?
Dude,
Wait,
I
is it
stopped
Smack
eating
the Frog?
cereal. Like
Maybe I made it mixed up with somebody else. There's a bear who looks.
there
really
is a
fucked up.
bear. There is a bear. It's a
I like
It's a golden
Golden
crisps.
Golden Crisp. That's what it was. Sorry,
Golden
the Golden
smacks.
Crisp
Yeah,
bear.
there's golden smacks and golden crisps. But the
or was
Golden
it
Crisp
Honey
has a
Smacks?
bear.
It's Honey Smacks. And there's
Yeah,
a Honey Smacks
Kellogg's-
frog.
Yeah,
There's a Honey
the,
Smacks frog, right?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
frog.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget about
That
that.
dude's
Bro!
tripping balls.
I don't recognize most of
What
these
the
cereal brands.
fuck?
I grew
The
up
first
poor.
thing that came up for the Honey Smacks was fucking boxers with the logo of the guy on it. That's
Told
weird
you!
as fuck.
Told you!
Look
Fucking
at this
told
shit. The first fucking thing I see, dude. Holy
Yeah, he's
shit.
getting
Told ya.
me, dude.
He's
Yep.
getting me too. $9.99. Yeah, me too.
I feel like I must have grown up like pretty broke because most of the a lot of the mascots you guys have been listing I don't recognize, and the cereal brands I don't recognize. And it's like mostly because I like the cereal my parents bought me when I was a kid was mostly like cornflakes and like Rice Krispies, which I really like. I actually
Yeah,
ended
but
up
you
getting a big
saw the
taste for those.
commercials on TV and you were like, holy fuck, I wish I had
I didn't
the
have
cool
cable
kids
till I was
fucking
10.
cereals.
I
didn't have
any
cable
till I
either.
was 10.
Dude,
or
there's
11.
8 kids in my family,
Yeah,
alright?
wait,
We were
wait.
poor as
American
shit.
Nacho. Wait, American Nacho. But there used to be public broadcasting. When I was like 6 years old, maybe, they made it so there was like 6 public channels, maybe,
That's
and
what
then you
we
have to have
had,
cable to
yeah.
get anything else.
Barely.
Yeah,
You
but
had
you
to
used to
stick
be
a
able to get
hanger in the back of the
something.
TV and fucking jiggle it around.
All right, boomers, listen up. Hold on a second. I have another thing that we've forgotten. You know who was a Chad though? I can't say anything about his sexual proclivities or anything like that. The Cookie Crisp dog. You got to respect a criminal that's that devoted, right?
But he had a drug problem too. He had.
Yeah,
Cookie
he
Crisp
was
dog?
kind of...
No.
He
just
turned to a
wanted
life
spill
of
the
crime
truth.
for a reason.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on. Like, why
No,
else
wait
is
a
he
minute.
doing
Tons
that?
of people. How many people? Wait a minute. You're telling me that people who turn to a life of crime in order to make it out of their background are bad? You gonna diss 50 Cent right on here? You're gonna diss anybody who fucking came from a hard background? No, that dude's working his ass
Yes.
off. He's stealing these fucking sugary snacks for himself so he can make a living in this country that fucking treats mascots like shit.
And then you wonder why nobody takes the justice system serious.
True.
I
mean,
I just want you all to know: do not ever look up Honey Smacks Rule 34. I regret my decisions.
look it up.
Don't
Rule
do
34
it.
Right
is the best thing to look up after anything at all. It's always
Of course it is.
hot.
Yeah. Listen,
Okay,
there's a lot of
so
good Rule 34, okay? Shrek, that shit, there's some poggers ass Shrek Rule 34, okay? Fiona?
Shrek is love,
Bang.
Shrek is life, the classic.
True, I got the Shrek Fest hat right now.
I don't
You
There-
know,
there are
well, I
some
mean,
If
can
we
we,
talk
can we be
to-
real? Like, can we be real about, like, the Shrek situation? We all know
50
what
Cent is
Farquaad was
weak
all worried
AF.
about, right? Like,
Okay, Ben
Shrek's
Bendu,
dick
okay.
has got to be fucking massive.
No, I
Yeah.
think
Dick
he was
And-
isn't
just a bigot.
everything.
I think he was just a bigot.
No. Well, I mean, I think there's literally a joke about him compensating by having a giant penis-shaped castle. And he keeps hiding his dick during multiple scenes in the movie. So I think Farquaad had a small dick and that Shrek had a big dick. I think that's what it is. And maybe even, I mean, we know
I'm not even
Donkey's got a
sure
big
that
dick.
like Shrek had a dick.
Shrek had a pussy.
Why are we assuming Shrek has a dick?
Yeah.
Bro.
It is an assumption.
Why
It's
are we
true. He
assuming
might have
Shrek has
pussy.
any genitalia?
Yeah.
For all we know, ogres are born out of mud. We don't know
Yeah,
if they make
maybe
it.
they hump with their ears.
That could be.
No, then
I mean,
again,
I'm open to all of these things.
Fiona
They're
as
just
an
like
ogre did have breasts,
sheer
which
mentality. They
implies,
just impregnate each other.
you know,
Maybe
like,
it's like
having
Avatar.
any-
They link their like hair. Actually, no, he doesn't have hair.
It's
Maybe they link their
telekinesis.
ears. Yeah.
Shrek did have
here's a
I
better
want to
one.
move
Would
on
you
to
rather
the next
eat your-
topic. The
Wait.
next topic is
Oh, okay.
I kind of I mix in like a semi-serious thing with this. So I figured the next topic could be what is off limits in comedy.
Dead kids in the fourth movie? Oh.
Nothing. Next
Nothing.
question.
Nothing. Yeah, it has to be nothing.
I mean,
What
as
is
long as it's
off
funny, I don't
limits in
care.
Comedy? I don't know
Wait,
exactly what
Xanderhal,
that means.
comedy isn't dictated off of what you find funny.
Or-
Yeah, sure, but I think that broadly, like, if somebody cracks a bad joke, you're gonna get a pretty silent audience. Obviously, somebody out there might find the joke funny,
Yeah, well,
but
they won't be
generally
successful
we
then.
That's the
like
system.
yeah,
That's
like
the system of
successful
comedy.
comedians tend to be funny people, right? And people who are unsuccessful comedians tend to be not as funny, or there's other reasons.
And
but
that's
yeah.
a perfectly fine system. There's no limit. You make a joke, it goes badly. The court of public opinion decides. Like that seems to be a good system that kind of works. I don't think we should have any limit on comedy, and certainly not from a legal perspective. We saw what happened with Lenny Bruce, the consequences of having obscenity laws used against comedy. So no limits at all
What
legally.
happens? Can you explain it?
So basically, Lenny
RSK
Bruce
rise
was
up, PK over
charged
this
under
panel.
obscenity laws back in the 50s or the 60s, I believe.
the Ferris
So I think that that
I got
sets
my
really
lock
bad
and load right
precedent
here.
in terms of like.
Yeah, it was like
free
a
speech.
pioneer of like free speech.
Yeah, you know,
in
like, I
America.
have to
This
say-
was in America.
Yeah, I tend to
yeah,
agree
forever.
with Chud Logic. Chud Logic, by the way, who raped and killed a seagull behind a Arby's in
Oh my
1996.
god.
I agree that there should be no limit on comedy, just like what Chud Logic, who raped and killed a seagull behind a Arby's in 1996, said there should be absolutely no limits whatsoever. We should be able to say whatever we want, like Chud Logic, who raped and killed an underage seagull
What you didn't keep saying it,
behind
you
the
said it
Wendy's
once.
in
Like I'm
1996.
sure everyone
Yeah, I
knows
mean,
my
But,
history.
like, that was funny.
This is no. This is where I agree with Xanderhal. It
It
has
may
to be
have not
funny.
actually.
Like,
It's perfect. That's
This
a
is why
perfect
Stardust-
example. this is a perfect example of people always like, oh, jokes have to be funny, but jokes are sometimes not funny the first time you say them. So right, that's the perfect example of a joke that wasn't funny the first time, but became progressively funnier the more you say it. You know. So I do that all the time. I beat a joke like into the ground until people they find it funny, and then they don't find it funny, and then they find it funny again. But I don't know.
I think it's kind of like comedy rape, though, right? You're just like forcing it on them until they laugh.
Well, yeah, you're basically
Wait, what?
like psychologically raping them with your joke. Yeah, I guess, but
Nice.
They can
I like it.
leave.
I knew it. I knew we were gonna get to e-rape.
I like it.
I just got
What?
done
I'm
with
not-
VR.
E-rape
I am.
The amount of time rape's been mentioned, I thought Destiny was here, to be honest.
well. Saw my
Alright, so
dad.
there's a
did-
cage, right? And there's a woman in the cage, and she won't be let out until. Okay.
Oh my God, please.
Wait a second.
No,
is
but,
that,
like-
is that why we're all in this room tonight?
What?
Is
Because
that why
I.
we're all here? You guys are just saying the most outlandish shit to get me ready for my debate with Destiny. That's got to be what this is.
This is
Yeah.
training.
Yeah, this is-
if you're
this is
if you're in a
debate
rape
prep
analogy
class, okay,
contest
bud?
with Destiny, you got to be ready. Okay.
I think so. So I basically have like the entire community rooting for me against Destiny. Is that what this is?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, it's
Was
like
it, wait, were you
got a-
questioning? Wait, CTV, were you questioning our loyalty to the
Not
wolf
you.
pack?
Oh, not you. I'm
Okay.
just saying,
Okay.
I'm seeing support from places that I wouldn't have thought, but it seems like.
Look, here's the reality.
He wants an
okay?
underdog,
Here's-
CTV.
Here's the
Everybody
reality,
wants the
okay?
underdog to win.
It's
It
like
doesn't-
Godzilla. It's like Godzilla versus King Kong. Okay, so you're Godzilla,
Hey.
Destiny's King Kong. Whoever wins, we all lose.
David beat Goliath, okay?
Hmm.
With one stone. That's all you need.
I'm just
One
I'm just
good
here
stone.
for mutually assured destruction.
I'm here to just get. Depending on the. Okay, well, anyways, back to the thing. Never mind. You guys continue on. Whatever.
What were we talking about?
What did I miss?
Like, I actually don't know.
Yeah, you see what just happened there, chat? Look, chat, this is exactly why CTV comes to these things, to create chaos. I just took over everyone's minds. They now forgot what they were previously talking about.
And that's
because-
where the rape was. We're back on
You
top.
see,
Whoa!
you fucking birds.
Oh yeah. What was off limits? Oh yeah, what was off limits? Okay, so
Yes.
comedy. What's off limits? I mean, it depends on what you mean by off limits, right? Like, who's making that call? Are we talking like a government agency? Like, I'm pretty against like government censorship of like most opinions. Like, I mean, like I
Most?
certain yeah, like I mean, I think there's some reasonable thing like where if like there's some reasonable lines. Obviously, I have a lot of critiques of states, whatever. But if we're going to talk about just practical right now, blah blah blah, whatever. Like I think there's some understandable limits on free speech. Specifically, like if you have like a person like running around from town to town, like whipping up an active genocide, like that to me seems like that's something that you should be able to do something against because that's like an imminent threat that could kill a lot of people. I think that's a fair thing. I think also
Yeah,
like
it's an
the
ironic
crowded,
name,
you know,
yeah, it is.
the
Chud
yelling
Logic's
fire in a
ironic,
crowded
yeah. He's
theater
lefty.
thing is also a pretty good
Or
example
progressive.
of like okay, like
Right.
yeah, you're allowed to say that, but in certain contexts, you're allowed to say those lines, but in certain contexts, you could cause a lot of harm by means of like, you know, exploiting the social contract, which is just like, oh, well, people
Sure.
don't want to die in a fire.
Like,
You can be prosecuted for that stuff too. It's illegal to like incite violence, and you can be prosecuted to a certain degree if your words end up causing harm.
yeah,
but like,
you're
I don't
saying
think
stuff
I'm
we don't agree
ready
with.
to give. I just don't think I'm ready to give the government any kind of power. Period. Point blank. To silence any kind of like free speech when it comes to when it comes to like
Well, okay,
political
okay.
ideologies
What
and
about-
political movements. You just can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so
because
so
then if the
American
wrong party
Nacho.
gets into power, they can abuse that.
Yes, obviously, but Nacho, how about this? If somebody
vape's dead.
says, "I
Not a nicotine.
if you don't do something,
definitely putting a
I'm
cap on
going
how
to
long
kill
this stream
you
can be.
and rape you." That kind of speech
Dude,
should
that
probably
comedian
be.
would be fucking crazy if they did
I mean,
that.
anybody can say that, but I live in South Carolina, and this is an open carry state, so I'm at that point. I mean,
But
it
don't you
depends
feel
on
like-
how much further that escalates.
Don't you
I can
feel like that's
defend
not, like,
myself.
really,
I don't know
like-
what the.
It's not really. I don't feel like that's a really good like response to that. Like I can
I
understand.
don't know
why-
what else.
can
What else am I supposed to do in that situation? If somebody says like, "Do this," or "I'm gonna rape you," or "I'm gonna kill you," like
Isn't that like a
I'm
death
gonna
threat?
defend
Like,
myself at that point.
If it's a credible death threat, can you just contact the police? Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
You
saying.
can, you can, but
The police is like a way that I would support the government getting involved with certain things, right?
I agree with that,
Yeah,
but
we're
you
talking
can
about,
so
like, the
you can
government
report
getting
these things.
involved with- Oh, you're-
So you can report these things, but it's really hard to convict on them.
I rage
as
quit, Lonnie. I died
it
again.
should be like
In lava.
you
I
have
also
to
died.
have some kind of like credible evidence or some kind of like you have to have some kind of supporting evidence that would show that they're going to actually commit the act. And it kind of should be that way. Otherwise, I could just call the cops on my neighbors because they won't cut their fucking grass and be like, "Hey, they threatened to kill me," and then they just cart them away to jail. Based off of my word, like they have to have their.
That seems very
especially
Wait,
if
they
I
don't
just
just
ran
put
out of vapes.
people
I
to
got
jail.
nicotine.
If somebody's making like
Can't stream
credible
much
death
longer
threats over
without
a
it.
period of time, you could probably get some
Gotta
sort
get
of like
another vape.
restraining order.
Ah,
or
shit, we
something.
don't have
can.
money for
You-
another
Like
vape.
it has to be like a repeated thing. Like they're not
But-
gonna just go, "Hey, this guy."
But that's what I'm
fucking tried
saying.
to-"
But,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. That's already in the law.
Oh, I'm
Like
out
this
of
is
vape.
already
I
common
rage
law
quit
in
Minecraft,
almost every
and
state.
We don't have enough money to buy another vape.
Well, but we're
So I
not
said.
really talking about what's law, right? We're talking about like, okay, what the question is like, what's off limits? Now, if we're talking about the state again, I think it's like it ends up being just like a weird legal back and forth. But I think that like if we want to talk about this like in a semi-serious way, like I think that there's like a lot of reasons why people have very good reason to be bothered by certain types of comedy, and also why like websites and stuff have certain restrictions on certain types of comedy. Like I mean, people do a lot of really horrible stuff, and people inspire a lot of really fucking horrible social outcomes using comedy as a shield. And I think that,
Lonnie
that
Gaming
like
Clutch.
it's
Yeah,
understandable.
but generally, people who are grifting like that with some
Well, let her
political
finish.
motive
Wait. Let her finish.
aren't gonna gain traction like that.
We
that's not
didn't let her.
true. Yeah. So there's
Let's let her
Sorry.
finish her full thing.
So I disagree with that. We literally just watched like a Steven Crowder video where the entire joke was just gay people die from AIDS. He made that joke multiple times, which is like really fucked. And to me, that just seems like blatant hate rhetoric. I don't really care. I would not argue for him to be censored by the state, but I can completely understand why a website
during
like
a panel,
YouTube
Lonnie.
might say, "Wow, this is like not something we want to have as a part of our like brand, especially like a major account." So like there is this problem where it's like I don't really think there's a way to make like a universalized rule for all speech that's going to work in every single situation. But I can understand why there are certain limits to what is
can't
considered
hear me at
funny.
all?
And also,
My
I
volume says I'm
recognize
peaking.
that people have the right to
I
not
can't
like
get
a joke
louder. There's
for
no
a
way to
lot
make
of
me louder,
reasons.
Lonnie.
And like if there's demonstrable harm from a joke, that like causes demonstrable harm, it's not just a joke anymore because it's caused some demonstrable harm. Obviously, we should have some standards for that, but like I can completely understand if like I don't know, you're part of like a community that has experienced like a violent act that like you would not be okay with, and you would want to draw a line at like people making jokes about like the genocide of your people or something.
Can we like have an example of one time that a joke led to like demonstrable harm? Like,
Oh, I mean, I think there's a lot of times.
like
that you can-
factually, yeah.
Oh, like an individual joke did X thing.
Like where we can like point from like X, Y, Z, which
I mean, it depends on how far you're going to go with harm. Like, I think there's a lot of examples of that. I think that you can. I think that like homophobic
are too
jokes
slippery.
have done a lot of harm over time. And like maybe not one single joke, but like there are numerous like gay politicians, gay public figures who
I would argue that they normalized it more than anything.
No. Oh, come on. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I mean-
Okay, so all right, if that's so, why don't you make a joke with like the N-word right now? That won't be racist. That'll normalize it, right? Like what the fuck? No.
I mean, I wouldn't make a joke about the N-word because of TOS. Like, if I was starting a joke with the N-word,
Yeah,
then I'd
I'm-
say it.
So one
That
thing
makes it
I
worse.
and I'm pretty sure the reason YouTube puts their foot down so hard is because, well, not because they want to make a
It's
public statement of
advertisers. It
because
doesn't have anything-
advertiser pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but we're not
advertisers
talking
are
about-
part of the fucking 1%. They don't give a fuck about the general population.
Okay,
Are you kidding me?
we've spun off
They only
into
get-
like
they
something. We've
Well,
started.
they give a
think
shit what
Nasher's-
affects their
I think
bottom
Nasher's
line.
on
The
the-
reason why these companies shill so hard for the left and have been pandering as much as they have been, it is pandering. Corporations doing what they do. The Pride Month flags only in countries where they're okay with gay people.
Well,
Like,
and
it's
the-
pretty obvious these companies are just trying to pander. But I would argue, in the way that you're arguing, that jokes can help normalize a certain group. I would argue that certain jokes can also normalize hatred towards certain groups. At least that's how it's been in every case I've met somebody who was like pulled to the far right, the alt-right rabbit hole or whatever.
mean,
it all starts started with like the normalization of certain ideas.
I was
humor,
following
right?
you until you.
Comedians or
Hold on.
YouTubers?
But the fact of
Like-
the matter is that every single time, right, the comedian themselves telling the joke is not responsible for the life experiences and the interpretation of language that the person that took that message that was meant as comedy into some other fucking thing. That's just ridiculous. to try to
CTV,
hold
wait,
them to
wait,
that standard.
CTV, do you like George Carlin? Do you like George Carlin?
Yes.
Would you say he was a comedian who made a lot of jokes?
Yeah.
George Carlin was known for, while yes, he was funny and he made a lot of jokes, the jokes that he made weren't just jokes that weren't meant to be taken seriously. When he went on a rant about, I don't know, pro-lifers or whatever, he was genuinely serious. He was ranting about a group of people that he had genuine problems with. He was making genuine good arguments, and the joke isn't just meant to be taken as a joke. You're supposed to derive some kind of argument from it. And that's the same argument I would make, because I know that this is somewhat related to it. The Dave Chappelle thing. No one's upset that Dave Chappelle was making edgy jokes. People were upset that the point of the jokes, the arguments he was making, were transphobic, that he was arguing against the idea of trans people being valid. And that's where I have an
Oh,
I
issue.
think he was arguing against him being valid. I think he was arguing in favor of himself being valid.
Question, Nacho, right? So,
Yeah, go ahead.
the fact of the matter is, you're just
Himself
sitting there
being valid?
complaining, right, about the art of comedy at this point, right? And you haven't given me anything as to why comedy needs to have any kind of restriction on it. All you're still pointing out is like, I don't like this form of something, so we're not going to do this, right? So
if
your
I-
justification through demonstrable harm, you haven't given an example of that, right? So, like, I still have no reason whatsoever to ever consider, even though I don't,
Okay.
I don't
I've
personally like dead baby jokes, but I don't think there needs to be like it needs to not be as a part of the fucking comedy realm, because there are other people that find it funny. You know, I think that it all has to be allowed in comedy, because when you bring it into comedy, you normalize the language for people to be able to start talking to one another and being a part of like the whole fucking comedy of the fucking world is to be a part of the fucking world.
Okay, well, I kind of, I see where people are coming from. I just want to point something out. There's a difference between being a comedian on a stage or whatever,
Thank
and then
you.
people will know, like, okay, I don't want to watch that person. They make edgy jokes. But let's say, for example, you're on Twitter and you're a trans person, and someone comes and makes jokes about, certain things which are a sensitive issue. That's different. You're forcing that on someone. You're putting it in someone's face, and yeah, you can block them, but it's still a shitty thing to do. So whilst I'd argue that, yeah, okay, it's a joke or whatever, you're still trying to hurt someone by doing it, because you're targeting and directing it at someone that you feel it's going to have an impact on, rather than just making a joke broadly and maybe accidentally upsetting someone.
There's that.
Yeah,
and
so
then
I
also
can.
there's-
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Do you... I just had
okay,
something I
yeah.
wanted to say, like, was from something before we moved
Yeah,
on.
go ahead.
but-
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, I can think of it. Nick DeOrio asked for like an example of a joke that that has done demonstrable harm. I think one that's really obvious is like gay people being pedophiles. It's not a joke that's told by a single person, but it's repeated, and people think that it's real, because why else would you joke about it? What makes that funny is that, oh well, that's just they think there's a truth in that, and that is like that has legitimately been used as the justification for deeply harming like a lot of gay people, like just because it's like an ancient joke. It's like, oh, gay people are.
Is the origin of that a joke, or was that just something that was used?
Does it
against gay
matter
people?
if the origin was?
Well,
like,
yeah,
I don't think it matters.
Because if it's just
That's
like
how it's used today, right?
Okay, but
Oh, well,
like,
no,
hold on,
actually, I see Nick's point here. It's like the Holocaust thing, right? Initially, like the original like Holocaust denial was not a joke, right? But somebody took it and made it a joke to make it more palatable, right? So that's, I see where Nick's
Yeah,
point
if you
is
just turn
here.
around and go like gay people are pedophiles, everyone will go, what the fuck? If you joke about gay
Yeah.
people being pedophiles, like that's still pretty bad. I don't
I mean,
know.
I don't
How
know.
about this?
Actually, just,
Literally, like Steven Crowder, we watched it just before this panel. Like Steven Crowder literally did that twice. He just said gay people are pedophiles, like that like because you're gay, you're grooming children. Like,
All right, back to the
and so I don't know.
though.
It's a joke, but it's like, is it really a joke? This is the
All right.
area where I get really
Yeah.
critical about
So-
comedy.
Still-
which is something I
it's
do
still
think
up
about
to
a lot.
society.
We can't just wait. Hold
It's
on.
not-
Steven Crowder isn't like the definition of comedy. When we're talking about
I agree.
comedians like Dave Chappelle and stuff like that, there are
Yeah,
people who
Dave
are stand on a stage who do like funny shit and occasionally get political, or more often, yeah. Then there's people who literally do politics for a living and they try to weave in humor to make their politics more palatable. They're two vastly
Sure.
different things.
I don't know. I don't see as much of a line between that, I guess. I don't see that there's as clear of a line between those things.
There's a reason why you think Dave Chappelle is probably funny in most places. Probably, I don't know what your opinion on him is, but I would probably say that if you watch any of his stuff, you'd probably think that he's funny most of the time, and that you don't think Steven Crowder is funny most of the time. It's because it's different. Steven Crowder used to be a stand-up comedian, but he's been doing politics for a really long time.
But he does a political comedy show. Like that's how he frames.
I'm saying,
the show.
like, but that's not as.
How is that? This is a distinction without a difference. Like it's just people doing
because it
using
sucks
comedy.
that you're gonna have right and left political like pundit comedy shows like that.
Yeah,
know.
Some of them, most of them suck. The only one who did the best was Jon Stewart, and it's because he picked on both sides. Like,
it's nothing to do with what I'm talking about here.
It's about comedy, though. That's the point. If you're pointing to Steven Crowder as your source for like who does it the worst, that's a good.
No, I would not say Steven Crowder. Wait a minute. It doesn't matter if they're a comedian or not. Wait. It doesn't matter if they're a comedian or not, right? Nick Fuentes makes jokes about the Holocaust being not being real all the time, right?
Sure, and he has like no audience, like.
I don't know.
No.
Listen, for someone who's been as banned from everything as him, he's doing pretty well.
He's lost a lot of support, and
people will walk with him.
Sure, but he's lost a lot of support, and he's been banned from like everything. So like, that's a social response that everybody had to him.
That's not what we're asking though, right? Like the fact is that again, the joke didn't start off as a joke, right? What he's saying didn't start off as a joke. He turned it into a joke to make it more palatable to the audience that he has.
I understand that, but the point that I'm trying to make is that society, that free speech is the like mediator of free speech. Like free speech is what dictates free speech. That's the point. That's all I'm trying to say here.
But come on, like that feels like a very naive view of things, right? Because we all know that like. Well, no, it's
that's
not
how it's working,
though,
right?
You could say that's how it works, but that's not true because we know that some people have way more freer speech than other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, you're pointing at people like Nick Fuentes and Steven Crowder who have lost audiences.
Wait, no. First of all, hold on a second. No, I literally.
Crowder has lost audience too.
Stop! Oh my God! Shut the fuck up, dude.
I haven't said shit for a long fucking time. She's talked so fucking much.
Okay, wait, Nacho.
Like twice.
Wait a minute.
Cart that old one out.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Guys. Everybody shut up. Okay, it's my show. Okay, I understand that you want to get your word in, Nacho, but I think it's important to let people finish what they're saying before you interject.
Well, if they go every time she says anything, she goes on for 15 fucking minutes. I've been talking for like 10 minutes waiting to get in here, and I finally said something.
That's accurate. I don't think that's been accurate at all.
Fucking check the VODs, okay? As soon as StarDust said let her finish, I let you finish, and then it was like 15 minutes, okay?
Okay, let's just move on. I was gonna bring up Jeff Dunham as somebody who I grew up. I don't know if you guys remember Jeff Dunham. He's the one who did the Dead Terrorist, puppet thing. Right? I'm sorry. I know it's like a little tense in here, so I'm just trying to move past.
Tense is good. It's chaos.
Yeah, I know, but it's like not the tension I was aiming for, but okay. So right. So I was thinking of Jeff Dunham because it seemed like when I was growing up and I was like 12 and I would see this guy making jokes about this like a puppet he had that was a dead terrorist. He's making fun of specifically like I guess a terrorist, but to me it felt like part of it.
Oh my God.
Part of it felt like a racial stereotype.
Fuck, now I can afford
and
it. Jesus.
I don't remember seeing a lot of people outraged at that.
Thank you.
You know?
What year was that? Yeah.
Well, but that kind of speaks to what I was saying too, right? Which is like that it's not easy to always tell
Sonia.
what is a joke.
You're on the server, right? I'm pretty sure you are.
Joke.
Actually, I know you are.
These things are commonly used that way. And like, I don't know.
If somehow you're
I think that there's this. I think comedy is like a really complicated subject. I think a lot of people want to take like very absolutist positions, like all jokes are okay, or like all racist jokes or potentially racist jokes are not okay. I just think the truth is that there's like a lot of context, and I actually think that the Jeff Dunham thing is a really fucking good example because like let's be real, like that the reason nobody had a problem with that was because like America was like in the middle of like a really racist
Yeah, it was like
upsurge.
1 or 2 years, after 9/11, everybody was still reeling from it. Yeah.
So Demon
And
Mama,
that's
just to
racism,
bounce off
though.
of that, like, so how would you, if you were in control of everything, how would you handle that better than the way society handles it now?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's a single way that society handles it right now. I don't think there is. Like, I think the way that I would handle is the same way I handle things like this right now, which is that I would make my opinion on it heard. Like, I did a response to the Dave Chappelle transphobia thing, and I was like, dude, first of all, this comedy special sucks. This is like really transphobic jokes. They are transphobic jokes. Should he be able to say them? Sure, I'm perfectly fine with him being allowed to say them. But like, that's fucking shit. And if people are frustrated at that, they have every right to be. And the fact that Netflix was willing to sign that and do that, that's
And what are we talking about? That was the whole point of the question. Like, you just said he should be allowed to say them.
No, not really. I was. Yeah, so I was just asking, like, what's off limits for you? I don't think I was specifically asking about, like, government.
No, but that's my point, though.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, in the beginning,
Yeah.
it was, like, government ban, like, saying fire in a crowded theater, like, as if anyone
Well,
disagrees
yeah.
with that. But, yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
you. Like, if you don't like it and you think it's, and you want to point it
Yeah,
out, like,
tune out.
that's how we handle it. I mean, like, I know these aren't jokes, but the writer of Harry Potter has written some crazy unhinged shit, and now the people that she's worked with in the past on those projects don't want to work with her anymore. That's the response to what she said.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's-
mean?
That-
So I
that
think
happens-
society.
Okay. Okay. So we sit here. I've literally been sitting here for 20 minutes, right? So we sit here, and the last thing that I said was, I see no justification for there to be any type of limits on comedy. When asked directly, which is DemonMama spearheading this thing, right? When asked directly, what would you do? The answer was, well, I don't think society is doing anything right now, and I'm not going to do anything either. So it just seems
Was that
like
my
it's a-
response? Is that what I said? I don't think that's what I
essentially,
said.
yeah, like when you break down like the 15 minutes into like a couple of sentences, that's how it happens, right? Is you
All right,
said
about
you
that.
wouldn't do anything for it. You wouldn't bring forth any legislation to
one.
actually do anything. You still
So much
think
random
Dave
shit
Chappelle
the
should be able
Pogs
to tell
down.
these
Just
jokes.
random
so
shit.
you
It's
have
fun.
no solution, and society already has no solution. Right?
Just
I
And
get it.
these
I know. I
these
get it.
things-
Demon
hold on,
Mama
these
bad. I
things-
know. Demon Mama bad. I
these
get it.
things to go back to what Nacho was saying earlier about the markets, right, which is the people listening to the jokes deciding whether or not it's a good or bad joke is all about their reaction. If they laugh, then guess what? It's comedy. It's good comedy, right? If they don't laugh, it's bad comedy, and people go, that motherfucker's on some other shit. He needs to change his material around. He picks up the vibe from that. If he's trying to appeal to the crowd and make some fucking money for jumping up on a stage and running his mouth for a little bit, then that's exactly what he's going to do, right? So the structure of how it gets fixed is in the system already. The difference here is, instead of fearing that somebody's feelings are going to get hurt, you need to have faith, right, that people are going to give genuine reactions and then hold people accountable for the shit that they do by way of their dollars, right, in most cases, because they're not going to spend money on bad comedy.
I don't think any of us have really necessarily disagreed with the idea that people should have they should have like the right to say what they say, right? But just as they have the right to say what they say, anybody else has the right to say that they dislike that and say the reasons why they dislike it and why they find it harmful, right? I think that's basically what DemonMama was saying.
That's what I said to begin with.
Well, then we're
Society
not
will
disagreeing. Yeah,
The
Society
only
will
thing I
decide.
disagree with is bringing Netflix
Right,
into
but then
it,
there was like a
bringing the sponsors into it, bringing corporate
20-minute
entities.
monologue.
I don't like that shit.
Well, but wait, but the sponsors brought themselves into it, right? Like, if you sponsor someone and they say some dumb shit and you're their sponsor, that's literally the point of a sponsorship.
I'm
like-
sure it's in their best interest to drop you, but I mean, I don't think.
Well,
these
but it's not
gigantic
just
corporate
it's not just in their
entities give a fuck about
well, it's
us.
not just in their best interest to distance themselves from you. It's also like, I mean, don't the people who buy that product also have a right to be like, hey, like I'm a fan of your product, but this shit suck, man. Like, I feel like, I don't know, this is the whole thing that gets lost in this conversation. I think that there's lots of ways to voice your opinion, and some of them can involve you losing your sponsors. And I'm not like, I don't know, I guess I don't get that bothered if like, if like Netflix makes a really stupid idea and runs a really bad special and it bothers some people, and those people say like, hey, you guys shouldn't do a deal with him again because it sucks. I don't think
There's
there's
a
anything
difference
wrong with any
between
of
like
that.
them doing a bad
Yeah,
special and people
kind of like the
unsubscribing on their
cuties thing,
own,
right?
and then
Like,
starting like a whole thing to get people to leave.
Why? What's the difference? Because like I would argue that there's not a difference, because like if he did the special that has all of the shit that bothered a lot of people in it, like they have just as much of a right to react, and maybe they're going to talk to each other and say, yeah, we want to get you taken down, buddy.
Yeah, I just
I don't
think
know.
it's-
It's a similar example then.
I just wish they would have all
collaborated.
collaborated whenever they released Cuties. I wish I would have seen a walkout from the Netflix workers for that shit too.
Okay, to be fair about Cuties, if we're gonna be real
When
about
did
Cuties,
DemonMama
there
change
have
her
been
name to
movies made on the
Amamomed?
coming of age of boys all the time. The moment that they make a coming of age movie on girls, everybody loses their fucking minds. It's not like we haven't seen movies like this before. And men have always had movies catered towards them that happen to have.
Are there
kids in
movies that
them.
literally depict actual young boys in the exact same manner, the same way?
Yes,
Pretty much,
There's
yes.
plenty.
In fact,
That were like
Evangelion.
debuting, that were
Yeah, wait,
debuting
Evangelion,
in 20
classic.
fucking 21, when
Yep.
we're aware of all this shit, and when we're aware of like the scope and the magnitude of like the Epstein trial going on and all this other shit. We know how big this shit gets. And we're still
think,
making
like,
this in the
wait,
face
did
of
you
this.
watch
We're
the
using
movie?
actual real actors.
watch the movie?
At the very least,
Did you
you
watch
could
the
get like
movie?
18-year-old actors who look
Did
younger.
you watch the movie?
I didn't actually watch the movie. I watched
you didn't even know what you're
every-
talking about.
Yeah, so you're basing it
I
off of a
watched the
trailer.
entire fucking dialogue of everything that people watch the movie. I'm not gonna watch that shit because I didn't want to. Like, I don't
Okay,
need
it's-
to. I read every
it's-
fucking
it's a-
paper
I am
about the
going
whole
to
you-
boldly
thing.
declare my opinion on something I don't know
there's
anything about.
Cuties movie
There's
from
nothing
Netflix.
needs to be
Come
more
on.
said than you have actual 12-year-olds and actual 8 to 12-year-olds
We've
actors
had that for
playing this.
centuries.
How are we?
We've had that for centuries.
So that makes it better now?
So what
Like,
about
oh,
these?
No,
other
I'm
people
just
that
saying,
didn't matter?
how come boys get
so
to have
these
these
are-
movies that
No.
are coming of age movies for them,
So-
but girls don't get to
Alright,
have
so
coming of
Make it
age?
right.
Stardust.
That doesn't make it right for them. If you
Stardust,
had
where do you
actual
stand on the
dudes
movie?
pretending to like whatever, do whatever, any kind of sexual acts like that,
Alright,
I would be the
Stardust,
same
there's
upset.
plenty
If
of
that was coming
movies
out
that
today,
do
I would be
that,
just as
though.
upset. I would be just as upset if that was coming out today. Excuse me, as I would be of this
How-
coming out today. The
how
fact
many
that it was
movies-
coming out in a different
Conversation, I haven't
era.
seen it.
Boys jerking
I haven't
off.
seen it.
Yep.
Sure, but that doesn't mean that I'm okay with them using those
Yeah,
actors
but
to
you
do
just
that.
don't.
Like,
You just don't give a shit until it's convenient
It's
for you
a-
to make like a big
No.
scene
The
about it.
gigantic viral fucking
we're
moment.
in
You
the
have people
middle
had an
of the
opportunity
Epstein
to give a
shit, and
about it.
Guys,
and this
guys,
is
okay.
this is like, oh well, this is fine.
Stardust is
Nobody
on- Stardust
cares
is
about
on
this.
point with this.
But like, God
Guys,
forbid
guys.
we make a joke about somebody who's actually from somebody who's
Basically
actually a comedian,
2022
and now we want to be
Caesar.
outraged. And
I
now
have no idea. This
now
sounds-
the
literally is
workers at
boomer
Netflix want
tier,
to like,
like,
be
well,
outraged.
what happens? First, you make a joke about. First, you
They
make
don't
a
want to be
movie
outraged about
beauties,
the
and then all of a
actual-
sudden, Miss
the
Butterworth is
actual
gone.
The actual fact that we actually had a serious like pedophile ring being busted
What
and all
does
this crazy
Epstein
shit
have to
happening
do with
in,
cuties? What does Epstein have to do with any
because
movie
we
about kids?
found out that it was like a super serious thing, and then like not even
Yeah,
like
it is
6
a
months
super
later, whatever the
serious
fuck
thing.
it was,
Pedophilia
this shit
was
is
a
just
super
dropped on
serious thing?
fucking Netflix. Like, hey,
It
by
is
the
a super
way,
serious thing, but it's not
here's some
about
more-
cuties. Are you kidding
let's
me?
let you-
How
let's
does
let you
cuties have
watch us-
anything to do with
let's
Epstein?
let you watch us do it in
Cuties
real
was on the
time.
flight log, Stardust. You
Hey,
haven't
guys,
looked it
guys,
up.
guys. Hold on, hold
Let's
on.
let you
Before
watch
we-
us do it
Can
in
I get in
real
here for just
time.
a second? Hold on. I just want to
And
remind
those
you that.
And those were just the actors that were in Cuties. Those were just the ones who made it. Imagine all the other fucking actors where they had to
This
sit there in the
is
fucking director's
you-
room and they had to be
this
like,
is-
okay,
This is you saying
now,
this,
now,
again, not having
let you
watched any of
let
it.
you watch our choreographers teach you how to twerk. Okay, now I want you to pretend how to twerk. Okay, now I
wait,
want
wait,
you to
wait,
like
wait. Is that your
grab your
problem?
crotch for the
Oh no!
audition.
Young
Okay,
girls
okay.
twerking, that's a huge
8,
issue when girls at the
12-year-old
age of 10 are getting into palms in high school and junior high school. Are you fucking
What
kidding
they're
me?
okay, the lack of their
They're
parents like being able to
cheerleaders.
like
They're
control their
cheerleaders at
shit.
the age of 12.
That's not good either. That's not healthy either for
just
them to be
notice that you-
twerking
wait,
Maybe
anywhere.
I'm just used
Wait,
to
wait,
being
wait, 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 wait!
objectified.
I want to say something. I want to say something.
Jesus
Finally,
Christ.
Listen. You don't want to know what's funny about this? First of all, this motherfucker hasn't even watched the movie, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know what the movie's about.
I'm
He's
not
like,
gonna
"Oh, it's
watch that fucking degenerate shit.
Secondly, it's really funny to me that you would complain about like cuties apparently being offensive to you, and then you would make a comparison between.
All I said was that I wish that Netflix
idiot.
workers would have walked
You are
out
a moron.
for that. All I said was that I wish Netflix workers would have walked out for that too.
Damn,
Wait,
good thing
that's what I said.
good thing they caught Epstein, so you knew to stop raping kids. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't seen Cuties, but I will say that everything about the marketing for that movie was definitely pretty sussy, especially the poster.
Nobody
but
had.
But from my understand, but I will say, from my understanding of things, because I did read about it when the discourse happened like a year and a half ago. Apparently, the lady who made the movie said the movie is supposed to be like meant to bring attention to the
what it's supposed to be. Okay,
but I understand it's a little bit distasteful in execution.
The point of the movie. Okay, the point was to point out that how social media affects things and how the culture is affecting things. But that's like making a movie. It's like making a movie to point out how bad murder is and murdering somebody in the actual making of the film. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Nacho,
nobody got raped in the making of the film.
12-year-olds, and you actually showed them and taught them and choreographed how for them to like twerk and grab their crotches and do all these sexual shit.
Sorry, Nacho.
Like,
I'm
what
gonna
are
tell
you
you something
talking
right
about?
now. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Okay.
Holy shit.
No. Okay, wait a second. No adult teaches you how to twerk. Okay, when you're 11 at the school dance, you learn from the other girls. It doesn't matter. We all fucking knew. We were shaking our asses at 11. Continue, Nick. Your turn.
No, we weren't.
All right,
okay.
I'll try to
You
explain.
weren't.
Nobody at my
shaking
school.
my
When
ass
you
when I was
grow
a
up as a female, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. You can shut the fuck up, okay? I'm sorry. Just a second. When you grow up as a female, you learn to deal with being objectified from a very young age. I can tell you that from a very young age, I didn't consent to being objectified, but I was, okay? I learned how to grind my ass on the dance floor at 11. No adult taught me that, okay?
All right. So, just want to say one thing. I'll try to make this point without alluding to Jeffrey Epstein, Pizzagate, or any of those other things.
Pizzagate and other random shit are fucking fictional nonsense.
Nacho, you're
Epstein was a real thing.
Okay,
Nacho, you're interrupting again.
Okay, so apparently it was some big meta commentary on like child exploitation. I just think that could have been accomplished better without child exploitation. That's all I'm saying. I don't think any people got raped on set. I don't. That's my only issue with the film.
Okay.
They just got.
Something I want to say about this. I think that it's really ironic that like a lot of the people who are like this movie is offensive then will do this weird thing where they smudge what actually happened. So as far as I understand it in the film, there was a scene that had girls twerking that was shot with parents present, with choreographers present, with like numerous
like that makes it
there.
Better.
Wait, stop. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Yeah, actually, it does.
Their parents were watching, so that makes it okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Nacho, can you?
Do you think that like it's like some sort of exploitation?
I literally haven't been able to finish a sentence for.
Yeah.
I've been talking like 30 minutes either.
You were just talking.
Yeah, it was like.
What are you talking about? You people are delusional. I'm having a stroke.
That's fine. I'm just gonna finish what I'm talking about. So, what do you think? Like, do you think when there's like those dance moms?
You literally interrupted me to start your point, dude.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna continue doing it. So, like, do you think dance moms who go to pageant? Oh, all right, whatever. All right. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, let's let DemonMama finish her point, and then you can ask her a question, Nick. Okay?
Yeah, my point is that like in a movie for a movie set, having like a bunch of people on hand to make sure there isn't any like sexual harm being done. These kids were, as I understand it, like kids who were familiar with the pageant scene, which is like
legal adults do it.
I think it was a pageant or dance-off scene that's being criticized there. Having kids be able to depict something for the purpose of a film that is going to teach people about that is not the same thing as like having these kids like ushered off so some dude can film this shit. It's not filmed to be pornography. They're dancing. Yes, is it suggestive dancing? But no, it's for a purpose that's not involved in exploiting the children. And if their parents are there, the children are there to make informed decisions with their parents there to say, hey, this is for an
Wait, children make informed decisions now?
Why can't they use 18-year-old young actors? That's all. That's my only question. I don't have a problem with the message.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, obviously it wasn't shot in a fucking porn studio, and the parents were all there to sign off on it. The parents are all there during those little pageant shows where their fucking 60-year-old mothers drag their kids on there to fucking dance on the stage.
Wait. Thank you for making my argument for me. So what I'm saying is a film that makes that says, hey, we're going to do this in a safe way. We're going to depict something that's real so that people will learn about it, so that it will stop happening. You're saying that shouldn't be done.
So Cuties ending sexual exploitation of children now. Okay.
Oops. Did you notice that my sentence hadn't finished there, little big boy? You noted a big sentence.
Yeah, I did. That's why I intruded.
Your sentence never fucking finishes, man.
I don't.
Wait, why is there
silence?
I thought you were talking.
I was before you opened your mouth.
So then keep going. I'm waiting.
I don't really want to.
Okay, that's good.
I would like to add something. I do think there's a discussion worth having about what are the bounds of taste when it comes to depicting in like the form of a TV show, movie, anything like that, of a very problematic thing, right? So for example, there's a movie. Let me finish really quick. I haven't talked much to this panel. There's a movie called A Serbian Film. I will not be watching it. My girlfriend tried to convince me to watch it, and she said, "Don't look up the ending. Don't look up the ending." And I was like, oh. And I didn't look up the ending. And then a friend spoiled it for me. And I did not want to watch that movie because the ending of that movie, spoiler alert, don't watch it, so listen to the spoiler, is the main character ends up being tricked into, I believe, raping his wife and son. And that's how the movie ends. And the movie's about sex trafficking and like children being exploited by basically exploitation in the sex work industry. That was generally what the movie is about, from my understanding. And it's pretty graphic. It's definitely a movie that'll leave you feeling pretty fucked up if the ending is anywhere near as fucked up as my friends described it to me. And I'm not watching that movie, and I'm not watching Cuties. But I do think there's an argument to be made that as long as there's a discussion being had, it's worth bringing up this issue, though I will say within the bounds of taste is preferred, because I'm not really I don't know.
It was made to be a big shocking public statement, and guess what? People reacted as if it was a big shocking public statement.
Well, we don't know the intent of the creator in regards to that, but what I will say is Netflix certainly fucked up on the marketing. Netflix seems to have done a lot of bad things.
So if
I don't have any
okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We were just talking about what's appropriate, what's off bounds in comedy, right? And I think most people here have said pretty much everything, nothing is off limits, right? So I would say, as long as nobody's getting hurt,
that's not the ending,
and the parents are aware, and there is a conversation, a nuanced conversation happening in a piece of art or something. Do we apply the same rules that we do with comedy to other types of media?
I don't when kids are involved now.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't have a problem. That's what I was trying to clarify. I don't have a problem with the messaging of Cuties. I read the script. I read all the fucking shit about it, the entire fucking storyline. I know all that shit. I don't have any desire to watch it because they used actual 8 to 12-year-olds. That's what I was trying to point out. Use some fucking 18-year-olds. Use some people who are of fucking legal age to body doubles. Anything. Don't actually teach young girls to do this. I understand what you were making the point, StarDust, where you're talking about this is how we learn this shit. That doesn't make it any better. The fact that we're teaching kids at such a young age, or that social media is influencing such young kids at such a young age, is a problem. And I see that that's what Cuties is trying to point out. And that is an issue. But now that we know that that's an issue, for us to actually use that age group of people to make this video is the equivalent to be hey, let's make a movie about how bad murder is and murder somebody in the process. Let's make a movie about how bad it is for kids to use drugs and let kids actually use drugs in the making of the movie. It's so fucking stupid to me. I just can't. There's no way for me to justify this and be yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is totally fine. And for the argument that's oh, well, you haven't watched it, so you can't say anything about it. Well, fucking 99% of the people who made all this dumbass fucking comments about Dave Chappelle shit also didn't watch it. They watched 3 to 4 minute clips where he says I'm Team Turf, and whatever 2 or 3 other fucking buzzword clips that they had. But they didn't actually watch the entire statement through, because if they did, they would have realized that like only 10 minutes or 15 minutes of it total was like designated to like the
That's an abject lie, by the way.
And
I covered it on the stream. I watched that thing,
and I clipped it too. So
that's not true. Dave Chappelle, for almost the entire sketch, not all of it, but for almost the entire sketch, was complaining about cancel culture, the fact that he'd gotten canceled.
Cancel culture is not the same as
the whole trans
making
thing.
Statements specifically
the
about
cancel
the trans
culture
community.
topic follows directly from and is directly, in his case, related to the.
It was an hour-long special, and he spent like 15, maybe 20 minutes specifically
the entire
on trans
end
stuff.
half of the special.
If you want to say how much he spent on
the story about the closer
is
15 minutes alone. The entire end half of the special is about trans people. The first half is about.
If you want to say what he spent on LGBTQ stuff,
because
he makes other jokes about like gay people and like lesbian, like whatever.
Oh yeah, he says that the gay LGBT movement
So
is just for white people who try to feel as oppressed as black people. He said that. That was a good
maybe
one, yeah.
25 minutes. Maybe if we're talking about just LGBTQ stuff, then maybe like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I did it. Listen, I did a live coverage of this thing. So if you want to actually know that this guy's a fucking liar, that almost that entire special was focusing on trans people and gay people. So it's just not true that he spent like 5
Just
seconds.
watch it for yourself. That's what I would say.
Please, I encourage you, watch it for yourself, and you will
Watch
find
it for
out.
yourself, then watch Dave Chappelle's old comedy, so you can see like when Dave Chappelle makes actual good jokes with like good commentary and everything that are actually informed on the topics that he's making jokes about. If you want to see some good Dave Chappelle humor, go watch the Clayton Bigsby sketch. That's a classic.
Okay, so
did
here's
you
a
not find that whole thing at all funny in any parts of it? You thought the whole thing was just
Me?
bad? Yeah.
I didn't. I think
They
there was
can't
like
admit that. Even if they did believe
No.
they can't say that.
what a moronic thing
not?
to butt in and say. What a moronic thing. Thank you for speaking for me, you fucking clown.
Okay. Here's a secondary question, I guess. If like a large crowd finds something unfunny, right, that Dave Chappelle made, is it worth it for Netflix? Not worth it. Do you think that Netflix has an obligation? Let's say a comedian makes a special, someone like Dave Chappelle did, and has a good track record of making really good specials, but this one fucking bombs. This one fucking bombs, and this one.
How do you decipher
bomb, though.
bombs? Like,
Okay.
if it bombs with like a specific audience, and then like that audience doesn't watch it, we'll be able to look through the statistics, and they won't.
Okay, but I'm asking in generality. Okay. Okay, I'm asking in generality. There's one special that a comedian, and let's say everybody. This is again a hypothetical. Everybody just kind of finds it. Most people find it unfunny. Okay. Do you think that it makes sense for Netflix to not continue making deals with that person because they had one special that was wrong, that was not as good as compared to a whole career of specials that were good?
I mean, I think that happens like I don't think that's an easy question to answer. Like, because I think it depends on the priority of the company, right? Because like, I mean, not all companies are like 100% like viewership focused as Netflix is. Like, you know, like the Criterion Collection is like a corporation that buys up old movies, that like old classics, and then republishes them for people to buy in like high definition. They don't really care so much about like the ratings of the movie as much as like this is a film that needs to be made, you know, kept as a piece of history, and that's valuable to those people. So I think that's like I think that's a hard question to answer, but I do think that like this sort of thing happens like all the time, both justly and unjustly. There are so many artists who, like, for example, a great example of this is Charlie Kaufman, who did like Adaptation, and he did Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. His movies bomb in the box offices every single time. He can't get, and it's really hard. It's been really increasingly hard for Charlie Kaufman to get like another movie, even though his movies are considered to be cinematic masterpieces. They're a certain type of film that like a lot of people can't get into. It's kind of unjust. But there's other cases where it's much more just, you know, like the time when the Kramer guy dropped the N-word screaming at a patron. Most people looked at that, or JonTron, for example, who's a very funny guy, but went on a racist rant on the internet for a lot of people to see, and people go, wow, actually that kind of bothers me. Like, I don't know. I think it's hard to determine. I don't think that there's like a single answer again for every company. If I was running a company, it would be important to me that like the stuff that I put my name on would be something that I'm proud of. But I don't really own a corporation. I don't run a corporation. I have a channel, like me and my team of people, and we make those sorts of decisions. So I don't know.
All right. Well, if I ran a company, that my company would be run by shareholders' money and being happy with that money for the shareholders. So I don't know how many people left Netflix in comparison, or how many people thought that special was so bad that they don't want to continue doing it. I know there was a lot of people on Twitter who were mad, but I'm not sure if that was a vocal minority. I don't know if 100,000 people said something on Twitter and 1.5 million people loved it at home. So all I do know is Dave Chappelle is set to do a festival next year for Netflix, and he's already been rehired as of 2 weeks ago. So that's where I stand on the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue here fundamentally comes down to the profit motive, and obviously Netflix is motivated to make the old money. And the unfortunate reality is, this is fucking some nerd shit, but it's the idea of the spectacle. And if you want to criticize the spectacle, you have to engage in the spectacle. So, I haven't watched the special. From what I understand, there was some fucking pretty questionable shit in there, but I can't really comment further than that. But when you criticize the Dave Chappelle special, you promote the special, and that's what makes it so difficult now in the environment that we live in. Not to say that it's anyone's fault that he's been rehired, but it's almost like you can't get to a situation where you can critique something without partially advertising it too. So all of this controversy just fuels it and fuels it and fuels it, and Netflix are the ones that win in the end. So it's like, how do you deal with that? I don't know what the answer is.
Well, I don't know. That is a hard question. Like, I mean, because there's this other thing too, which just goes back to what I was talking about, which is that we've recognized that some people's speech is freer than others. If you have money, the likelihood that you're going to, like, especially if you have a lot of money, if you have a lot of money, you can just hire people to broadcast you. You can just pay to bankroll the ability to get your word out to more people. And obviously we recognize that gets even worse when you're talking about companies that literally own the broadcasting stations, and they get to choose everything that goes on there. And if it's something that's critical of them, they won't air it, and maybe nobody else will. So it might literally just kill that. I don't know. I think that is complicated. I don't know if there's a single clean answer in this situation. All that I think is that, like, I think there's a lot of hypocrisy on, like, people being, like, I don't know. I notice a lot of people get really fucking triggered when somebody does an intentionally offensive, the things you can't say, cancel me tour, and then some people say, dude, you're just a dumb shit, and then they go, oh, I'm being canceled. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a little bit of it on both sides.
There absolutely is it on both sides. That's why Hassan Piker was currently banned from Twitch.
Ooh.
So can I just say,
with you.
I think it's funny how, like, a lot of people on the left or Democrats will want to say that, like, oh yeah, the electoral college is bust, like people should be able to vote democratically. But like when these kinds of situations arise where people are voting democratically through their dollar, they're saying that, like, yeah, Dave Chappelle's special was pretty fucking funny, and that's why Netflix is going to have him on again. That's terrible. We should do away with that, right? And then to the same note that, like, Chud Logic was talking about, like, oh well, it's only because people are making so much controversy about this, and therefore it's getting more promotion, and that's the only reason people are watching it more. But compare the numbers of Cuties and Dave Chappelle special. They were equally as controversial, and what has more backing behind it? You think whatever no-name fucking producers that made Cuties are gonna have more fucking viewers? No. Because they lost subscriptions as a result of Cuties being published on Netflix.
I would wager that the controversy from Cuties benefited Netflix more than it hurt them in the long run.
I wouldn't agree. I think there was even information that came out at the time. I can't pull it up right now, but I did actually have. There was information at the time that there were subscribers, like Netflix's subscribers.
But this is my point. Your point works both ways. The point applies to the Dave Chappelle special, but it absolutely applies to the Cutie special too. The best thing you can do if there's a product that you think is bad, unfortunately, the reality is to kind of just ignore it, and that's tricky because I see both sides of it, right? I see that, like, Cuties, I see the argument that there's an issue there, and maybe I see the Dave Chappelle side and how maybe some of the jokes there could have been an issue. So it's kind of like, the best thing to do is ignore it. But then if something is bad in your opinion, you've got a right to talk about it. But you unfortunately just fuel this
Sure, but
attention
let's be
economy
real.
shit, you know?
Like how long ago did Cuties come out? Like,
everybody has a right
let's
to
be
talk
real.
about it.
Nobody, and I never have met anybody outside of like literally a panel that was ever talked about Cuties. The conservatives have like a brainworm.
Well, it's because you
about
don't
Cuties.
touch grass.
Like,
you stay on.
oh,
You're
totally.
terminally
Sorry,
online.
my friends in my
you
my
only have
friends
this
outside
community
of here
that-
don't watch Cuties.
Oh my
That's
God.
not their
I have people. I have people in real life who were offended by fucking.
Did you know
like,
that I was
Dave Chappelle,
talking?
and I
Did you know
live.
that I was
I live in
talking?
a really.
Did you know that I
I
was
live in a really red state.
Did you know that I
have
was
people.
talking? Did you know that I was talking before, and then you butted in
I don't-
again? To say
honestly,
something stupid
man,
again?
Go ahead.
Honestly, what? Go ahead.
Go
What
ahead.
do you want to say? A woman talking.
Go ahead. Give us another fucking 20 minutes.
I don't know
Man,
that
you Stardust, you invite some major snowflakes onto these panels. This is fucking funny.
Look, I invite people who I think will clash, and sometimes it can be very uncomfortable, and I do that on purpose. But I'm definitely feeling it right now. So
Yeah, I'm definitely
Look, I'm
feeling
comfortable.
discomfort.
I have nothing
I'm
but
good,
love
too.
for everybody on this panel. Okay, but I mean,
I was
if you want to make
interested-
jokes about like interrupting and you're gonna
Right,
gish out for
still-
fucking
still
20
didn't get
minutes
to
every
finish
time you
my sentence,
talk, like.
I think
Go
there was
ahead.
an
Okay.
interesting backwards and forward that could have occurred.
Wait,
there.
let her
Sorry, I was
speak,
thinking
man.
about
She
this.
wants to say something. Go ahead.
What were we talking about? Oh, cuties. Yeah. So conservative people are like literally so fixated on this cuties thing because they don't watch the movie. They just, Tucker Carlson said it, Steve Crowder said it, so you got to say it too. And they're still doing it even though it's been like out for like 2 years. These are the same people who literally voted for Donald Trump, the guy who ran the teen Miss USA pageant and would literally walk behind and look at naked teen girls, and he's just like, yeah, I love it when those young ones, and like they're like, oh yeah, so it's a very serious issue. The kids twerking in this, it's destroying the universe in the West. Anyway, let me go vote for the actual pedophile. Yeah, so I don't know. All of this seems like I feel like we've gotten to a point in the conversation where it's just like there's like 10 different things being talked about, and like I don't really know what any of them really means because like it just seems like one guy's really like fixated on this cuties film. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Maybe you should just go watch the movie and
Yeah, but
feel a
your
little
straw man
better.
falls apart whenever
Thank
you try to
you.
compare whenever you try to compare pageants to cuties, right?
And if your best defense is
Oh,
Donald
yeah,
Trump
totally.
bad, like I don't know what the fuck else. I don't really have anything to say. Like,
what if
I
I
could-
bring up a
have at
different?
it.
You guys love child
wait,
rapists.
don't
It was a
You guys
good
are on your
defense. I mean,
side.
look,
Didn't-
you're.
I'm pretty sure the
I
FBI
actually-
spoke
I
out and
actually
said that
know
like the
somebody
Pizzagate
who-
conspiracy and a lot of like
who's been
right-wing
involved in
conspiracy
pageant
theories
for a
about
number
child
of
sex
years,
trafficking
right?
on the
And
left
their
have made it
involvement
harder
with
to track down actual
their
existing
involvement
child
with
sex
the,
trafficking
with
rings.
the pageant scene, right, hasn't been what it is that you're attempting to characterize it as, and that's why the straw man that you build is getting burned the fuck up.
Well,
Wait,
this
wait,
is
wait,
this
okay.
is why it's okay for
Wait,
me to
no,
rape
okay.
a bear, where I didn't
Well,
know that it
wait.
was bad to rape children until Epstein was
okay.
arrested,
All over
and
the
I
place.
voted for a
Slow down,
pedophile,
slow
but
down, slow
but
down,
I'm the
slow
good
down.
one.
I've
She
got something
can't
to-
stay
listen,
on one thing.
Stop. I've got something to say that I think is important. Okay, I just want to try and bring some clarity here, bring the temperature down on everything. Okay, we're getting a bit heated. What I want to ask you, Mr. Nacho, if I can call you that, okay, is
Yes,
this?
sir.
Okay, so I don't think it's quite that Donald Trump's bad. I think we went down the Donald Trump route. Okay, DemonMama chose that path. Fair enough. I respect you, DemonMama. I would have gone down a slightly different path. Okay, and what I
Don't
would
be
say to you
nice,
is this.
Chud. Come on.
No, okay, listen, I'm being nice to both of you, okay? Right? I'm being nice to both of you. So what I wanted to say to you, Nacho, is this, okay? Do you not see how the film Cuties, which I admit, to me, is some pretty fucking whack shit, don't you think that, like, some of the American beauty pageants that exist are a bit fucking weird champ too?
But
And
that's what
maybe there are
yes,
people
I
that are being
agree.
inconsistent.
Like
All
I
of
don't
that-
know what this has
all
been
of
brought
it
up so many
bad.
times. Wait, please, I need a second just to say this because I'm
You
the one
need
like on the other end.
hour, dog.
Just
Shoot,
what?
shoot.
Give me 1 second, okay?
What?
Because-
Mind blown.
I'm getting because I'm on the other end of this, okay, Nick. So I just want to say, like, I don't agree with any of the pageants either. I don't know what you're expecting bringing this up, and it's not really you. It's been mostly. I feel like DemonMama mostly was the one who brought this up. I don't want the pageants to be a thing either.
Okay.
That shouldn't be
Sure.
normalized either.
So
And
that's
like
good.
when Stardust brought up that like, well, girls are learning how to fucking twerk in school. That's not a good thing either. And I'm not saying this should be like a mandated thing either because at the end of the day, I still believe in like your rights. But like, this is a social thing that we have to fix. Like, I agree. And like I said, the message of Cuties is good, right? Young women being taught to fucking twerk at 8 years old is bad.
Sure,
I'm not for that.
So I, I'm
Holy
not
shit.
accusing you of being
I
hypocritical.
know. I just wanted to make sure.
But what I'm suggesting is that like there was this moral panic over this Cuties film, and there doesn't seem to be quite the same sort of panic about the pageant thing. I would actually argue in some ways the pageant stuff is worse because there's a physicality there and there's potential for abuse to happen that we're not even aware of, right?
Not just potential; it does happen often.
I would agree, but I mean, I feel like that stuff is dying out. It's being suffocated. Like, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I hope it is anyways. It should be if it's not already.
If everyone agrees that the pageants are shitty, then what the fuck is the point? Like,
Well,
we all agree that that's
okay.
bad. I mean, just talking about cuties doesn't make pageants get more fucking clicks, you know?
Let me explain. This is why I think where the issue lies, right? It's that like there's this thing over here, cuties, big moral panic, da 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 da. But some of the people that maybe are getting really concerned about it don't seem to have like expressed or said like the same things about other problematic aspects of American society because it's more normalized. It's like there's this new big thing. Oh, we've got to pay attention to this, da da da. But actually, there's other things going on to pay attention to.
Is there a single person
Well,
who
you
would
can
say that cuties is bad, but pageants are good?
list him off, and I'll disavow him. Okay, I'll pull a Trump fucking Biden debate.
I see what Chud's point is. I see what Chud's logic point is.
It's not about hypocrisy now. It's not about hypocrisy. That's not the point I'm making. Okay, the point is that there's other stuff that's going on, and people don't seem to be bothered to call it out. It's only they're calling out.
Then use your Twitter and tweet it out. They're calling out cuties because it's going viral on Twitter.
No.
Let me see if I can phrase it in a way. Maybe I can phrase it in a way that's more understandable. So.
But into drama YouTuber language.
Okay. Chud logic is saying that it's strange that there is this all of a sudden huge moral panic and all of this attention being brought to a single television or movie or television series. And when wait a second, I know. Okay, I know it's heated, but we don't see that same type of moral panic and outrage and mobilization of people, of like humans, like saying stuff about it when it comes to pageants, right?
And that's totally
There's
fine,
no.
but Xanderhal explained it like 5 minutes ago that the reason why this got so much moral panic is because Netflix made like a weird fucking poster for it and attached a movie trailer to it. So people went, "What the fuck is this?" And it went viral.
No, come on, let's
That's my point that I was making earlier. That is about viral marketing. That's the point I'm making, and we're all playing into it all the time. That's
Okay. Well, hold on. There's another angle.
Okay,
of this
well,
that
can
hasn't
I just
even
say?
discussed. There's another angle of this. Wow, dude. There's another angle of this which hasn't even been discussed, which is that we all know what the headlines looked like around the time of Cuties, which is that realistically, I bet Netflix didn't even plan for this to be a giant controversy. I'm sure they were more than happy to capitalize on that, but I just, even with the poster, which I do agree was like really, really out of pace with the rest of the movie, I don't feel like Netflix, I don't think there's evidence at all of Netflix like being like, this is our next big viral marketing hit. Like, I think you could make a better argument for like a Ghostbusters than that, where there's like more outrage baiting or whatever. I don't really think that happened with Cuties, but what did happen with Cuties is that the day that movie announced, 100 right-wing newspapers all had the exact same article saying leftists are degenerating the West with child porn on leftist company BLM supporting Netflix. And if you don't believe me, all of those articles are still up. So go look them up. And so you have this problem of, it's like, wow, geez, the right wing sure seems to care a whole lot about the secret leftist conspiracy theory of the Cuties film, while literally ignoring literally the fact that child pageants are most common in fucking red states and all of this other shit. It's just, there's no actual care for the issue. It's that, oh, well, we can use this as a bludgeon against our political opponent.
But DemonMama, aren't you debating why Cuties is like an okay film?
No. When did I ever argue that?
Wait, so is Cuties not like, it's not a good film?
I haven't seen Cuties. I don't care. I didn't even know.
Why are you debating?
Wait,
hold on. I'm sorry.
Are you use that as a fucking like dunk? Like you thought that was a dunk to be?
I'm sorry. Are you people stupid? Are you actually mentally challenged?
Hold on. Can you just say that again? Have you watched Cuties?
Yes. Are you people stupid? Let me say that
Please
again.
answer that one more time, because you just said it. Can you just say it again?
Are you people stupid?
Just
There you go.
answer the question.
I didn't bring up cuties. You did.
Have you
because you're
have
the
you
one who's
watched the
obsessed
movie
with-
Cuties?
Nachos.
No!
10 minutes
I
ago.
never said that I did. I never made any fucking claims
I'm
about
done with
no,
this. I'm done with this. Okay.
Please
You
go.
win.
Please. Oh my god, please go. Please.
You're so
Wait,
morally right on this.
Wait,
you win. You win,
wait.
Demon.
Okay, this got way more heated than I was expecting it to, but it's good content. But
I'm actually confused.
Farm it up,
I never
StarDust. I don't
brought
blame you.
I never brought up cuties. I said, guys, like I don't know. Let's talk about some of these things that like concepts that were connected to it. I never brought up or even defended cuties. I pointed out that I think the reaction was fucking stupid and that it's not in check with any other
You've
movie.
literally been defending Cuties up until literally just now.
Right.
I can't wait for the Booksmarts review of this one.
Yeah,
Holy
please, God,
shit.
Booksmarts, where are you at? Let me know.
Oh
Don't.
my god.
Holy shit.
Wow, hey, there we go. There's the truth right there, everybody. I'll be making money for the next week.
Shit on all of us,
So
okay?
I got a question.
Oh my God.
Stardust, I got a question.
yeah.
Yeah, Chad, isn't this embarrassing?
What?
Remember the old days?
Hey,
Remember the old days?
hey, CTV is speaking right now.
I don't care. I don't care anymore. This is like the 9th time I've been in. I don't even give a shit anymore. I'm going to anarchy here.
Wow,
Like, I don't give a
conversation
shit.
Sorry.
dies down. I wait. You want to act that way? You
Yeah,
already
shut the
were
fuck
just
up, Wayne.
I'm trying to be
embarrassing
peace.
Eh,
for
cranky
everybody.
grandpa.
okay?
Wah, wah.
And the peace, give me the peace.
I think there's a
definitely embarrassed, by.
Okay.
Do you have some
by your
pedophiles that they're
behavior,
defending?
and it's,
Or
you know,
like,
like,
Wait,
oh,
wait,
yeah,
wait.
I
right.
remember.
CTV, just
Mama
ask me the
bad,
question. Ask me the question that you had.
Okay, so you were the one that brought up cuties, right? Because it was a part of the question.
I was the one
right?
who was kind of. I think I was the one who was defending it at a certain point.
Yeah, but it got
Um,
brought up as a part of the original question, right?
I don't. I don't remember, to be honest.
I think.
Hmm.
I don't know who
It
the
may
fuck
have
brought it
been.
up.
It may have been.
Yeah,
I may have brought it up in
remember-
like
I don't even remember
tangentially.
who brought it
definitely
up.
fucking
Yeah.
Amazing,
I definitely
incredible.
jumped on the fucking
Yeah.
train, okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the root here because DemonMama's laying out some claims, right, which I think are false.
What claim? Wait. Please tell me what claim I laid out.
So I'm just
What
trying
claim?
to get to
Wait,
the...
what claim? I want to know what claim I laid
I'm
out.
sorry.
Tell me.
Did you want to be heard now? Did you want to be heard? But
Oh, you
just
said I
let
was
me-
laying out a
yeah,
claim. I want to know what claim
beautiful.
it was.
No,
I don't
actually,
think you
if we're
remember
gonna
what happened
be-
5 seconds ago.
If we're gonna,
I think
if
you're
we're gonna be
legitimately
real,
so stoned you don't remember what
Stop
happened 5 seconds
interrupting
ago. What
her,
word did you just
CTV.
say?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, I'm horrible. So horrible. I can't believe that I just keep interrupting her.
I can't either.
Not
It's
fucking
just-
posturing,
Okay, well,
please. I'm begging
okay.
you. Just say what you got to say. I'm begging you, CTV, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like if Stardust is the one that brought it up, and it was a part of the original arguments, right? Whenever DemonMama went off on her whole tirade earlier on Nacho, right, about not watching it and blah blah blah, you're positive opinion, and you're just going off about this shit, right? It's like, you know, that was a slam dunk. You watched it.
If we're gonna be fair,
After we
if we're
get
gonna
to,
be
like
fair,
30 minutes
Hey,
later
guys.
after that,
guys, if we're gonna be fair.
I wasn't done. Can I finish?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. So sorry.
So we went like 30, 45 minutes of this shit, of which DemonMama is talking like 25 to 30 minutes of it, let's be honest. Right? To all of us sit here in this room and witness right, the complete fucking like tuck tail run. I ain't seen shit. Da, da, da. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I just felt like that should be pointed out. That's all.
Good one. Did you even
I-
finish?
I
Demon
just
Mama,
want
wait,
to
Demon
be-
Mama, can you give us another 20 minutes, please?
Mama
Wait, wait,
Mama
okay.
I've got a comment. That's
Okay,
gonna, it's
okay,
going to
go
solve
ahead.
this. It's going to solve it. It's going to solve
Go
it. I
ahead,
promise you.
Chill
Okay.
Logic.
So
Go
the,
ahead.
the fundamental. This is from Vanya in my chat, right? Smart person here. Fundamental issue. The people outraged at QTs, not necessarily on this panel, but very broadly, usually aren't motivated to change the social structures that lead to the exploitation of young women. I think that's the baseline point, and that I think is the key fundamental point.
Yeah. So what somebody in chat said that my comparison of it to like coming of age was dumb, but I don't think so, because coming of age, again, growing up at like, and as I don't know, in certain populations, coming of age is like that. It is like you learn these things pretty young. That is what it is. You get objectified before you know what objectification is. So I don't think it's a bad comparison. The reason why I was defending it was just because I don't see, for me, I find it really strange how much panic there is over this. when they're like, this is one of the very few films that's been made on it, and like made on the idea of girls, being sexual, when that is the reality for girls growing up.
Would you argue that it would be better if the actors or actresses in this case, or
sure, if they were 18
years old,
yeah, of course it would be better.
Don't you think
I
it's
would
a little
agree.
counterproductive?
I just wanted to point out before I forget, like I think Stardust's point was actually pretty valid. That's one of the best fucking examples, or one of the best offenses of this that I think I've seen. But I guess that's my only qualm with it. Make it fucking 18 and up actors. Don't use actual underage girls and teach them how to exploit how to be sex objects as a way to like improve your message. Like that's my biggest qualm with this whole thing was just like, if you're gonna, yes, murder is bad. Yes, doing drugs is probably bad at a young age. Like you can name all these other things. You can make a message about that and not commit the actual crime while you're making the movie. That's my only issue with Cuties.
You just
I think the message,
what I just said for like 45 minutes to interrupt me.
Come on,
one
bro.
thing that hasn't, hold on. One thing that hasn't been brought up this entire time, though, right? Because we had the correlation over here to beauty pageants, right? Beauty pageants, gymnastics, ice skating. There are a lot of things that people of a lot of different ages participate in, and I think people should be able to do that. Whenever you have bad actors that are involved in these things, that's when society holds them responsible. Get them the fuck out. But like, I grew up with me and my sisters. And my mom, like the '96 Olympics when it came to Atlanta, like I still know who, remember watching Dominique Mucciano and Dominique Dawes and Carrie Strug, and fucking that whole Tanya Hardin thing that happened. Like I remember watching all this stuff growing up, right? So, like there's when bad actors, they go and do those things that we know are fucking wrong. I've got a hold. Element 82 helps with this situation. I'm just saying, but having these things for people to be able to participate in, that's just like being a part of society. And if someone wants to host events, and there's nothing out of the way that sexualizing in these things happen, I think that's okay. As soon as it starts becoming sexualized and it's below 18, that's the hard fucking line for me. And it's like, no, it's below 18. And that's where, like, you can even go to other movies, like, say, American Pie, which, talks about the journey, coming up through adolescence and stuff, both for males and females, right? Because you've got... the girlfriend of, what's his name? He's in there, going down to Chowtown on her, right? She experiences her first fucking orgasm, and then you got old boy, picking up baked goods, right? So you've got something for everybody there, and it's, on the latter half of the high school year, they're getting ready to graduate and prom. You can pretty much infer everybody's 18 and over, even though we all know that there's sometimes people have a late birthday or something weird like that. So it's adult. It's adult, and it's adults
playing the kids.
But the only thing I'm saying though is that there have been movies that have depicted. I mean, there are plenty of movies with boys. I'm not saying it's right. But I'm saying I don't think it's right, but I think that it's been happening, and it's so strange that there's all this outrage around this. That's all,
Because things go viral. Obviously, Big Thing has more eyes on it than Small Thing.
Yeah.
I
think there's another aspect.
I just think it's because those were.
Go ahead, Chad.
I would just say I think it's because those are made today. When we know all these things.
This is super important. Okay. I want to hear a bit more from CTV about what Chowtown looks like. Go on.
Well, see, what happened was they found this book, right? And they were going into the tornado tongue twister, right? And I'm just telling you, he had the book right there referencing it for the specific moves and diagrams. I feel like it's, once you get to, a level of mastery, you end up coming with your own patterns anyway.
What are we talking about?
But in the movie, right, it shows like the coming of age and the learning and all that stuff, and I felt like it being, adult people, right, in adult situations, right, getting ready to graduate high school, those things are acceptable. But as soon as you start having, actors, right, that are young and they're participating in anything sexualized or sexualizing, that's where there's a hard line, and there's no way that I would be okay with any of that content being created, fucking owned, anything, right? Like
That's fair enough. I just want to check as well. Have you mastered the tongue twister yourself?
Oh, it's like a couple of decades.
Question?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's like a great opener. If you're with a chick and she doesn't know whether or not she's ready to make that next step, just be like, hey, listen, man, I'm going to be drinking a little bit of moonshine. My tongue's going to get a little bit twisty, and I enjoy a certain kind of flavor. If you're open, if you're opening up the Y, so
So,
Excellent.
Is
What
there
flavor
anyone
is
else?
this, baby? Can you
Here's
describe the
something I
flavor?
wanted to say. Here's something I wanted to mention on this topic, which is that so like part of the problem, this is something that has been sort of danced around here, but like part of the problem, or this has been brought up a couple times, like this idea that like, oh well, like these things are already happening, but like to my understanding, like there are
Moonshine.
Cuties is not the
Okay,
only
going
film like this, but other like activism films that do have like shocking content or perhaps like depictions of horrible content, including, by the way, like I noticed that like we would not, if there was a movie where kids like shot each other, which there's like multiple, like there's tons of movies, like Hunger Games is a movie where characters and actors that are like under the age of 18 kill each other on camera, and it's obviously fake. They're not dead. That's not the same thing as it's not the same thing as reality. We can recognize that, right? So like these things happen. Like the whole point of a movie that deals with like a tough topic like this is to get people to think about it, to go, oh God, this like depiction is a little bit troubling to me. In as far as I understand, in the case with Cuties, like they had a depiction of a dance. This is not a sex act. It's a sexualized thing, right? And they're showing this to say, guys, this is what happens behind the stages in these pageants, in these dance competitions. You people need to see this. We recreated it in a safe environment so that with no one being hurt, so that
With
you can see what's going on.
8 to 12
Stop!
year olds.
I wasn't done.
No, there's no stop. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's my only issue with this.
How can you comment on it if you haven't like seen the full movie? How do you know like if you know the whole content?
Because I read the
Not
whole
you,
fucking
not-
script.
I was talking to her.
I'm sorry.
Well,
My
I
bad.
haven't made any claims about the movie itself. I'm talking
You
about.
just made a claim about a whole
That
dance
was
scene
totally
and gave us
a
all the
claim.
context. What the fuck are you talking about?
Did you
Holy
listen?
crap.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
listened to the whole thing. You were
Yeah.
explaining the sequence.
Excuse
Yeah,
me. I actually
totally a claim.
literally. I hate you
I
people
don't-
so much.
Okay.
That was
So-
more detailed than half the movie review channels
I
watch on
actually,
YouTube.
I actually hate all of you people. You're like the most impossible to talk to people in the
That's
world.
okay. I
Oh,
love
we
when you
love
know
you.
both of
Wait,
us.
so here's the
I'm
wait,
sure
so,
you
We love you. Okay.
so what I'm
Look,
so what I'm
Nick,
getting from
sure.
this, what I'm getting from this is a disconnection in like the arguments that we're making. So from my
I didn't
understanding,
even get to finish what I was saying, but
correct me if I'm wrong. I think Demon is making the
You're
argument that
arguing
it's
against no one
irresponsible
on
of
this
American
panel. Then if
Nacho.
that's what you're arguing.
I think
Sorry,
the
Xander.
argument is that American Nacho is acting irresponsibly to take a super hard anti this movie stance if he hasn't seen it yet. From everything I've seen, DemonMama seems to have been criticizing that, and the only takes on the movie I've seen from DemonMama so far have been what the creator of the movie has said in interviews and what's
And then that
the
whole
intent
descriptor
of
of
the
the
movie to
Look,
begin
I know
with.
you want
I
to suck
literally-
some fucking
excuse me,
Demon
I
Mama
never-
nipples, but like, bro, she's doing the exact
stop.
same thing.
Okay,
Can we
stop.
start with
That's
the-
She is
fucking
doing
nasty.
the exact same thing. She
start with
said,
these calls?
admittedly, that she
Weird.
hasn't
It's not
seen the movie.
Stop.
So what's
I
the
never-
difference here?
Are you, you literally? This is one of the weirdest
I'm
things
not
ever.
even talking to you anymore. I'm
you're-
just asking Xanderhal if he understands what he just said.
You talked about nipples. Come on, let's be real here.
I've
Okay,
like really, I've
What?
really had
Nipples are
actually.
great.
How- what's wrong with that?
Can we wrap
Wait,
this?
wait,
Can we wrap
wait. Nipples is wrong for
Yeah,
the. Wait, what?
I just wanna wait just a second, guys. I
My
want
cat
to
is
wrap
like
this up.
dying and wants to leave. Like this is
Yeah,
bad.
I understand. Okay, so I want to move on. We're gonna go to the last segment. I just want to address chat very quickly. I don't think anybody on this panel is saying it's okay, but I think a lot of people are just pointing out that it's strange, the inconsistency and the amount of outrage that different things receive. Obviously, that's due to marketing. Anyways, the next segment is the one where we do Microsoft Paint. So if you have Microsoft Paint, if you can get it out. And then
On it.
Yep.
And then,
No problemo.
yeah. The
Microsoft
last.
Paint. Sorry, what
Or
do we have to do?
Microsoft 3D is the same thing.
How's everyone doing?
Okay, hold on.
You just search paint when you press the start button, it'll come up.
Doing, folks. Everyone feeling good?
Yeah, I think people are. I think people are taking me the wrong way in chat, in my own chat.
Look, if they want to blame it on me, that's fine, okay? And
No, they're
if
not
Demon
taking you
Mama's chat
wrong.
wants to yell
Wait
at
a
me,
minute. Wait a minute.
I'll have a
They're-
conversation with them.
Nobody's
I'm
yelling
not-
at you. They're yelling at me.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take responsibility either way.
It doesn't matter. Okay. So, chat. Give words. Okay, abstract words that the panelists can draw. In the
Your chat
meantime,
needs to stop saying cuties. Nobody's drawing that.
nobody's drawing cuties.
Thank you.
I already
getting
did,
scared.
actually.
Oh, God.
And by the way, I will be dropping poll number 4 in the chat. So please.
Okay, I'm ready. What's
Please
going
go.
on?
Okay, I'm getting words from chat. And then we will do. Okay, very funny, guys. It's vote for your favorite Sean Clementine.
Who?
Choose abstract concepts, please, when you're doing words, chat. Small oranges.
I remember when cuties were just peelable oranges. I miss those days.
Are we drawing yet? I'm confused.
We're not
have
drawing
no
anything
idea. I
yet.
don't know
We're
what's
not drawing
happening.
anything yet. We're not drawing anything
Okay.
yet.
What are we doing?
So you were that kid in school, huh, Chud?
Well, I don't know. I just, I'm sensing a bit of. There's some vibes in the air. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. It's gone.
I don't know,
It's
man.
you.
I'm actually good. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
don't know.
going great.
Okay, good. Well, as long as we're all happy, that's the main thing.
yeah. No worries, man. No worries.
I hope everybody is happy, okay? I
It is the
nothing but-
holidays, and I went to Disney
I got,
today.
look, I got
I'm
nothing
choosing
but
a word
love
now.
for everybody in here, okay?
Same. I appreciate you guys participating. I knew people would clash. I was not anticipating it to clash that much. But I apologize for all. Uncomfortable interactions. And please don't hate me.
Look,
Okay.
no matter what's happened here tonight,
You can
We can
blame
all
it on
agree.
me,
it's all
okay?
good content, and that's the main
I'm
thing we're
fine.
here for.
I'm fine with that. You can blame it on me, okay?
No, don't. No, it's fine. I am the shit stirrer. Okay.
I don't know.
So-
The view numbers would say otherwise, but
The word is going to be internet. The internet. So please draw the internet, and you'll have 5 minutes. And,
Everyone?
yes, everybody draws the internet. Don't tell us what it is. Don't show it to us. It's going to be a blind vote. So
Oh, shit. Okay.
I know exactly what I'm drawing. I know exactly what I'm drawing.
Oh, I got this.
Chat. Wait, DemonMama, you're showing your drawing screen. You gotta hide it. 1 second.
Oh, we know how she got started.
Hold
you know,
on,
cubes
I
don't
gotta look up the Pornhub
go that way, right?
logo. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. There's the Pornhub logo. Exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get that text out. Let's give ourselves a nice black background too, because we
yeah,
deserve
in the
it.
meantime,
We've been good.
we can talk, chat.
We've been good.
How long have we got?
You guys have got 5 minutes, probably, while I talk to chat.
Is this TOS?
Chat.
I hope it's not. It shouldn't be.
What is your favorite coming-of-age film? Have you ever watched something and then, like, looked back at it? We're just vibing. Have you ever watched something and then looked back at it and thought, wow, it's a little bit weird. Super bad, huh? Goonies, okay. Kids. What is Kids? I've never seen that. Brokeback Mountain is not a coming of age film.
It's a coming film.
It is a coming. Yeah,
It's
people
low-key
do
kind of
comment.
fruity.
I just think it's funny because so the reason why I clearly had the most unpopular opinion on this panel, but Chad is so fucking mad. Look, Chad, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because nobody was saying shit when we were posting photos of ourselves on Facebook and Instagram as 16, okay? There's still 16-year-olds putting up their bikini photos on Instagram.
And if you're
That's
a
all I'm saying.
25-year-old who saves that on their phone, you're probably a pedo. You know what I mean? It's the difference between like
Probably.
what you do when you're definitely, but like I'm just saying, like yeah, when we're 16 we have a certain standard. When we're adults we have a different standard. So when we look back on the things that we did as children, we should cringe, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. If you don't cringe at the shit you did when you were a child, then you're probably still
I
cringe.
feel like we're missing the point with the point that Stardust is making is that all across our society it is like extremely pressured onto young girls that they to be objectified sexually, and when somebody makes a movie about it that has like some controversy, it's like it creates like a world like a giant moral panic, even though like this is commented on very frequently in films and even depicted sometimes way more problematically, at least as far as I can tell. So I think that's the point. I think the point that Stardust is saying is that like this is rampant, and this movie isn't even the beginning of the problem. It isn't even representative of the main problem. The problem being that the society is horrible to young women, and also doesn't
There
allow
we go.
for stories, like real stories of young women dealing with real problems to make it to the
Very
surface.
nice.
Am I getting that right, Stardust?
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's
Perfect.
strange. That's all, you know? It's just very strange.
What do you think of that,
people
guys?
are
I think I did a pretty good job recreating
so
the
upset
Pornhub
about
logo.
one film when when we have real examples. We have real life examples.
I mean, I
All
said
the
this to you
time.
in DMs, but like Big Mouth is another show that's mostly guy related, where everyone just looks at that show
Burn
and
my
shits all
throat.
over it. It's another Netflix product as well. That show is really weird. It's about a bunch of kids having puberty monsters and fucking each other. I think that's a pretty weird show.
That movie, not movie, show. That show makes me very uncomfortable. Yeah.
That show's art style to me is everything that's wrong with modern adult animation. That like the fact that every adult animation show now has to look like a disgusting mix between Family Guy and Rick and Morty now makes me want to die.
By the way, when you guys are finished with your drawing, just screenshot it and send it to me. In DM.
Do we DM it or put it in the group chat?
DM it.
Where is Stardust in my Discord?
DM it.
Whoop. Don't look at all my pirated movies. All right, where is the thing? There it is.
Wait, I was muted. How long do we have left? Hello?
I think it's
Mic check.
probably been. Let me see. How long is this? It's so probably like 30 seconds more.
Oh shit! All right.
I'll give you a minute.
The internet is for porn. The internet is for
I'm working hard.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that it's not offensive. I'm just saying that everything's offensive. So, I don't know.
I've been all night hugging my horn to
Yeah,
porn,
one of my
Such a
chatters
great
says,
song. Go look it up.
Big Mouth itself is like 1,000 times more problematic in the way that it frames things than like Cutie. If you put aside all the any of the acting things, there's a ton of movies, an entire subgenre of hot for teacher movies about young boys fucking or getting fucked by a teacher that nobody ever talks about, even though that is obviously unethical and bad.
Yeah, and all
Or
of
the
the
fact-
fact
it's just-
all night.
is
Or
that
the
a-
fact that
okay.
every time a young boy
That's
gets
what-
raped by a teacher,
That's
it's
where I
always
think.
like.
That's where I feel like
sleep
we're
with
making
teacher.
like a huge disconnect. Like, why? Okay, you saying those things are bad doesn't make what I said any less bad. I would agree with you that those things are also bad. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know where we're making a disconnect. I would.
One of the
If you're
movies.
saying,
Hold on,
you're saying
hold on.
those things are
Nacho,
bad,
Nacho,
I'm going to agree
Nacho,
with you.
Nacho. One of the movies she's going to point to, right, is Varsity Blues. You got a problem with Varsity Blues?
Sorry, what's that
It's
movie?
been way too long since I've seen that.
You remember there was that hot teacher, drove the
Could be.
Mustang, right? You know, worked at the strip club. You know, guys ended up going there for a senior party or whatever, getting ready for football season, yada yada. You got a problem with Varsity Blues?
Probably.
Really?
I'm just gonna say yeah, just to make sure. Look, I have an issue with a lot of fucking like
Really?
movies that depict like dudes that are like, yeah. I have.
I don't think we're
going
gonna find. I don't think we're gonna find one Texan that's gonna have a problem with Varsity Blues.
Well, it depends. Like, I don't.
What do you mean
I don't
depends?
think
You
it's-
don't remember the fucking movie, do you? Are you tempted
no,
to
I
comment on
don't.
something that you don't know about? Are you tempted to
You-
do that again, just like DemonMama?
Hey,
Are
you
you doing
fuck.
it again, Nacho?
Wait,
What are you
just
doing?
Wait, you just forced me to. Okay,
Weird champing so hard right now.
you're gonna force me to.
I was
then
just
yeah,
gonna
sure.
say, I was just gonna say that there are a series of books marketed towards young girls, teenage girls, where one of the main characters in the book, and this is, one of the main characters in the book is gets into a relationship with her teacher, and they definitely glorify that. So, and she's like, and that's something that we all read as teenagers, So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have an issue with the way that fucking a lot of like films or TV shows like depict like younger men like everything has to be about like notches on your belt and shit. Like I have an issue with that kind of shit. So yeah, I don't think it's like okay to glorify like being a fucking idiot basically. Like
My chat
It's not-
is weird champing about a
doesn't make a
movie called
difference
Pretty
either way.
Little Liars. Never seen it, but apparently
Yes, that
it's
is
also
the book
sus.
series. That's what I think. That's where the book that TV show is based off of a book series, and in that book series, one of the girls is in a relationship with one of her teachers, and it's like a central theme in the books for a while. So,
That's pretty sus.
I mean, even Twilight is weird, but
Twilight's
at least,
mega sus. Yeah.
At least they're not having sex. That's one thing that is good about Twilight is that they don't have sex.
Doesn't.
Well,
doesn't
where does the
the
baby
main
come
character
from?
have a
What do you
child?
mean?
Or they don't have sex until they're married or whatever.
Well, to be clear, though, she was a high school student, and he comes
he was
along,
like-
80-year-old
yeah.
man,
Yeah, he's like
and
1,000
then
years old.
grooms her essentially into
Yeah.
being his wife. If you go, yeah. Yeah. Did you guys know that only I believe 4 states, it's either 3 or 4, only in 3 or 4 states in the U.S. is it completely illegal for an underage child to marry an of-age man. Only in 3 American states are there not loopholes to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, look up child marriage in the U.S. and there's some pretty scary data on that.
Yeah, well, there's some weird shit about like a lot of famous like classic rock fucking people that do the same kind of shit. So, like, what's that? I think it's Mick Jagger, or like Tyler Perry, or not Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
fucking
moves like
Tyler.
Jagger have like a totally different
Fuck.
context. Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm saying that they married like they were basically betrothed to like 13-year-olds, and then they ended up like,
Oh.
yeah, it's
That's gross.
creepy. It's
You know
really
what?
creepy.
Somebody in chat brought up a good point. Tyson Wine says Twilight was too sus. That wolf dude fell in love with a newborn baby. I forgot about that.
Whoa! Oh wait, actually, true. Never mind. I'm team Jacob until that. Yeah.
Movies are cringe. I think we could all agree.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that Netflix really, Netflix did something smart after the Chappelle special by dropping Arcane because, I mean, anybody, listen, at least for me, I was like, all right, well, I'm watching this show. I don't care about Netflix and whatever controversy's going on. I want to see
2
Arcane.
pictures, by the way.
Oh yeah, you're waiting on me, I think.
Plus they're
I don't know how to
werewolves.
edit this.
What are you talking about, Testicle Johnson? There are no werewolves with Red Rocket. What are you talking about? That's not Twilight.
Actually,
I don't know what you were
is-
watching.
That would have been a good next Chaos Cast. That's got to be a topic. Is it immoral to fuck a werewolf in its werewolf form?
We've already had this
Actually,
conversation. We spoke about it.
Vosh
when Vosh
was
on.
here for that. Vosh said that he would rather fuck a werewolf than a vampire. So.
I think it probably was slightly safer.
Who's seen Queen of the Damned? I forget what the actress's name is, but the Queen of the Damned in the movie Queen of the Damned can literally step on my throat until my trachea collapses. Jesus Christ. Go look it up. Go look up the Queen of the Damned and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Dan, you go horny on Maine a bit too much.
Nah,
you
not
did
enough,
too
Sam. I
much.
encourage
Just a
you.
bit.
I encourage you.
Randall's a Kuma, that's why.
Since I started taking lock
You'll
and
know
load, I
he's seen
have to
his
come
medicine.
5 times a day or it just doesn't stop.
Dude, if you keep taking lock and load, you're gonna have your balls fucking explode.
I'm never going back. I'm never going back.
What are we doing? What are we doing right now?
We're drawing. Are y'all done? Have you
I was
turned in
done
your
like an hour
drawing?
ago. Yeah, I turned in my drawings.
What time is it?
Interview with the vampire was so good.
I gotta get
Hey,
going.
Anne Rice
let me
died like a
rename
week
this.
ago.
Hold on.
Yeah, we got to get these
You guys know
drawings
that?
in, y'all.
I'm working on it. Okay, I'm trying. Hold on. Okay. What are we? Are we posting in the? Oh,
Yeah.
we're DMing it. Yeah. Hold
I've read and seen that movie, Lonnie.
You follow
Read
and
the book
listen
and
so
seen the
well.
movie.
on. Look, I was focusing really hard.
Look, Nacho, I'm sorry for giving you such a hard time, man.
Dude, I'm trying
look,
I'm
just
working on it.
hear me out though, right? So I feel bad for giving you such a hard time, but like
so George Washington
after
said
like see, you were getting such a hard time earlier, right? And it came down so hard. But then when all of that hard time that you got completely fell apart and all the stress and tension and like all of the shit that got built up was gone because they hadn't seen the movie themselves, right? When all that was gone, I felt like, you know what? Now I got to pick on Nacho, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah. Okay, there. I sent it. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. My
Fucking
bad.
rolling out those thunderous,
Sorry if that was me
thunderous
holding everything up.
jokes. I'm honored to be in the presence of such comedians.
I like how they glossed over the child marriage
You're
laws.
welcome.
It's because stuff.
I think
It's
moral
really
panics
just
like
sorry.
flipping over
Chad has
cuties are
committed
more
ritual
entertaining for
suicide at
conservatives
this
to
point.
complain about, and it's more politically
Sorry.
expedient. So when I
Sorry,
bring up the
Chad.
It's not
fact
your
that
fault.
like
Are they passing the
every
laws?
red
Don't
state
blame
in
me.
America
Sorry.
allows child marriage,
yeah.
it's not very beneficial for them to stay on that topic. So it's in their best interest to move on.
Nick, that was a good one, Nick.
StarDust is the funniest whammon political streamer on Twitch. And I think
Okay,
we
period.
she
Okay,
already
a
clearly
political
won that
streamer-
debate. So
Political streamer, period. Okay? Funniest political streamer, period. Okay?
Right
That
behind
just-
me.
That just seems sexist.
I can't. It's been a while since I watched the.
I'm
the
sorry,
debate.
A lot of stinkers in this. A
I
lot of
couldn't
stinkers in
remember
this
what
lobby.
the actual topic was. Okay, but
The
Um,
correct answer is that
I'm gonna
no
call this
political
one the
streamer
bomb,
is
the
funny.
bomb cast. So everybody's trying out their bombs tonight.
I think the only one bombing tonight was you. Okay, but
Yeah.
good job.
Guys, I'd appreciate
died
if
and
you don't
lost
talk
my
about
shit in
bombing
Minecraft
on
twice.
my panel, okay? I'm, not about that stereotype.
Yeah, I mean it's
wanna
hard to live
play
up to
into it.
Stardust. So
Wait, what's stereotype?
we're all bombing. We're all bombing tonight, Stardust. You're right.
What stereotype?
Can I go now? I'm gonna go now. This is taking forever, and there's nothing.
Yeah,
on
where's
the-
the drawing,
I think I'm gonna
CTV?
go now. Bye,
I sent it to you
everybody.
in the DM.
My name's DemonMama. I had an interesting time on the panel. Fuck.
Matter of fact, I
most
was
of
the
you.
first one.
Logic, I love you. Zan, I love you. Stardust, I love you.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you for joining us.
still love
American
you.
Nacho, fall in a ditch. CTV, you're gonna
Okay.
be.
Demo,
I
enjoy
still
my
love you.
Minecraft server.
Nick Dorian,
We can Malden because you lost.
Anytime.
Hi,
if
everyone.
you want to talk, I
Hi.
have much love. No,
I
nothing but-
never want to talk to you
nothing but
again. You're
love.
really annoying.
Yep, I know.
Still
You don't like
Malden.
talking
Nice
to people who
meeting
challenge.
You don't
It
like
was
talking
nice
to
meeting
people who
you,
challenge
Nick.
you. That's why you
Honestly,
won't talk to
I called you
Destiny or
Nick.
anybody else anymore. It's
Really?
fine.
Is this
See you
even
later.
even the
Wait,
Hey,
Nacho, you're doing
oh
it
my
again,
God.
Nacho. Okay, actually, I do have a bone to pick with you, Nacho. You are actually interrupting everybody. Like, it's not just DemonMama.
It's
You're
just
interrupting
her.
everybody. It's everybody. It's everybody.
You've been quite interrupty. I'm not gonna lie. No,
Yeah.
you know. Let's be real. Let's call it what it is, okay?
Yeah.
Nick, I shouldn't have called you a cunt. That was too far. You're actually
Oh,
quite
I
funny.
appreciate
It was nice. I disagree with some of the things that you said, and I feel like you might have mischaracterized me a little bit, but I enjoyed talking to you. But the rest stands for CTV and Nacho. See ya.
Are you still here?
Yeah, I am. You want me to stay a little longer?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do. We would like for you to actually stay
Absolutely.
through. Like what?
Oh.
Nobody wanted her to
CTV,
leave.
I actually don't see the drawing from you.
How do you not
Are you
see
sure?
it?
You,
Now I'm
did,
big.
did you? Did
Let me
you
look.
send
Look,
it?
Let me look. Let me look.
can we be? You really
Oh.
think I was interrupting
Yeah, you
everybody
were.
else? Because I felt like I was just trying to interrupt her, just
No,
because
you were
she was
interrupting
speaking
everybody.
over
Shenanigans in
everybody.
chat.
Okay,
Simping.
well then to everybody else, I apologize.
Listen, you don't need to apologise to me, okay? I was trying to be the peacekeeper. There's a lot of spice going on. You know.
Well, I was mainly,
I'm
just trying to. Go ahead.
Go on. Sorry, you please, I insist. You speak.
I was trying to counteract every time DemonMama talked. It was like I just could have left for like 15 minutes and watched like some fucking cat videos on YouTube and come back and still known what we were talking about. Like, that's all I was just trying to get other people involved, you know. And then
So
when I
you
was
concerned-
being pushed on, I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to be a dick.
Was your concern the perceived, like, because I mean, you know, this is my perception. I'm from a cards out there, you know. You and me, Nacho, we've always gotten on. I'm friends with DemonMama. I
Sure.
feel that, like, some of her responses, like, maybe there's some were a bit extended, but I don't think it was like, I know you've been hyperbolic, but like, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know if I wouldn't characterize it like that personally.
Look,
That's all
I've
I'm
been
saying.
drinking a lot, so maybe
Okay.
I'm being hyperbolic. That's what it feels like. So
Okay.
yeah, I could be wrong, but I would challenge somebody to go and like clip it up and just
I
see
like
how
the
long
British
it actually
dude.
was.
It's Chud
I
logic.
It's not that
feel
huge
like-
of a
The time was on
deal.
the go.
It's just, it's not
I
that
feel
huge
like
of a
it would
deal.
almost
It's
put
just
money
that
on it.
Yeah, I guess for me, right? Like, I really do not mind at all sitting and waiting for somebody to get through a thought,
Is that a take?
right? Because I understand that, like, you know, if you're genuinely putting some effort into it, that you're probably going to pause a little bit along the way. You're trying to work it out as you go, especially in the panel environment, right?
I do need to buy an RDO.
But I
though,
do find
for-
it like I find it to be like a waste of my time, though, that like when asked a question, I listen for 2 minutes and there's literally not an answer to the question, and what was said only substantiates that there's no solution to this thing other than the solution that's already on the table. So then, like, that's wasted time for not just me, but for anybody that was listening, because it wasn't like there was anything new contributed to the conversation. And I would say, and as a genuine criticism, DemonMama, I think you do that a lot. And perhaps, I don't know, making it a point to not repeat yourself, listen to what other people were saying, contribute new things to the conversation instead of, like, being so ready to just jump onto something and have the mic, but not actually use that time for anything. I would much rather sit there and be, you know, quiet and trying to work it out than to just do that to everybody. Sometimes there's a need for filler, but I think chat understands that as well.
My brain also
I just,
turns on every
I
time
have no
CTV
problem with
speaks.
it. I, you know, like sorry. Well, okay, here's the thing. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just that I feel like it actually adds more time onto things when somebody is already speaking a lot and then they get interrupted on top of that, you know? That's kind of like how I feel. Like, it's just adding more time on top of it because that person feels like they have to start over a specific point or something. So, yeah.
I whenever I started getting to going and like talking on a thing, and then it was just like, hey, shut the fuck up because you've been interrupting people. But it was like I was only interrupting because this thing was running on for like fucking 20 minutes, and it was like, it wasn't like it was anything new to be added to the subject. It was just like a repetition of what had already been said, or like something that was synonymous or analogous with what was already said, which is like a different way of restating what was already said. That's my interpretation. You could pick it apart, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll accept that.
No.
I've been drinking a lot. I'm here to have fun. You know, I don't want DemonMama to leave. If DemonMama sees this, please come back on. You know.
Yeah, the point's
I'm
not
just
to
here
try
to
to get
fucking
people
hang
to
out and
leave.
have a good fucking time. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just want it to be fun for everybody.
How old is
I
Grizzly
think
thinking
just-
veteran?
Yeah.
Well, he fought in Vietnam, so.
Let's.
I think she was
ready?
getting frustrated with CTV.
I'm waiting
and
for
Nacho.
Nacho Strong, I think.
Wait, I sent it to you in a
Did you hit enter?
DM.
Did you hit enter? Are you sure you hit enter?
Maybe. Fuck
You have
no,
to hit it
I
a
didn't
couple
hit enter.
times.
Shit, my bad.
Hell
That was
yeah,
my
dude.
fault.
This is a baller ass strong. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to go through these.
I think this is the last thing, Carbuncle. I think it's wrapping up now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. The word was internet, or the internet. This is the first one. Very descriptive.
Mine's the next one, I think. That's definitely the internet.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
That's good.
Okay.
You know, I'm something
right,
of a
next one.
scientist myself.
Nice.
Also very accurate. Yeah.
Also accurate.
I'm proud of this one. I'm very proud of it.
Why are you proud of it? Is that yours?
Yeah, I made it.
He's
Yeah.
disqualified.
You're. Oh wow. What is this? This is amazing. OMG, look at this movie. I don't know what that is. I'm not watching it, but I'm going to debate it on.
Shit at
If I,
Is
I
that
think I can
DemonMama's?
guess.
Oh my god, shit at 36.
My forbidden desires. Oh my god, is that one man, one jar?
That's
What the
one
fuck?
man, one jar. I'm so glad we can all recognize a stick figure drawing of one man, one jar.
Stop! It's
Tells
the
us all we all have the
Fruit Loops!
same traumatic childhoods.
Jesus.
Oh, the one on the bottom left is 2 girls, 1 cup.
Okay, there's this, which I think is also accurate.
The
Oh,
black
there was also
void.
Goatsy. Yeah.
And
Oh,
this
that's a
one's
lot of
pretty
dicks.
Dope. This one's dope.
You cover
That's a lot of
wallpaper.
dicks.
You cover
That is
wallpaper.
accurate.
Why are some of the dicks like cut off?
They're circumcised.
That's a weird circumcision. They circumcise 3/4 of the ball sack and 1/3 of the shaft.
Okay. Let me make a last poll, okay? That was quite the panel, I gotta say. That was quite the panel.
Best one so far.
Was it?
How do I?
feel
I'm
like
having
everybody-
fun.
Okay,
Do I just
I feel like
click on
everybody's
somebody
gonna
and then-
hate me after
oh.
this. Okay, let's see.
There we go.
Plethora of dicks is what I'm gonna call the last one we just saw.
Go watch it in year 5. You won't regret it.
So a pod.
It's hot.
Yeah, one is just like
Oh,
Black
true.
Boy.
That's how they travel.
CTV.
Yeah, one man, one jar
CTV
is
with
worse.
the galaxy brain. Holy shit, pod, bro.
Best moments in
Following.
internet history for the one with one man, one jar.
Who here has seen 3 Guys, 1 Hammer? That one really
Me.
fucked with me when I was a kid. That's just a full-on snuff film.
That is.
That-
Do you guys
that
know
one
where
was the one that when I was, like-
Rotten.com is?
When I was like
Oh, of
11, that
course.
was one that stuck with me. Yeah,
If it's
I know
fucking
Chud
internet
knows.
shit, I'm all over.
Xanderhal, do you know what Rotten.com is?
yeah.
God. Sorry. We're all in this together, okay?
I used to browse the 4chan rec threads, and there'd just be like people getting torn to shreds, and you're like, oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? You know?
Dude,
What
look,
the fuck is Three
YouTube,
Guys, One Hammer?
YouTube used to be the
It's
Wild
two Russian
West.
kids beating an
There
old
was a
man to death
channel
with a
called
hammer and then
Faces of
stabbing him in the
Death.
face with a screwdriver. It's just a snuff film.
Do you
of
guys
a
know
guy
what that
getting
is?
Murdered and mutilated.
What was that all about?
Okay. Well, it was literally just people dying.
Oh, fuck.
I don't
If
know.
you're looking for
I don't
something
know
a
what
little bit
better
less.
way to- I don't know a better
Pull
way
in
to
chat.
explain it. I don't know what better way to explain it, but it was just all kinds of different. It was
Gotta go
fucked
look
up.
at Goatsy to clear my mind after seeing the
Don't
snuff
go
film.
there, okay? Please. Don't.
Needs,
It's fucked
need to
up.
cleanse my eyes with Goatsy.
Please. It was a website.
Okay.
Who here remembers Best Gore?
Yes.
God.
Cake farts. Cake farts isn't even that bad. Like, cake farts is like tutorial. That's like where you should start, you know? Like, you're 11 years old and you're trying to discover all those horrific videos that are going to permanently poison your brain on the internet. You start with cake farts.
Recently.
True. What's the
In
weather been
in
like
the
over there?
UK?
It's cold mostly. Very, very
Damn,
cold.
that sucks.
Got a little,
like the
got a little
cold.
heater, in my little room here. I'm a fledgling content creator. You know how it is. On that hustle and grind, like the J-Reg video at the start.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm tallying up the other ones.
Gotta break the seal again.
Oh, I never did get the link to the number 3 one.
Oh, sure. Big dick cereal mask.
God, I saw the video of Chris Chan
will
doing
put that
cake
in the
farts.
chat.
That exists. Who saw the new Spider-Man?
I did. It was fucking amazing. There will be no Spider-Man slander on my stream today.
It was a good movie.
was a
Spooderman No Go Home was a good movie.
Ah, God, that was everything I wanted out of it. With no
Careful.
spoilers, no spoilers. I think every character in that movie was handled extraordinarily well, especially like the villains.
I'll no spoilers, but I'll say this: if you're someone who hasn't been a big fan of the MCU's Tom Holland Spider-Man, this movie's probably going to change that for you if you haven't liked him very much. Chud Logic, your VTube avatar looks like you're sleeping.
But now,
Your VTuber avatar looked like you had
Yeah?
like slumped over and fallen asleep for a second there.
It's because I'm looking at my other screen. I've got it. Well, you don't need to know what's on there, but I'm looking at my other screen basically.
Oh,
Hey, listen, I said for everybody to look up the Queen of the Damned, and Chud Logic did it, and is a man of culture, to be clear. Who's the person next to Zan? To my left, well, they're all labeled. To my left is StarDust, then the left of StarDust is Nicholas Diorio, the above Nicholas Diorio is American Nacho, then Chud Logic, and then Critically Thinking Veteran.
So, winner of the first one is Nick. Winner of topic 2, Chud Logic.
Whoa.
Topic 3 is Nick.
What
Wait, no,
was the
not topic 3.
Like
That's
the-
topic 4. Topic 4 is Nick. Topic 3 is Nick again.
Happy Tree Friends was childhood trauma.
And then who did best moments in internet history? Let me see. Oh, that was Chud Logic. But I think overall, Chud Logic won 2 of them, and Nick won 3. So I will be rating Nick.
actually,
Thank-
raid Chud Logic. I'm probably not going to stream much longer.
Okay, all right.
So Nick gets the moral victory. Congratulations, sir. Well done. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you very
that.
much. Congratulations to you for winning 2 rounds.
Thank you.
Good job, Nick and Chud.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
Good
joining me.
things.
I hope you
Wait,
had
what did I
fun
miss?
despite the chaos of the. I was not expecting it to clash that much, but yeah, I hope you had fun regardless. So Thank
DM
you,
me on
chat.
Discord with your Minecraft username if any of you want to get onto the Xanderhal Christmas Minecraft server. It's fun.
Xanderhal, I thought you played Rust.
Oh, I play tons of Rust, but during Christmas every year, didn't do it last year, but it's sort of like a channel type thing where every year I do a 12 days of Christmas server, and I put up the server, it's modded, people can play on it, and it just goes for 12 days from the 14th to the 25th.
Quick question.
Well,
Will it have as many Nazis as the one you used before?
Oh, shit.
We'll have
What?
Nazis on there. We'll have as many Nazis on there like the one you were on before.
Oh, not like 2B2T.
Okay, not
no.
interested. No, thank you.
2B2T? Wait, you were on 2B2T?
Oh,
What is that?
Xanderhal
got
I did-
radicalized on 2B2T.
I did like a whole month. I did like a whole month on 2B2T. It was fucking insane. I was a
That's cute.
slave.
The
I was a
oldest
slave
anarchy
for like.
server in
Wait,
Minecraft.
did I were you in the gulags? Because I was one of the gulag drivers.
I have no idea. I was a slave for
Was
like
it back
2
in
weeks.
2018? Yeah, you were in the
No,
gulags.
no. It wasn't that long ago. It was like
Oh.
a year and a half ago.
No, that's
So,
okay. No, that sounds
Sort of.
okay.
Like
not
2019,
that
2020.
Okay,
I did
'cause
it
in
for
20
Twitch because I started playing Minecraft and people were like, "Do you know what 2B2T is?" And I was like, "I have no idea." I went there
I've been
and I got enslaved and it was great. I had a great time.
I've been playing for a long time. What we did was we enslaved when a YouTuber came to the server and like brought a bunch of their fans. There's something we did called incursions, where or just generally players would get together if they were geared. And basically, what we did was we enslaved the new players to break ender chests to get obsidian, and made them build a giant obsidian wall around spawn, so
See,
no
at
new
least-
players can escape.
I wasn't put into that much of a labor camp. I just had to get like wood and stuff, but I wasn't allowed to touch any like wool or anything that could make me a bed. I had to continue to work for my
Yeah,
keep.
they wanted to be able to kill you if you try anything, and for you have to get sent back to spawn. That's why they
True,
didn't want you making
yeah.
a bed.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was fun
listen,
though.
I'm gonna bounce and entertain all these people. Thank you very much for having me on. I had a great time and it was great to hang
Yeah.
out with you all. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chud, I hope
good
you have a
one.
good day, man. I know you're pulling a long one over there on your side of the pond to
Oh, no.
keep it going. So,
I'm on that Sigma grind set. You know how it be. Stacking
Hey.
paper.
hey,
Okay.
you know I know.
Okay. Right. Catch you all later.
Always a
buddy.
pleasure,
Yeah.
Chud.
See
Always
you,
a
everyone.
Thanks. Bye bye.
All
I
right.
gotta dip
what
out
a-
as well because
What a
I'm
swell
out.
fellow.
Yeah,
He is a cool
StarDust,
guy.
I
I
appreciate
like
you having
Chud.
me on tonight, hon.
Thank you. Thank you guys again for joining me. Of
course.
Yeah.
And with that
Please.
said,
Fantastic night. Thanks for having me on.
CTV
Yeah.
out.
See ya.
Yeah.
We did it. Hun. Sus. True. True. Chud Logic should get a cheeseburger Freedom Man avatar. Honestly? True. Hold on a second. 1 second. There I am. Look. Look how cool I look. Alright, guys. Listen up. I am mad online. Do you want to know why I'm mad online? Do you motherfuckers want to know why I'm so mad online right now? It's because I died in Minecraft and lost all of my shit twice in lava. And frankly, I'm angry about that, and I don't feel like playing more Minecraft today because I'm in quite the bad mood, and I'm quite angry at the game right now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up stream. We've been live for almost 4 hours. We did a panel. It's been fun. That panel, I think we're gonna start uploading panel like segments on the second channel because they like the panel uploads don't get as much views on the main channel, so it's like wasting an upload basically on the main channel. I feel like since I still want it to be out there for the people who do want to see it, we should upload it on the second channel, especially because I've been meaning to put some stuff on there. It's just I haven't gotten to it yet, but yeah, we're gonna have a fun time. Listen, everybody, I love all of you so goddamn much. You've all been amazing and just the most fantastic. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Doo-doo fart, as always. Wait. Don't leave yet. We may be doing a watch party of Spider-Man No Way Home in my Discord. So if you want to do that, get into the Sanders Theater chat. I'm going to hit up Balth. I'm going to hit up Ethan. I'm going to hit up all the crew and see if we can do a watch party of No Way Home. I got a pretty damn good copy of it. I'm going to check for a better one online, like right after I end stream here, just to see if there's a better copy that came out since I last checked. And even if there hasn't been, we're still going to do it because the copy I have is pretty high quality. Anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.